It's all getting taken up by Pornhub's live.
Piggybacking everything onto that.
Thinking about it. Thinking about it. We're on Twitch.
Hey.
We're on Twitch. YouTube's
Is that where you're twitching?
Circling. That's why I'm twitching. Hey, guess what? It's been a year.
Hey, 1 whole year.
1 year in the books. Welcome to Talking Heads, episode 44. If you're confused by that number, it's because no, you didn't miss anything. If you've been following my channel for a year, first off, thank you. You're part of the first. Gosh, what, 300 subscribers? Something like that?
Yeah.
Anyway, August 8th, I started my very first episode of Talking Heads with Rhett over here. And basically, episode 1 was a trial run. It was, can I hold a conversation for an hour? Do I look okay on camera? Do I make an ass of myself? And all of those things were absolutely false.
No, the last two are still debatable.
Yeah. Yeah. For some reason, I'm still on the air.
Yeah.
But
people still come and watch.
But anyway, episode 1 was kind of a trial run just to kind of feel out what do I want the show to be, and for me to watch the show back and kind of critique it and figure out what I wanted it to be. And then about a month and a half or 2 months later, we started going full-time with the show. So episode 1 was a little bit of a trial, and then I think October 18th, we started doing weekly shows. So, but yeah, this is the first anniversary of Talking Heads.
You don't count the first one as the beginning, or do you?
I do count.
Oh, you count
August 8th. So
okay.
Today, 1 year ago today, Rhett and I were sitting in studio at the same time, streaming.
I should have wore my shirt that I wore that one. It's close. It's almost the same color, but no stripes on the other one.
I noticed you got the right blush this time.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, I went back and watched the first episode just to make sure.
Yeah.
Yeah,
your eyeliner is a lot less thick this time too. Not as
well, a year's given me a lot of time to perfect my makeup techniques.
Yeah.
In fact, I recently graduated from cosmetology school, so
we have a makeup artist on staff now too. That's been a huge help. Jen is she's a doll.
I know. Jen, go ahead and say something from off camera. Hey.
Jen.
She's so funny.
Truly outrageous. Oh no, that's Jem.
Which trailer did you go to?
Oh, no.
Thought it was weird he wanted me to take my clothes off. Welcome to the show. God, it's been a good year. So good to have you all here. Today's show going to be a little bit different. We're still going to get into some beer news, still going to get into some tech news. But I figured I'd have everyone on board, and true to fashion, John's going to be 30 minutes late.
Absolutely. Yeah. What happens when he's late to like a regular week? Do you just start late?
A couple times I just started.
Yeah. He sits there and just plays charades. And
I've definitely seen it. I've definitely turned on the stream one time when John is just sitting down, and it's like 8:30 or 8:40 or something like that.
It hasn't been quite that late. I think he was a genuine 10 minutes late one time to a solo stream.
Maybe
he's been 10 or 15 minutes late to a combined stream. We did a New Year's stream where he was late, and there was one that I think maybe like his last show he was like 5 minutes late, and it's like, I'm going to just go. So, hey, how you guys doing tonight? What are you drinking? So... let's see. Hit me up with a P.O. box so I can send you some Australian beer.
Not Foster's, I hope.
Whoa, we don't discriminate.
Against Foster's, we do.
Actually, I hear that Foster's actually is not really Australian beer. They just say it's Australian beer.
Yeah. Oh, totally. It's made in North Carolina or something.
Yeah.
So.
Oh. Everyone else's audio off? Oh.
Is audio off?
Probably just that guy.
I don't know.
You should try using the volume slider there underneath the video. If you move your mouse there, Joe Rafferty, it brings up a little menu that includes a pause button and a play button.
Whoa.
Audio is off. Everyone's saying it.
Oh.
Audio is not in sync or audio is off. Or... No one drinks Foster's.
Some people
I told you.
Yeah.
So yeah, we have audio. It's just not in sync.
It's just off.
Yeah.
Sorry, guys.
We just sound like a Japanese movie.
Yeah. I'm wondering if I'm wondering if on Twitch we're in sync and on YouTube we're out of sync. I have a problem with YouTube being out of sync a lot of times during the show.
Yeah.
It's just...
Does it usually catch up? Or?
It sometimes catches up, sometimes it doesn't. And sometimes it's good for a day, and then for the next week, it's bad. Yeah. Like if you watch it within 12 hours of the show, it's fine. And then once they re-encode it, it's crap, and it's off by like a second. And then after a week, it fixes itself.
Yeah, I've seen that before too.
So audio's out of sync. I hope it's not too bad. Let me know if it's too bad. I hope it's not bad.
Because if it's too bad, that's too bad.
Twitch is buffering. If it's too bad, it's too bad.
Yeah. I haven't seen any buffering here yet. Audio's behind the picture. By how long? Gosh.
Yeah, guys, let's
give us a number.
Give me an estimate.
It's
kind of bad.
Okay, so he's on Twitch and he's getting it, so it's even on Twitch too.
It's a real bummer. It's probably because there's too many of us here.
Probably. Yeah, we're sending it more audio signal now, so it's having a hard time. Gosh.
The speed of sound slowed down.
Well, you know, with net neutrality gone, we're probably just getting throttled here. They're just like, psh.
Yeah, they're throttling our upload.
Yeah, only the chosen tech channels get their advertised speeds.
Okay, can I?
It's about 2
offset?
seconds.
2 seconds.
2 seconds.
Oh
is what
my
they said.
gosh!
Yeah.
So I'm gonna delay my. No, that's just for the audio. What the heck? I can't delay my video and I can't advance the audio.
What if we just restarted the stream? No?
Wow.
Would that be
I'm gonna go ahead and restart.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go ahead and restart.
We'll still be here though. Don't
Yep.
go away.
So.
Be back soon, loves.
All right, let's try this again.
I'm trying it again.
Okay, we are trying again. We are live on YouTube.
We're gonna
supposedly.
make a second go.
How is that?
Better?
Is that better? Any better? Any better? YouTube any better? Okay, I'm gonna start Twitch now.
Rhett is correct. Thank you. However, you spelled my name wrong.
Magically, John appears.
He teleported.
But what
in.
am I correct about?
I don't know. All right, hopefully that's better. Hope we're better.
Thanks, Bryce. Thanks,
Let's
nice
see.
Bryce. oh, indubitably.
What am I correct about? I don't know. Wow, that is still bad. Wow, that is weird.
I'll make sure we're not on Wi-Fi.
Let me try. You said about a second. I'm gonna put an offset in. I'm gonna see if it
Manual offset.
Manual
That's
offset.
bold of you.
works. Manual offset. We're going with it. All right, is that better?
Let's see if this pays off.
Is that better?
Still bad.
Maybe it's better.
Maybe.
Well, that was old. Okay.
Wonk wonk.
2 to 3 lag persists. I'm working on it. Working on it.
Oof.
I should load my phone up and then put it on there and see how bad it is.
This is rough. About 1 second behind. All right. Let's try a 2-second delay. And I know what's going to happen. During the live stream, it's going to fix itself. When it goes live on YouTube, it's going to suck.
Probably, right?
Probably.
Yeah.
So I'm going to local record this as well. Oh, I can't local record because I can only do 2 simultaneous streams. I can only do Twitch and YouTube.
I think it's because we're not drinking yet.
It's worse now. Okay. Yeah, so the audio is offset the wrong direction. So when I add an offset...
You gotta put minus something.
You gotta,
I can't put minus.
Oh.
It doesn't accept it.
It doesn't let us travel into the future.
Yeah.
Why?
This is so stupid.
Have you tried restarting it?
Yeah, we did. We tried restarting.
No,
Let's
I was
try
being
that.
smart, but I meant.
Okay, apparently I can put a delay in the video, so let's try that.
Oh, okay. That got worse yet.
Oh, even...
No, because he...
Well, yeah, he just...
Chat's a little behind.
Yeah.
So there's the blank. So
Bruh.
any chat after this point, it's good. Hey! I think we're good.
We're good.
Well,
it
it
looks
only
good.
Only took me 10 minutes.
Fixed!
Yeah.
Yes! We did it! We're here! Let's
Huzzah!
crack one out. We gotta start drinking now.
Yeah.
There's only one way to truly keep the interweb gods happy.
That's right, and that's to crack open a beer.
And it's to get
Yep.
this show rolling for
That's
real.
right, that's right.
So...
Let's
look,
do that.
I don't
Let's
even
get it.
care that John's not here. You know
No,
what?
he doesn't-
I hope he doesn't even make it.
That's right.
Just kidding. That's horrible.
Let's see. You want to start IPA and kind of work our way darker?
Yeah, Tall Guy is actually really good.
That's right.
I've had that before.
And it's a nice
super good.
lighter IPA.
Yeah, it's
so-
not like a heavy one, but it's
Do it
very
and
tasty.
let the English see it do it. How's that sound? Whoa!
Whoa, that was
careful, buddy.
terrible.
You are even off camera, man. You're embarrassing yourself.
There we go.
So it's fun for everybody watching. You know, like we're obviously like always all like talking to each other and keeping in the loop, unless people are talking about what beers to bring, and then I'm going to be silent so that you guys bring all the beer.
Right.
But this will be the first time that I'm actually on camera with you or John, so it's kind of fun.
Yeah.
Well, what is it?
It would have been funny.
For?
It would have been. Yeah, I'm the one that's got all the head on it.
That's right.
That's okay. I
know how you like it.
I can double fist it.
I know how you like it.
I do. Here, I'll just switch them.
There we go. All right, so this is a Breakside Brewery in Portland, Oregon. This is the Tall Guy IPA. This is kind of a special IPA. Now, it's not the strongest thing in the world. It's not...
Zdrovia.
But this is ranked by at least one website that I checked that did a 350 blind taste test on an IPA.
Yep,
This is the number 14 beer IPA in the world.
Yeah, on that list.
Based on a blind taste test.
Yep.
There's something we do well in Oregon. It's IPAs.
Yeah.
And beer in general.
Yeah. Well, some say meth too.
Well, yeah. Well, Breaking Bad, based in Salem.
Yeah, let's be real. Meth is everywhere.
But we have the real good kind.
That's right. That's right. People come from out of state for our meth.
They do.
When I used to do stand-up, one of my whole bits revolved around a pun, which was math and meth. Anyway, it was really stupid, but I became known as the Math Whiz.
I'm impressed 3 people fit in that room. We don't.
Yeah, no, it's very tight.
It's gonna get worse when
John gets here.
Well, I was surprised the camera didn't even move. You know, I was expecting to get here and like.
No, it's a super wide lens.
Well,
I
was expecting like an even more wide shot.
Yeah.
Just like, you know, we could kind of crescent in here, but no, this is great.
No, Steve will scoot over a bit. John will just kind of sit.
Kind of right
offset.
I think we should put him under the table.
There you go.
Just have him pop
Is
up
that too
every
far?
time.
So, anyway, very good IPA.
Absolutely.
This is an excellent
Who
IPA.
picked this one out?
I did.
Oh, cheers to you. Thank
right.
you so much.
Yep, I actually bought this a couple weeks ago in preparation for this show.
Nice.
So.
Yeah, wow, everybody's just sharing the beer tonight.
On the same list, the number 1, you can get it. It's up in Portland, but you got to drive all the way up to Portland to get it. You can only buy it at the Great Notion.
Great Notion.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Great Notion.
Nice.
Yeah, Great Notion IPA was rated the number 1 on that list.
Oh, wow.
I think it was Juice Junior or something like that.
Yeah.
Or it was,
All right. Let's get into a little tech news right off the bat. We'll kind of wait till John gets here for beer news. The way the show's going to work tonight is we're cracking open a lot of beers tonight. Mm-hmm. We're going to do some flights, and we'll do a blitz review of a beer, and then we'll do a news article. And
It's
then
called First Anniversary Flight.
That's right. That's right. So we're going to do a flight. We're going to do a news story. When the news story's done, we'll crack open another beer, and we'll do another flight.
So that means if the news story's done and we don't finish the beer, we just got to chug?
You got to chug.
We got to chug.
Okay. Now, I did the math. This is actually less beer than we normally drink because there's 4 people here. Even though we'll be going through
okay, but John's not here.
John's not here
so
yet.
So you got to calculate for John's lateness.
So we got to figure this one out.
Yeah.
Maybe we should finish this one without even waiting for him.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm sure he's had it already.
I'm sure he's had
fine.
it.
Yeah.
He's not going to miss it.
Good morning from Germany.
Hey, cheers, Adrian.
$2.29. Thank you so much, Adrian.
Hey, you and I have German names. Thanks. You're welcome.
All right. So, we'll start with some off-kilter tech news. And that's Juul, I believe is how you pronounce that.
Correct.
Plans to release a new Bluetooth-enabled vape. So if you're into vaping...
You know, these are already a thing.
Oh, I know they're already a thing.
Okay.
They're adding functionality to this.
Yeah.
Oh!
So the functionality to... Yeah, it's not just like, ooh, Bluetooth-connected vape. You can, tweet when you vape or something like that.
Right.
No, what they're doing is
Exhale.
Yeah.
Inhale, exhale.
That's right. Rhett just puffed for 4.7 minutes.
Yeah, all of a sudden, all my
tweets out,
employers...
Yeah.
Vape Nation, bro!
Yeah, vape nation. Sick vape, bro.
We get it, you vape. We get it, you vape. You tweet about it all the time.
Sweet clouds, bro.
Anyway, e-cig vape. I don't care. I don't care the nomenclature. From a non-vape e-cig person, it's a vape. I don't care. Okay?
Isn't an e-cigarette still a vape?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's the same thing.
Yeah. He's arguing it's not a vape, it's an e-cig.
I don't know.
You're going to split that hair?
Well, I think maybe a vape pen, maybe one's rechargeable, one's like disposable. I don't know. I don't know if there's a difference.
They're essentially the same thing.
You're vaporizing a liquid with an atomizer, so I don't even know if that's even the correct words I just used.
That sounds right. That sounds smart.
Anyway.
I believed you. Okay.
Anyway.
This is cool, though.
Vape/Bluetooth connected e-cig.
Yeah.
Whatever. I don't care. Whatever you want to call it.
I think this is where we start arguing this for the next 2 hours straight.
Totally. Yeah. I'm on board. Anyway, so it's not just their Bluetooth connecting and making a smart vape or smart e-cig. I'm going to use both words from now on just to piss you guys off. It's not just that they're connecting it. It's that they're adding functionality to that connectivity. And beyond tweeting or social media, what they're introducing is geofencing for the e-cigs, vapes. So if you're if you're on campus of a school, it will disable your pen.
That's actually a really good use for this. Not that I have a problem. Like, I'm never walking past somebody who's like blowing major clouds, and I'm like,
yeah, because it doesn't smell bad.
No, it smells like cotton candy.
Good. It smells
usually.
Pretty good.
You get the blonde college girls, and it's like blueberry or something.
Yeah,
you know?
E-vape.
E-vape.
There
we go.
I was gonna say vape sig.
We fixed it. E-vape.
Vape cigs.
E-vape.
I'm sure somebody has a problem with that.
So the second thing, which is the one I'm dubious of, is they're going to use it for age verification.
Yeah,
how would they do that? Insert pubes.
How many 8-year-olds do you know with Facebook accounts?
Tons.
Right.
Yeah.
Do you know the minimum age for a Facebook account is 13?
Yeah.
How about Google accounts? Gmail, anyone? You know
I've
the
never
minimum age
noticed
for that is 13?
12. Oh.
13?
Well, I think they said even Facebook, you can't even give your pets an account. You're not supposed to. But
Sure.
still plenty of them.
Sure.
Well, because it throws off all the government lists. You know?
I know.
All of a sudden, they're trying to like find terrorists and like, here's 50,000 accounts of dogs.
My dad has 2 accounts for both of our dead cats.
Oh, Puss in Boots, what are we up to now?
That's right.
I love the people that do Instagram accounts for their pets from their pets' perspectives.
Oh, yeah.
It's ridiculous and fun, though.
Yeah. Dog started moving. I thought John was walking in. Nope, just the wife.
Our producer is in the studio now. This just in.
John is still late.
John's still not here. Back to you.
Had to get up. She said I couldn't sleep in her bed.
Oh. Got kicked out of our daughter's bed.
Yeah, not sure about the age verification thing. I think it's a move in the right direction. I feel like they're...
How's it enforceable?
Yeah, I don't even
It's
know
not.
how they... I don't know how
However,
they
at least they can show that they're trying.
I was over 18 on every porn site I ever visited. How is it going to work?
Right, and that's what I'm saying is that I think like their mind is in the right place, especially and their wallet, because they are facing lawsuits for selling to underage kids or advertising underage kids or whatever it might be.
Yeah,
I feel like their mind's in the right place, but you're right, it's not that enforceable.
I have this argument all the time with the higher ups at my employment, and that's they'll go, we have this employer who's slacking off during work. We need you to block YouTube for them.
Yeah,
and I said that's not the problem.
Right.
And it's like, no, I need you to block YouTube. If I block YouTube, they're going to go watch Twitch.
Right.
Well,
Yeah.
I need you to block Twitch then. If I block Twitch, they're going to go to Vimeo. Well, I need you to... No. You, as their supervisor,
need to talk to them.
Need to walk up
with
and
your
go,
words.
Get back to work,
Yeah.
or you're done.
Yeah.
That's the end of that story.
Yeah.
And it's this constant back and forth with filtering or policies or whatever else don't matter if you don't have teeth. If you can't enforce the rules that you're setting.
Right.
And to me, an age verification through at will, that has no teeth.
Right.
And so and my point is they're trying to solve a personnel problem with a tech solution.
See, I don't
where tech has nothing to do with it.
I don't necessarily think that they're trying to solve a problem other than a legal one. That's the vibe I get, right? It's
And
just
it
like why does Pornhub have you verify you're 18 years old?
Right. I mean,
it has no
anybody
teeth,
anybody can go past it if they want to, but at least they say they made a good faith effort.
Yes.
Right.
So that
and I think that's what
to
it is.
anybody.
Oh,
Go for it. I got this one.
okay,
Right.
excellent. You know what I mean? And I agree. Your YouTube example, spot on. I think it's a really good analogy. But I don't think that that's what they're trying to do.
Right.
And again, I don't really care if underage kids are smoking all that much. Like, we just clearly need more education on the matter. But I don't know. There could. I'm excited because I think it could mean more thoughtful applications of the technology in the future, just like the geofencing one.
Yeah.
That's thoughtful and smart.
Yes, absolutely.
And if why not have anybody who wants their place to be like a non-smoking place? You can just go onto this app and be like, here, my area, non-smoking area.
Yeah.
And then, nobody's going to walk past your house and blow sick clouds right through your window,
What if I want them to?
So then you can be like...
I could just do it now, smoke now.
Yeah, dude, you could set up time frames, instructions, and they walk in and it's like... And they pull it up and
so John says putting sun down should be there in 10 minutes. And people are telling him, John in chat but not on screen, shut up. There will be less beer there when you arrive.
This is true.
Finish John's or line them up so he can catch up.
Oh, no.
Oh, we got to line them up. Every glass that we've done, he has to do like a shot of vodka.
As late as he is, that's the beer that he doesn't get to drink.
To catch up and to be nostalgic, he has to have the peppermint schnapps tequila.
Yes.
Yes.
Get him lined up. He's got to do one for each glass that we've had. Just pound him right as he sits down.
I like that idea.
Yeah.
What else do you guys think would be a good application of this Bluetooth
See, I
feature?
really couldn't think of anything because I saw this and I'm like, okay, I like the geofence type of a thing.
I liked the joke about tweeting, something there. It's like, it tweets your therapist or something like every time your nicotine intake goes past a certain level or something,
You lit up 17 times on Tuesday. Was that a rough day for you?
One obvious example, and I think this is what some of them do now, and I don't know if it's Juul or one of the other ones, but you can see how many hits you have left on it.
Oh yeah,
which is kind of a cool use.
Yeah.
And it would be kind of cool too if you got to the point where maybe you have 2 reservoirs, because I think e-cigarette type stuff, right? You have the nicotine stuff, then you have the flavor liquid or something. I don't know how.
Some of them I think have cartridges that you can swap in.
Right, the disposable cartridges. But wouldn't it be cool if you just had reservoir and you're nicotine, juice, or whatever, and then you could set the content of the dilution, and you're like, I need a lot of nicotine right now. Or I want nothing, just cotton candy flavor. Ha ha!
Cotton candy. Mine's watermelon.
This one's for my 4-year-old. I'll take the nicotine down. Here you go, kid.
Oh wow, strawberry and blueberry in one.
Thanks, Dad.
Now you're just like mommy. God. We're getting dark really quick.
Eventually, it gets to the point though where you're like, I want everybody to see me do the Gandalf smoke.
You could do a dash button where it buys more when you get low.
Ooh.
Oh, there you go.
That's smart. That'd be actually a really good use
from Jack Daniels.
Hey, thanks, Jack. Just imagine you're like, I want a ship shape when I blow it. And you're like, and the nanobots come alive and they're like, and then you get a ring and it goes through it, just like in Lord of the Rings.
You're going full Gandalf on me.
The finest weed in the South Haven, or whatever he says. Anyway, sorry to keep us on this.
You're missing out.
I'm pretty sure he's had this before. I'm just gonna err on the side of caution and say, yeah, he's had it. If you look at his Untapped account, he's probably had it.
Yeah.
Let's not even worry about it.
All right.
Now this is a good one.
He says on the way. Well, then why are you texting me?
Yes.
I know.
Gosh.
He's in the car, gets pulled over. Instead of his GPS, he's got a live video, and he's sitting there trying to
Well, no.
I know they're getting drunk right now. They're really just talking about computers. Honest, officer.
Yeah, drink faster.
Would it be great if we could tell if he's being pulled over, he's watching us, and we're like, John's so drunk right now behind the wheel.
He slammed 4 before he got in his car. He's supposed to be here now.
He's trying to play catch up.
John has a problem.
They were only Miller 64s, so it didn't matter.
Bluetooth app companion to change tip color and maybe different smoke patterns.
Well, see, I don't know how they can do smoke patterns.
I think that's all up to you.
Yeah.
It's how talented you are with your tongue.
Change the tip color.
They have cloud blowing competitions.
Yeah.
Yes. Oh, I know. I've seen that one. Yeah.
Airbender.
Yeah.
Yep.
They sit there and go.
Yeah, they do. It's kind of funny. I mean, it's cool, but also
Yeah.
You know what we do in the States? We just we create lots of hills for everybody to be the king of.
Well, yeah. Did you ever look at the Guinness Book of World Records and some of this the dumbest things?
Oh, I know.
I hold the world record for
most records in the Guinness Book of World Records.
Toe up the longest or something ridiculous like that.
Wait, is that a record?
It might be.
We gotta break it right now,
Yeah.
live
Right.
on the air.
Okay.
So this next story, near and dear to my heart.
Whoa.
I thought we were supposed
What's
to
the
be
rules for tonight?
supposed to
Oh.
be done with the beer before we start. another one.
Oh, you guys waiting on me? Is that what
I'm
this
waiting
is?
on you.
Actually, me too. But this is my second one.
There we go. That's a
That
little
felt
better.
sacrilegious.
It really did. All right.
I liked it. Another IPA.
Another IPA.
That's a double IPA.
Double IPA.
Stone Brewing.
This is the Stone 22nd anniversary of Antimatter. And it's a double IPA. No haze double. 9.1%.
So, anniversary drink for an anniversary string.
That's right.
People are sharing the anti-John memes.
Is this a 9 p.m. show?
For just $1 a month, you guys can come join our Discord and see all the memes everybody's sharing.
There.
There we go.
Oh, Patreon only content being shared live.
Yeah.
Is this a 9 p.m. show? Bravo. All right.
Just starts chugging it.
Yeah. That's what I thought I was gonna do.
I know. Screw you guys. Dude.
I'm the host. I had a joke planned for you, Rhett, because I figured at some point we were going to possibly watch the first couple seconds of our first episode.
Yeah.
I almost queued it up, and I had a joke. You're so vain, you probably thought this show was about you.
Would have been hilarious.
Yeah.
What a missed
Would've been.
opportunity.
Yeah.
That's not funny at all.
Next
It's just
year.
sad. Yeah.
Next year.
Glad you mentioned it. Now I can chuckle about it in my head.
That's right.
That was a fun first show, though.
That was a lot of fun on episode 1. We had no idea what we were doing.
Cheers again.
Cheers, buddy.
Cheers. How's it over? Prost to our
Prost.
German friends.
Slanja, if you're of a whiskey.
Los Lanjo.
Slanja.
What's the Japanese one? Kampai? I think that's what it is.
Sounds right to me.
You gotta do it with the kumpai.
Kanpai! It's the only way to speak Japanese.
Yep.
It's like an angry old samurai.
Tori watanda. Chug. No, this beer you don't chug.
No, actually, this is sweeter than I thought it was.
It
gonna be.
is.
A little bit. Yeah. No haze. I got to admit, I'm a fan of haze in my IPAs, but...
I like a good, clear, and hop-forward IPA.
Mm-hmm.
And this is filling both of those for me.
What's banana thrown in this? They're like, you know what I want? An IPA mixed with a European Hefeweizen.
I wouldn't hate that. I'd try it.
That's what it tastes like.
You think so?
I'm not getting any banana. I don't think. Not that you're wrong. It's just I'm not getting
It's
that.
sweet like initially it's sweet like a Belgian, but it doesn't have the esters like a Belgian.
No, it doesn't have like the cloves and
No.
the things
Right,
like that
yeah.
in it. I'm not getting any of the like nectary
No.
flavors that
It's like
that
a
Belgian
sweet
would.
malt at first, and then like some nice bitter hop in the
For
back
a
end.
double IPA, it's way more malty up front than I would
Yeah,
expect.
yeah.
I think that's the best way to put it.
In fact, it even says the malt rides in the forefront right there.
Oh, it does.
It's like we read the label or something.
It's like we've drank before.
It's like my liver knows what it's talking about.
Copper Griffin, hello from Potato Land. Hello.
Potato Land. What's that, Idaho?
Idaho. I'm assuming Idaho.
Or is he talking about Ireland?
I was gonna say. Let's just
No, that's-
twist the knife a little bit.
I think that's land of no potatoes.
Oh boy.
Land of not enough potatoes. More
Land
accurately.
of emerald green and no potatoes. No spuds.
No potatoes.
What's another place renowned for its potato growing? I just read this in a book the other day.
Poland?
Is it Poland?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I'm
There's
just
like
throwing
another
something
place
out
that's like kind of surprising, and you're like reading.
I'm not going to
about-
argue it.
You gotta.
Oh no! Wait, maybe this is a huge
Wait,
stretch,
it's
but
as-
Tasmania, one of their main crops that they grow for sustenance is potatoes. So there you go.
It doesn't really
Sounds
surprise
good.
me.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Never enough potato.
No, no
Taters,
potatoes.
boil them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Potatoes. You guys, somebody made like a EDM song out of it.
Oh yeah, no, I know that song. I know that
Put
one.
them, mash them, stick them in a stew. Put them, mash them, stick them in a stew.
Potato.
Oh. Washington is soon to be popular for potatoes with Idaho. Interesting. Fry on craft computing. See, I'm a fried potato guy. I'm a fried
yeah.
potato.
I mean, I don't like it raw.
No.
Yeah, who eats raw potatoes? They're like, let's take the most bland thing that a human being can grow and eat it like an apple.
Yeah.
Literally, anytime I've ever worked in a kitchen or anything like that, they're always like, oh yeah, potatoes suck. Lots of salt, lots of pepper, lots of oil.
That's how you do it. But they're flavorless.
Yeah.
They absorb whatever you put in them.
Yep. A little hash browns, a little egg on top.
Oh, yeah.
Welcome to Cook Computing.
That's right. Love a good breakfast. All right, FCC.
Doesn't.
In the news again.
Oh, yeah.
You got a new headshot.
That's my stone look.
Skeptical
right there.
Steve is skeptical.
I don't. That's when Brett was saying about potatoes in Tasmania. I'm like, I don't know.
He's like,
man.
it's Tasmania.
Tasmania.
Only
Sounds
famous for their
right.
tigers.
I don't know about that.
I thought they were only famous from that Willem Dafoe movie.
All right. William Dafoe.
Listen,
That's who I was trying to think.
William Dafoe.
What's that from?
Rick and Morty.
Rick and Morty. Yeah, that's right.
William Dafoe. That's right.
I just wanted to be heard too, or whatever he says.
I just want you to care if I run away yelling.
He's playing some dumb like game with Fruit Loops on the screen. Here he is.
It's my third promotion this week, and I still don't know what I do.
But I'm bringing in a six-figure pill income.
Were you watching the show on the way over?
Yeah. You guys are horrible, like so boring. Who talks about potatoes?
Oh my god, he really
I told you it was going to be an odd
Well,
show.
as soon as you get here, you're gonna start.
Well,
you're gonna
I
have
didn't know
something to say
that you
about the
guys knew
potato.
Chad Kroger, whatever his name is.
Oh, beer for me. Thank you.
Alright, you can have some.
Wait, where's the other one? Or what?
Aren't you busy trying to get a reunion
It's a
shot?
4-ounce glass, and you still got half head on that?
I know.
He poured it really rough.
He needed
Well, his hands were a little shaky having to go 10 minutes without a beer.
That's a long drive!
That is a perfect pour for a sample.
Yeah,
For a sample,
he's
if you
getting
want, like,
some
lose a half inch
aromatic
off
Once-
head in there.
Once
sure,
it's settled.
Oh no.
So the FCC has been in the news this week.
Wait, you said we weren't doing this story.
No, I said I want to talk about the FCC and I want to talk about IGN.
Oh, I
Aren't
thought
you
you said
busy?
you did not want to talk about.
No,
the
those were the two I specifically wanted to get
because
to.
those are like
Yeah.
the ones like. Oh, okay, I'll skip those.
I'll let you do the rest then.
Wait, did you already do the beer?
No.
No,
Oh,
we waited for you for some
Yeah.
reason.
We thought you might want to talk about it. It might have some insights, but I guess we were wrong.
Yeah.
You want to talk about potatoes now?
Well, yeah, it was such an interesting subject.
Hot
I like
potato
how-
talk.
Yeah.
Is this the first person in chat who's ever suggested we should turn the bottles around?
I think it looks good.
He's worried that we're showing beer to minors. Because minors have never seen beer before.
I'm going to tell you what my demographics are on YouTube right now. 85% of my audience is age 25 to 45.
All single
85%. Another 10% is 18 to 25, 18 to 24.
Sure.
Wannabe
Less than 1% is 13 to 18. Less
All
than 1%.
females.
So, yeah, my demographics say they're not watching me anyway.
Yeah.
I don't appeal to them
Yeah. So in that case,
with their rock and roll and their.
yeah, burn their records.
They're bubblegum and hopscotch.
What are you building me a fence?
Yeah.
Blocking the minors out.
I don't want anybody to see Chad Kroger back there while he's trying to get Nirvana together for a reunion show.
Hey, you guys see that photograph over there?
No.
Every time I see it, it makes me laugh.
Is there a photograph over here that I should be seeing?
Brett.
Oh, photograph of the Nickelback song.
yeah.
That's how little I know
Yeah,
about
see,
Nickelback.
I didn't know what he was talking about either. Because I avoid Nickelback like the plague.
Hey, we're trying to get down into the bottom of every bottle.
Oh, I can do that. Wait, you guys drank Tall Guy without me?
Yes.
Tall Guy.
Suck it.
I know.
All right, anyway, FCC.
FCC was in the
This
news
is
this
near and
week.
dear to my heart.
Hey, Jeff.
Are we going to advance?
Hey,
Are we
Jeff.
gonna...
I heard that FCC was in the news.
FCC was in the news
Hey, are
this
we
week.
doing the
FCC
article?
won't let me be.
So we all have to have like our own intro.
Okay, we're yelling now. We're yelling now.
Okay. Shh.
We're yelling now.
Let's bring it back.
Are we good? Are we good?
Let's remain calm, Bring it in. Find your center.
This is my show, damn it.
I get 2 because you guys drank the other one.
But you don't get 2 of the stone because we had 2 of the tall guys.
I brought 2.
Well, I brought 2.
I brought 2 too.
Yeah.
Mine are rare.
Brett.
I brought a tutu.
Look at it. 2001.
Okay.
It's gonna taste like dog shit.
It probably. It's from England.
It's gonna taste like.
Oh, magically it's good. Have you ever had Newcastle Brown? Don't get me wrong, I love Newcastle Brown when the mood strikes, but nobody's just like, hey, you know what I'm in the mood for? Newcastle Brown.
There's like a little bit of fun with the
FCC was in the news this week.
Wow, Rhett, look at that pour! Jeez, look at all.
I love head.
So for those of you who have followed the net neutrality withdrawal in the U.S., and we are suffering from withdrawal at this point, when it was up for public comment back in, I believe it was November, the FCC took down the system like entirely and said, no, we suffered a DDoS attack. This had to have been a coordinated attack on the FCC, so the FCC wouldn't hear the Americans' voice on their opinion for net neutrality. We had numerous ISPs and backbone service providers, backhaul service providers chime in and say, no, the traffic coming to them was from normal sources. We're not seeing like Russian and North Korean traffic blocking public comment. We're not seeing botnet-like activity. We're not seeing just high ping rates. We're not seeing this. We're not seeing that. What we're seeing is port 80 HTML access because they're too cheap to run an HTTPS server and buy a certificate.
Well, they are the FCC.
They are the FCC. I mean, they're government budgets, you know.
Yeah. Good enough for government.
Pi's got to spend that bonus check somewhere.
Yeah.
On more e-cigs.
That's right. More e-vapes?
He looks like an e-cig type.
Doesn't he though? He looks like somebody who's trying to initiate some frat boys
Yeah. He's gonna get the paddles out.
Yeah.
Oh, the sample tray?
Oh, yeah.
We left him somewhere over
Never
there.
mind.
That's a real bummer.
You listen here, bitch. I've been here 4.5 years.
I thought you were talking to someone on chat.
And I'm on track to schedule next year. Schedule.
right.
God, graduate, Rhett. Words. Chad Kroger comes in the room and I just get so enamored.
It worked out.
Oh my god! You fangirl.
God.
I hit that tween wave. That's my big fan club right there, the tweens.
Good for you.
So anyway, so the FCC announced this week that they've investigated themselves and found that, well, there really wasn't a DDoS attack. It was just the American people were chiming in opposition of net neutrality. So no bullshit. There was so many fake comments being spewed by their own botnet program that they basically chewed themselves down.
Well, have you seen the proof that people presented that they basically commandeered dead people's credentials?
Oh, absolutely.
Isn't that ridiculous?
Absolutely.
What do you guys think was going on in the FCC office? They're like, well, we're gonna get caught sooner or later, so let's just tell them we investigated ourselves for no reason.
Right.
We're the good guys again.
Right. So I want to read a statement from Kate Black from the FCC. And she's on the board and was on the investigative committee for this. And she is one of the ones in favor of net neutrality and is disgusted by Ajit Pai's actions. I'm going to quote here. Quote, the Inspector General report tells us what we knew all along. The FCC's claim that it was a victim of a DDoS attack during the net neutrality proceedings is bogus. What happened instead is obvious. Millions of Americans overwhelmed our online system because they wanted to tell us how important internet openness is to them and how distressed they were to see the FCC roll back their rights. It's unfortunate that the agency's energy and resources needed to be spent debunking this implausible claim. End quote.
There's a true hero right there. Kate Black.
Kate Black.
One paragraph, huh?
One paragraph. That was her statement.
All she needed was one, but
the
she wanted to get in the low blow at the end.
It was as much as a tweet. It was
right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Got 280 characters.
That's right. That could have fit in a tweet.
Yeah.
And it probably did.
It probably did.
But
hashtag
that is damning language from someone on your own board.
Oh yeah.
The directness and poignantness of that language is our internal resources are being spent telling you what you already knew, and that our organization is corrupt. That's exactly what that paragraph said.
We done fucked up.
Yes.
It would sound better if it was said by an angry German. Or in that angry German accent.
You mean Klingon?
Or that.
No, they're about the same.
Kapla.
FCC.
Those weren't any Klingon words.
You think I actually know Klingon?
No, but you didn't even make an attempt. You're like,
There's
what's the most racist depiction of Klingons I can muster up?
I don't think you can be racist against conviction on race.
Whoa.
Okay,
You
okay,
get
those
a-
Andorians
you
though,
get a
man. Those are
language degree in Klingon
Blue
now.
bastards with antennas.
If Ajit Pai spoke Klingon, he would say Vita Poupet, which is I didn't do it.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
real
Klingon.
common language for those without honor.
Probably some Ferengi. Actually, I see the similarity now.
He's totally a Ferengi.
Totally.
Selling himself to the highest bidder.
Yep.
Oh my god, he even kind of looks like one.
Not dealing with women.
He likes his ears touched. I guess.
Well, look at him.
So I heard. I don't know.
How does he not like his ears touched?
Dude, he's
Oh,
even got like the
he's got
Ferengi
the
like
ridges.
brow
He got
thing
the
going
brow.
on. Yeah. Human.
Do you remember the when Next Gen and DS9 were on at the same time, and Quark had a cameo on Next Generation?
Right.
Do you guys remember that episode?
I vaguely remember. Yeah.
Okay, so he was on like just a transmission with Riker
Yeah.
on the main on the main viewer, and they exchanged some pleasantries, some socially awkward pleasantries of Riker winning Dabo on the table and Quark not paying out and instead giving him some vouchers that are only good for his bar, and
Yeah.
and anyway, Quark has some information that Riker wants, and he goes, well, how much would it cost me? I'd be willing to give you those vouchers back. And Quark goes, okay, so say I know something. And he tells him what he wants to know. And he goes, okay, I'll be sure to send those vouchers to you. He goes, I already voided them while we were on the call.
That's great.
But no, he totally looks like a Ferengi.
Oh, yeah.
He does.
Honestly.
Now that we say it.
Now that we say it, I can't unsee it.
Yeah.
I cannot unsee that.
Somebody needs to Photoshop. Somebody.
Thank you, nice. Vita Poupet. Exactly. Someone knows Klingon.
I should have brought in my Klingon to English translation dictionary.
I have one.
So do I.
Yeah.
No one has an app for that yet.
They should have
Just
where
like
you,
Google Translate. Hey, into Klingon.
I'm sure it's,
No, it's
on
upstairs.
Translate.
They got
I
one.
wonder-
Yeah,
I would.
they do.
Alright. Yeah. What is
Go
Google? Does Google Translate?
and then do like the.
Here.
It's got to be.
Oh no, that's a game.
Oh.
This happens to me every time I go to Google Translate. I accidentally press Mini Metro.
Translate
Damn it all.
to.
No.
No, Korean.
Here we go. I got it.
So Copper Griffin said "Eins, zwei, drei," and then he said, "I think I failed at
zwei,
saying
drei.
1, 2, 3 in German."
Yeah.
And he did. He spelled "try" wrong.
Yeah.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Wir, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
All right,
1,
everyone.
2,
Everyone
Polizei,
knows
3,
that the
4.
only way
Ich mon her.
everyone
5,
knows those
6,
three
out
is
the
just from
hex.
Cool Runnings.
Yeah.
Is 1, 2, 3 in German is just from Cool Runnings.
I learned all the way through 10 because somebody made up like a 1-2 pickup sticks song in German.
I'm going to say Germans that... Now, sometimes the Germans get a bum rap in their language. They do. It sounds harsh, but
does sound harsh.
there's rules to it, and if you follow the rules... Who would have thought there were rules in German language? But if you follow the rules, it all makes sense, except counting. The thing that I despise about counting is once you hit 20... The language says 1 and 20, 2 and 20.
Oh, right.
And so that's all of your letters or your
numbers.
numbers from there on out.
They're backwards like everything
Right.
else. Yeah.
21 is 21.
Yeah.
And so why don't just say 21?
Yeah.
You know,
That's a, yeah.
I don't know.
it is so much simpler. You can keep your pronunciation from your first string of numbers 1 through 10.
Well, Japanese has like 3 separate like versions of numberings. Like they have their numbers, and they have like what they might use for money, then they have what they might use for like something else, and they're all like different words.
Yeah.
Even though it's one, and one across the board, it's like
Different meanings.
it's
of one,
it's like ridiculous.
And that is true.
How do they translate the YouTube song One then?
Then there's Metallica's one. There's Creed's one.
Well, those songs are just going to be called One. You go to Japan, they're like, hey, in Japanese, let's listen to, and then Metallica's One. It's a proper noun. You just say it in the right language, you know?
Yeah.
You dummies.
Oh,
Well, you guys don't know about words?
in Japanese, Ian?
What?
I don't know.
All right, beer's done. Time for the topic.
It was about as bad as Red Song. Oh, there's a picture over there.
I don't know
Picture.
Nickelback songs.
You secretly have a signpost by Chad Kruger right above your bed.
I thought John had a
You
aneurysm
signed
in the
it
middle
for
of a joke.
me, Chad.
Still not worth much.
I'm just excited. Yeah, it's actually gone down in value. I'm pretty sure I owe Nickelback money now.
So you want your nickel back?
Oh no, I set him up. Why? Thanks, Dad.
Okay. Is this beer empty? Yes, this beer's
Yeah,
Alright.
we need to open
What's
that
next?
one.
Beer.
What do you want?
Next beer.
empty. So we got a
Wait.
saison. We
Stout.
got a
Oh,
stout.
that's a peanut butter porter, actually.
Porter,
Yeah.
sorry. Porter, that is an old ale.
Well, I thought we
and
were going from lightest to darkest.
Yeah, I figured we go
I
light to
don't
dark.
know what that is. I just grabbed
It's
it.
I think it's a wheat heavy.
It's a wheat.
Well,
it's a wheat beer.
it's a
It's a
bottle
wheat.
that has beer in it. That much.
That's
I
all I
know.
care about.
It's 11.5%.
Let's
Holy
let
crap!
let's
So,
let our
it's a
listeners
limited
decide.
edition.
You guys,
Harvest-
Yeah.
one.
first one to
ale.
tell us which next bottle to open is the one we'll open.
Just Discord people.
We're gonna
get
have to
say-
go light because this isn't even a 12 ounce. It's 9.3.
Yeah, well, that's why I brought it. I was like, I figure out.
Yeah.
Look at the Discord talking heads. First person in there gets.
Are
to
we
say-
gonna get it in there? Is it like the
Yeah.
same people? Just get it from general chat.
All right, first person to name a beer.
Somebody said
We're-
porter already.
Porter. I want to finish with the porter.
Oh,
I do.
Ah, too bad.
I do.
okay,
Overruled
fine.
by-
We gotta. What's
Sophie.
Sophie. Okay.
Okay.
Sophie's
Saison.
good.
Okay. Did you get that at Costco?
I did.
I got one too.
Yeah.
Thanks, Skull.
I bought 2 of them. I'm gonna age one of them, and
Okay.
Thanks,
I don't know
Boo.
if Saison's aged that way.
I don't think I'm leaving it in my fridge for a while.
Oh, okay.
So not really aging it. I'm just gonna save it for.
Just save it for whenever.
Yeah.
I want to drink whatever this is over here.
That's radiator. Cool.
You don't want to drink that.
It looks like what Scotty and
So pick up that jug.
It's the Tranya. You must.
That is a way darker color than the. See the floaties in it.
Oh yeah.
So here, let me see.
That's
that.
the tequila worm.
That's what you get from peeing in a
That's
jug.
some of
All
John's
right.
homebrew.
So
That's got strawberries in it from John's homebrew.
That's what Scotty and Kurt got wasted on.
yeah. Why is my camera not changing over? There we go. So this is my waste jug for a lot of my water cooling projects.
Or just pea jug.
Yeah. That's actually mold. So that's actually probably the growth that was inside my liquid loop
Yeah.
when I drained it. That's what it's grown into.
There you go.
It's Jeff's clone.
Since John was late, I think he has to take a sip.
Yeah, that is gnarly. No, you don't even want to open that.
I mean, I'll
So-
do that.
Are you sure? No.
So inside of that is the water from my Xeon system when I drained that. That was the green coolant. It's the first 2 flushes of this. It's the flush of the distilled water that I put in the sketchy, the eBay build, the sketchy water cooling build.
Did you flush the whiskey yet?
It's also the whiskey from that. It's also vinegar from when I rinsed the whiskey out from all the parts.
It's clean then.
Well, he can't throw it out because it's become.
Well, the
sentient.
alcohol definitely
right.
killed the germs. So
Yeah.
the vinegar.
In its years, it's 7 years old now.
Yeah,
so
I know. It's grown its own society in there. You can't throw it out.
It's like that episode where Bender's got like
Yeah.
people on him.
you were doing so well until everyone died.
That's Sophie's choice.
The old number 8 whiskey. No, I won't toast with that.
Here, let me. I don't want to pour it like John.
Thank you, Sai.
It's a saison. The head's gonna go.
Arigato
down.
gozaimasu.
I'm not toasting with old number 8. Cheers, everyone.
Cheers.
Thanks for forgetting about me. That's cool, guys.
How's it over here? Prost.
Now, when you
Kanpai.
guys were talking about Japanese, all I kept thinking, or how the Japanese said, all I kept thinking was Mr. Miyagi talking to Daniel-san.
Yeah.
Banzai!
Yeah, he says bonsai. But there is a cheers in Japanese, too. And I think it's kanpai. And I don't know what it means.
No, it's Kung Pao.
No, that's my chicken, and that's China.
That's all the general people say. Kung Pao.
Bonsai! And then he serves him. Oh my God, Chad! Come on!
You wanted to live like a rock star.
Now you got a rag.
One could say he got down to the bottom of every bottle again. Yeah. And then Mr. Miyagi serves a minor alcohol. He's like, yeah, bonsai!
Well, he was drunk at the time.
Well, yeah, I was drunk at the time. I was dead at the time.
Because that'll keep your liquor
That was
license.
that was the deleted scene from the DVD when he was in the court.
Did you guys watch Cobra Kai? Did it?
I
Wasn't
haven't
it so good?
I haven't watched it yet.
Oh, yeah,
I do want to watch
Great.
it though.
Dang it, John is even late for the toast. Nice. You guys get some moonshine. I have a line on some moonshine.
You have some real moonshine.
I have some real
Do you
moonshine.
guys
I
know
should've
the
brought
Gallon House Bridge, right?
Yeah.
You know, my family made the Gallon House Bridge famous, and it is why it's called the Gallon House Bridge.
because
The
running.
They would go to my family's farm to
Yeah.
get whiskey, and apparently our whiskey was the only game in town that was reliable enough to make sure you didn't go blind afterwards.
And
Always what I want on my marketing materials.
you won't go blind drinking this. There you go.
Supposedly, I think somebody might have made this up, but one time somebody told me when they heard, my family's name, they were like, they say that old Weisenfeld's whiskey never make you go blind. So I was like, all right, I'll take that.
So people are asking about me setting up a P.O. box. It's been on my list for a long time. I am working on setting up a mail receiver for me.
But if you're sending alcohol, just send it to me.
Right.
Yeah.
No. You technically can't send through USPS alcohol. Just don't claim it. That's my advice.
Yeah.
Now they're gonna get mad at you if the bottle breaks in shipping, so pack it well. But it's like a don't ask, don't tell. They'll ship anything as long as it's not technically hazardous, which would be like lithium batteries and things
bomb.
like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, you do have to disclose if it's hazardous. That can.
There's no beer sniffing dogs out there, so you're
can
okay.
state it's liquid and you can state it's fragile, but you don't have to state what
Correct.
is in there. And if they do ask you, I think the only time they've ever asked me specifically what is in here is international shipping.
Yes.
And then I just claimed it was yeast samples.
Yeah.
I'm a scientist. Send my yeast samples abroad.
Did the jacket give it away?
Hey, I've got my name tag right here.
Actually, I
Yeast
just shipped some beer and they arrived today and one can broke.
Can broke? A can, none of the bottles.
Not a bottle,
Can.
but a can broke.
Did it fly or something?
But
Was it
luckily-
pressure or something?
Yeah, I think it flew.
Whoever
because
shipped
too
it
big.
put it in like triple layer Ziploc bag for each can, so you just like poke some holes in there and.
Yeah,
Well, that's what you do. You get the XL Trojan condoms, wrap it in it, tie off the top.
Got
so
plenty
if
of
it
those
does-
for
if
you
it
if you
does-
need them.
Because he never uses them.
I guess I walked into that one. Damn it. I was gonna say no, I just buy them in bulk, but
Hefty bag condom, same thing.
I mean, look, you can't.
Hefty.
It's too expensive if I'm just buying a few at a time because they have to specially
you
make
gotta-
them.
So you go to what, like Alibaba Express and like order condoms?
I wouldn't trust those, man.
Whatever.
You've seen their water loops. All right. so MillerCoors. Let's get on to some beer news here.
Oh,
Oh
fine.
yeah, fine. Okay, we're talking about beer now.
Man, kind of. I mean, so MillerCoors, like 6 months ago, they wanted to hit the millennial crowd.
Yeah.
Supposedly.
People under 40.
Adults
Adults under 40.
My people.
It was the 21 to 26-year-olds, I think they were stating. And so they came up with this awesome, cool concept called Two Hats, which was cheap beer that's fruit flavored.
Yes.
Yeah, because millennials don't like beer.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah.
We like avocado on toast, and
Yeah.
that's it.
And we love killing the chain restaurant industry.
Millennials are killing Applebee's. Applebee's deserve to die.
No, I did.
There's a comic in Salem who does a whole bit. It's like their slogan should be like Applebee's, where you end up after midnight.
That's the only time I've eaten at Applebee's in the last decade.
Like, I love going to Applebee's just for, like, their happy hour, just because, like, oh, here's a margarita or
I will say their dollar margaritas, not that bad.
Yeah,
for $1.
That's the thing, yeah.
I mean, I had better margaritas for $1 in Central America, but hey.
But I'm not, I don't
I mean, Central
Also-
America, Applebee's, they're about the same.
Stop there. No more jokes after that. My brain went a place that I can't say on air.
No.
So-
Applebee's is way worse.
Applebee's is categorized as a third world country. UNICEF goes and advertises. Like, come on. You got Sarah McLachlan in front of an Applebee's.
Yeah.
I
hear that.
someone over a toilet. You see him just
For just $3 a month, you can feed a line cook.
I'm pretty sure I've seen some cartels in Applebee's after midnight.
But anyways, MillerCoors. So just after 6 months of launching this beer called Two Hats, they've called it quits because they're like, this is costing us too much money. No one's buying it, and it's crap.
I've never even seen
Millennials
I've
gravitate
never
towards
seen it.
wine and
And
spirits?
spirits.
What does that even mean? What are we doing here?
I know. We drink. They like,
Well, you're the only millennial here.
No, we're all millennials.
No.
Yes.
no, I
Technically,
think I'm
I'm
past
on the.
that.
I'm on. No,
You're past.
I'm
You're,
past.
Okay,
you're-
sorry, you might be past.
He's a Gen
I'm
X.
past.
Yeah, we'd
yeah.
be Gen Y.
And then no,
but technically,
we-
Gen Y is part of millennials now. This
The-
is a
see,
thing.
that was the
I know that,
original.
and that irritates
that
the
irritates
crap
the crap out of me too.
They say
Because
if you were alive,
85 and up.
they say if you were alive during the Persian Gulf War and can remember 9/11, that you're a millennial.
But I would say millennial would be born 98.
See, I was in high school in 9/11.
Yeah, I was in high school.
It's like
when
I'm
well,
already
duh.
done with the.
She remembers 9/11.
Yeah.
Right. So it's born between. Oh yeah. I butchered that. But there's something about the Persian Gulf and 9/11 is what dictates millennials.
Right. See, I was born before the Persian Gulf War.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, now they're saying too, like that millennials is an all-encompassing thing that means adults under 40.
Anyone under 40.
Yeah.
Which is crap.
Yeah, well,
It's absolutely crap.
They're just doing
My
it-
generation is different than Steve's generation. No offense, we're about 10 years apart.
Yeah.
Um,
Doesn't mean
and
we don't know the same things. I mean,
Oh yeah, no.
I'm pretty sure you're a millennial.
No.
Yes.
No, we're
the thing is, here's my differentiation with millennials.
Because I don't think I'm technically a millennial.
You're a lot closer. You
you're a lot
were born in
closer
the
than us.
90s, and that's closer than us.
yeah. And I would say
Pretty sure I'm Gen Y as well.
No, you're not.
The original definition of Gen Y went through 1989, and so 1990 was supposed to be the cutoff. And the difference is, do you remember a time without the internet?
Yes.
Okay, not just like your family, but you went to school and the internet didn't exist.
Do
at
you
school.
remember
yes.
going to the library and having to look up index cards?
Oh yeah, I learned the Dewey Decimal System.
Okay.
Don't you know the
Dewey Decimal
Yeah.
So you're right. The internet probably always existed in my living memory, but I mean, I remember things before the internet, before I had
Right.
access to it.
Now I will say I'm fringe Gen Y, but at the same time, it's like I'm in that weird transition where I certainly didn't grow up with the internet. You know, it was 2000 before it was readily available in my home.
Right.
And it's like I was 14, 15 years old at that point. And so it's like, where do I count? I'm not a millennial. I'm not a avocado toast wine drinker.
Right.
I mean, you're
But,
only.
but I'm also not your generation born in the 70s.
See,
there,
there was that weird period of between the Gen X and the millennial, which people kept calling either Y or Z.
See, it's kind of a weird spot because like I would definitely say, because you're only 5 years older than me.
Yeah.
My older brother's 8 years older than me, and he's like just out of touch enough where I'm like, yeah, he's might not be a millennial,
you know?
but yeah.
But yeah,
If
like,
you don't want to be, I'm not going to force you to be a millennial.
right. Here's the problem: is they're including me in the generation that was born in 2000, and that
Well, that's the weird thing.
That's
though,
15
too.
years
I think,
apart.
I think your Generation X, F, you watch enough porn on dial-up that the modem sound turns you on.
Oh, okay.
But here's the thing: are people born?
I remember having to wait for them to load. Okay.
Are people born?
Line.
Have you ever had an old inkjet printer?
No, dot matrix.
Dot matrix.
Yeah, if you got off to ASCII porn, you're probably a Gen X.
Oh no.
Yeah.
But are people born in 2000 millennials?
Yes.
Because I'm pretty sure
definitely.
you have to have memory of 2001 of 9/11 to be a millennial. I'm pretty sure you have to have it locked up in your database.
I would say anyone that's probably even like 95 to 96 born then and up.
Yeah.
To where
and that's where I'd cut it off.
Now
because
you're in the 20s.
85 to 95.
I would cut it off.
Yeah, I was going to say like
95
95 to 96. I cut it off.
85 to 95, technologically, there was a huge boom in this country. Do you remember mobile phones, pagers, going through that whole rank?
Pagers, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, like 96, 97, mobile phones were a lot more common. The common man could afford them for $100 a month.
Yeah.
And then in 2001, everyone had a phone.
Yeah.
And so that was a cultural switch. There was a cultural switch of, computers are only for the rich people or businessmen or whatever.
Yeah.
And then in 97, there was a cultural switch where I can afford a computer in my house today.
Yeah.
And so that's to me where the cultural shift is at. Because 1986, not that much different from 1976. From a cultural, technological standpoint.
Just musically.
Musically, yes.
No, okay, 1986 had Rob the Robot from Nintendo. Or they didn't. So there's more robots.
But Atari came out...
I stand corrected. There's more commercially affordable robots.
The robot from Rocky IV was also in the 80s.
Yeah.
Johnny 5 was 1982.
That's right. So there's more robots in the 80s.
Right.
There's more advanced.
Yeah.
So,
RoboCop.
Data
was kind of Android.
Android, yeah.
Plus, I mean, from 76 to 86, you hit a huge recession in there somewhere. Yeah.
Cocaine, a lot of bush.
Now we have movies like, Miami Vice and... Scarface.
But the thing that irritates me is basically right now they're defining the generation by taking 30 years just sweeping and saying you're all the same.
Well, here's the
thing,
thing,
and that's what irritates me.
Here's the thing, though. When did the boomer generation start? Because boomers are technically like late 40s to like mid 60s.
Right.
Which is even more wild because like my dad was born in 1950 and he is radically different from all of these boomers that were born early 60s.
Yeah.
Like,
see my dad's
politically...
And see my dad's tail end boomer, he's 62, and I completely agree with that.
Right.
Well,
it's weird.
Half the times when articles talk about these, different classes, they're even starting to get rid of Generation X. They're just now referring to baby boomers and millennials.
Right.
They even get out of Generation X.
And why?
And why?
Right.
Which I would say we're Y.
Yeah, I would say
we're Y or Z, whatever they classify, either one. Because
right, and if you want to go like 1965 to 1980, I'll take that. And if you want to go 1980 to 1995, I'll take that.
Yeah.
I think those are two very distinct generations from boomers to the next to the next. Yeah. And then I'd say 95 and up is millennial.
Yeah.
That's where I'd put the lines.
Yeah. If you were
95 and up can't be millennials.
Because then 2005 you'd be 10 years old, so you'd still be cognitive in the new.
So I'm not even a millennial.
No.
Life is too confusing. Yeah.
You would be Generation Z. And we would be Y.
Dumb. I don't want to be a Z.
Now you're even starting to sound like a millennial.
Yeah. You're the most millennial. Flannel and a beard.
Yeah? Mm-hmm. Hey, millennials are setting the voting trends in today's politics, okay? So
at least you guys are getting out and voting. We're still not voting.
Yeah, my generation like mobilizes voters. It's like ridiculous.
Yeah. You got a friggin' 28-year-old senator in New York.
Yeah. Yeah. I know.
That's impressive.
We'll see. And 2 years prior, she was.
How did we get from MillerCoors to
John started talking about millennials?
Millennial Beer to all of a sudden we're dissecting the
because when I said to, I was like, well, what are we doing here?
That was way deeper than I expected to go into that.
Well, we
rabbit
had
hole.
some serious thoughts into that.
We had some serious thoughts
Well, we had some serious thoughts about the generational divide.
Wait, you can't.
I'm tired of being grouped into fidget spinners. That's what I'm trying to be tired of being grouped
I'm
into.
not grouped into fidget spinners. That's not a millennial thing?
It is.
Yeah, that's
a
no,
it's
like
not.
It's like a little kid nowadays thing. It's like the little kids like.
No,
that.
If you're
It
in
was
high
grouped
school,
into millennials.
It was
no,
It totally was.
No,
It totally was.
Then that's a little too. I mean, I don't think they even have a name for the kids that were playing with those now.
yeah,
It's,
ass
it's
hats.
really a kid's toy.
It was in the high schools too.
Yeah, no.
In the high schools in 2018 is not the same as in the high
they're
schools in the early
autistic
2000s.
No, like 5 years ago, it was in the high schools.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, it was.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, it was.
Well, 5 years ago,
They
2012,
yeah,
like
those
that's
were the-
still not
Those were
millennials.
the kids that got beat up.
That's still not even technically
No,
millennials by our
does it count?
95 definition.
No, well, the thing is, though, they're going 95.
This 100-year-old beer.
You can't talk. We haven't opened up another
Yeah,
one.
what the hell? Oh, we still got some more Sofie though.
No, we don't.
No, it's all gone. I think.
all
John.
gone.
Oh, good.
Yeah.
I can't.
That's a heavy bottom on that
It's
bottle.
a heavy bottom.
Well,
Wow.
look, they put a big old
It's a-
divot in there. And they're
yeah.
like, look at all this beer you get.
Well,
and then it's like 3
It's a
inches deep.
saison, and it's still wild.
It's the beer
fermented.
equivalent of the Pringles can. Like, I'm gonna this can full of chips. Look at that halfway down there.
Oh
on this
god, it's
air.
all dust at the
Oh,
bottom.
I found this great article. It actually showed you how much air is in what chip bag.
Yeah.
And it's like, oh, you want the most chip for your buck? Buy this.
Yeah.
And Pringles was still like.
Why does the
third
government
best.
hate
Yeah.
white hat hackers? I can tell
Fritos
you.
was the best.
Why does the government also hate vigilantes?
Like Batman.
What's wrong with Batman?
Yeah.
I mean, nothing to us. But if you're the government, Batman's making you look like a tool.
Yeah.
It's like, well,
Yeah.
If I were Commissioner Gordon, I'd hate the crap out of Batman.
But I'm betting Batman has a bigger budget than the government.
Fair.
yeah,
well,
that's true.
I wouldn't say a bigger budget, but he's only supporting one guy.
I'm
Yeah,
pretty sure
but
his
he-
law enforcement budget far outstrips the city he's protecting.
Based on the state of Gotham's police support, I would say that's accurate.
Well, see,
Yeah.
that's the thing. It's like it would be easy to figure out either Bruce Wayne supported Batman or George Soros. I don't know which one.
Well, wait, though. It makes me think, okay, if Bruce Wayne can do that, then why can't Lex Luthor, like, have all these super cool toys? I mean, he did.
He does.
He did, but it wasn't
Not
as
in the-
cool
not
as
in
He
the
that.
spent his money on women and blow.
Yeah.
And you would think with all the money he
He
had,
was
he
flying
would
a Coke
he would
straight
pay
up from
for,
Bolivia.
Like, some good plugs or something to get that hair flowing again.
He's just so smart. He keeps pushing them out.
All right.
Yeah.
All right.
All right.
You know, we're getting complaints about not talking about tech. Let's jump to a tech article.
What, are we really?
Yep.
That's like 2 people. It's probably the 8-year-olds that are watching.
All right. So,
Probably all those damned millennials. Am I right?
right. We're just talking about beer and avocado. All right. So this is the J.W. Lee's Harvest Ale 2001 edition. So hopefully this was aged properly. John, I'm assuming probably not.
Did you just pick this up today, or
it
has
was-
this like...
No, I've had it for a while.
It was
Oh.
aged perfectly in the back of a van.
You know, I had a can of Mountain Dew that sat outside since 1995, and it's still there. Do you think that aged well?
I
As
think it
long
did.
as
So
the
John,
temperature-
hold on.
Vintage.
We
Vintage
had
Mountain Dew goes big money on that day.
we had an aged beer. I'm trying to think.
I'm assuming this is bad.
No.
Does it smell like? What percentage is that?
11.
It's 11.5. It's a high percent.
Apparently, there's the buffer picture
Whoa.
that's...
Yeah.
Alright, I'm
Whoa,
just.
what?
That's super sweet.
Super sweet.
Well, yeah, it's a more.
What? Why is he pouring first?
Because
He was
it's my
late!
beer!
What?
So yeah, you only get 2.5 ounces on this one.
And you can spare me a little bit. You don't have to go. Just give me enough for a taster. Perfect. Thank you, sir.
There you go. Let's do the rest.
Oh, no. No.
What?
Don't do the rest. I want the rest. Well, actually,
It
this
smells
part-
like bad root beer.
It's an English ale.
Yeah.
Oh.
It's an English wheat ale.
It's an English.
Wow, that changes everything. Why didn't you guys say so?
It smells like tobacco spit and root beer.
Yeah, it does.
Say, it reminds me of a beer that I had with you sometime a
Oh,
while
yeah.
ago.
This is prune juice.
look
This
at
is this is prune
Look at
juice.
that color.
It
Yeah.
tastes like prune juice.
You're hunting for the camera right now. It's right there! Oh, trying to get it in the
Trying
light.
to get the lights through so I could see it. I don't give a shit about the camera.
Yeah,
So-
this is prune juice.
Yeah.
Okay, tastes way better than I thought it tastes better than it smells.
Yeah.
Oh, although the aftertaste is kicking in. That's pungent.
This is a sipper. I mean, I'm glad I didn't open this
Is
bottle
it, bro?
myself and be all like,
Is this a sipper?
chug it, chug it, chug it.
I think he said
Do
secret.
I have to?
I mean, you put it in the sink.
There's almost a coffee on the back of it.
Yeah, I would say toffee.
Yeah, toffee.
Toffee.
Yeah.
Toffee. There's a bit of a toffee flavor.
It's you think
It's like a
toffee.
roasted like caramel like toffee.
You think
type,
it's a
like-
toffee because it's been aged in an old man's sweater.
This has been aged in an old Englishman's cabbie.
It was all of your grandpa's butterscotch candies melted in the bottom of a bottle.
That's exactly what it tastes like, and then fermented.
Would you like a Werther's?
All right.
Oh, I don't know what to do with my Mary Janes and
What happened to my
butterscotch.
Twitch is off.
Twitch
Oh,
Twitch died entirely, and we're jumping.
That's because
jumping on YouTube.
That's because the creators of Twitch are all millennials, and
What
they're like,
the
"We'll
hell?"
teach these guys." Look, it's even 2,000 network errors.
So hold on, everyone.
Serious.
I will tell you if this audio comes through. I fight constantly with my ISP, and I'm using an NVIDIA card to encode. So I'm not sure why we're all of a sudden dropping.
It was fine before.
Yeah, and we're back on now.
Kind of, not
But
really.
no,
Kind of,
I've got an i5 8400 6-core in this system with a 1050 Ti, which does just fine for encoding. So I can tell you it's not the system, because the system's under like 15 to 20% load when I'm doing the show.
What's your up?
All right, we're going to kill Twitch.
Sorry, Twitch viewers, all 5 of you right now. We
Hop onto
deeply
YouTube.
apologize.
Let's see if that fixes it.
I think it did.
Hey, look, it's probably my ISP. Again.
No,
buffering again.
Buffering
Your internet shit police. Eh?
Good lord.
Is that a good pun?
Internet stopping poopy.
Internet stopping pie. Ajit pie. There you go. Brought it all around. Oh, tech news. Am I right?
Internet Scottish pomegranate. I was just throwing things out.
Oh, now we know. Yeah, sorry, we're trying to keep up with chat. It doesn't always happen. Pack a loss on your ISP. I guarantee it is.
Oh, dang. Richard's calling you fools out. You can't complain if you don't vote. Shoot, you guys heard it here on Craft Computing.
I voted.
Me too.
I voted for the best beer.
Say, I vote.
Over the
I vote
best.
every year.
I vote every 8 years.
Yeah.
I gotta say, honestly, this tastes way better than I thought it would.
Yeah.
It's got a lot of particulates in it, though, which makes me think it, like, seriously came out of, like, this is like Grandpa took a butter knife and, like, put his skin
yeah.
flakes right on the bottom.
Oh.
Would you believe I have 3 more years of this? I have 3 other years of this beer.
So
It's not that bad.
I thought
It
about.
tastes
I should have brought my. So I have a friend who just moved into this
Oh,
farmhouse.
yes. That
out
I wanted
in-
you to bring that.
I should have brought
You
it.
should have brought it.
He lives. He moved into a place out, in the country over here, and it was an old dilapidated piece of property, and so he was cleaning it up. He cleaned up the main house so he can move in, and then he started cleaning out this barn that has been just sitting out there for years, and he found like these boxes and boxes of homemade wine.
Dude, I feel like I just saw this, like... did you talk about this somewhere else?
Maybe I talked about it at John's.
I
Did I talk about
You
your
might have
place?
talked about it, and you might have even talked
Because
about it.
I was just thinking about this.
Yeah,
Homemade
he's-
wine.
Homemade wine from 1984.
Oh, yeah, because, it was at the barbecue, because then
Yeah.
you were saying, too, because somebody was like, well, it's not like it stays good. And then I told you about the dandelion wine that I had. Yeah.
That's right.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's
We can talk
cool,
about
though. Like, I wonder, like, I'd totally be down to taste stuff like
Right.
that.
I would take a sip.
Yeah, well, you start with a sip.
Yeah.
You don't just jump right in. You're like,
Oh, the layers on this and the aroma are so fantastic.
I'm going to mainline this.
The tannins on this are delicious.
no.
Yes.
See, that's the good thing about, like, the family I married into is my wife's great aunt. She makes, like, 100 cases of homemade wine every
Oh, I
year.
thought we were going to talk about Kane. I was like, it's so great being related to Kane.
All right, I think
Well,
we're
I
back
mean,
up
being
now.
related to Kane has its perks. Right?
I think we're back up now.
Okay. We're back?
Yep.
Thanks to the tireless efforts of our man of the hour, Jeff. Let's give it up for Jeff.
And basically, basically pop the blue pill into the computer and we're back up.
I tried really hard to get you a round
All
of
right.
applause there, Jeff. I'm so sorry.
Alright, that's not working.
See if you
No,
can
we're
Twitch-
still good.
Twitter back up.
We're still. I'm gonna see.
I
if I
think
can get Twitch back.
PewDiePie has all of our bandwidth.
Right, that jackass.
Yeah. Or who was the guy that like filmed the body in the
That's
woods?
PewDiePie.
That was
wasn't
PewDiePie.
PewDiePie.
Okay.
No, the
that
body
was-
in the
that
woods
was-
was the guy.
that
with
Or
the-
Logan Paul.
Oh yeah, Logan Paul.
Yeah.
Maybe that other
Might as well have been PewDiePie.
Maybe that other douche YouTube star named Rhett is taking all the bandwidth.
That's right. All right, so I'm back down to 1.5 meg on both streams. I'm trying to get
Oh,
Twitch
there's
back up. There we
Twitch is
go.
back up.
Computer.
That might work.
Cheers to all you Twitch folks who's hung around. Thanks so much.
Round of
Don't be
applause.
sorry,
There
Jeff.
you
It's
go.
understandable. I'm sorry because I want to give you guys a good show. This is something I want to do for a living.
Then don't invite all of us.
Yeah.
One man show from now on.
You
Good
wanna-
job, Steve.
You want to talk about like, oh, where's the computer content? Stop inviting
Proof
us.
I'm not a millennial. I don't know who Logan Paul is, and I don't care.
Oh God, I don't care either. I just remember he went to Japan around the same time as me, and then
Yeah.
really screwed it up.
And all of a sudden, everyone hated Americans.
And then all of a sudden, Red had to leave really early.
I did want to go to the same forest though that he went to. I was like, wouldn't
And
that
it
be
was
so
the day
cool?
before, and
But-
then Brett just took
You're like,
off.
it's enchanted forest, just like we have in Oregon.
So
Did you
Red,
guys see the Ghost Adventure thing?
I did not watch it yet. I didn't
It's
see it.
so bad.
I heard it was horrible.
It's so bad.
so Rhett shows up at the forest, and some dude's like, "Here, hold this camera."
It's like,
Oh, you're the craft computing guy.
there you go.
Excellent cinematography. Here, hold this.
Yes.
Get the shot of the guy hanging from the tree. Oh. Thanks, Logan Paul. That's what he did. And then it was his thumbnail, too, for that video. I was like, dude,
He's probably like,
Oh, yeah.
why did he think that was a good idea? Anyway, doesn't matter. We don't have to talk about it.
It's all about
All
them
right.
clicks, boys. All right.
so what about this, like, AMD Ryzen?
So AMD, we know that they are allowing Intel to basically embed their GPU, their VEGA GPU, onto their Kaby Lake M processors. AMD has supposedly created what amounts to be a gaming console.
Yeah, it looks like almost like a PS4.
Yeah, it
Right.
does, doesn't
yeah,
it?
it's very sleek looking.
Right.
It's mixed with kind of like a large Wii.
It's like Asus.
Yeah.
It's like Asus took an Xbox behind a dark curtain.
No,
and-
I like it. It's a Wii that's suffering from gigantism.
an elephantitis Wii.
Who wants to bowl? so yeah, they've created a gaming console essentially. What this is a 4-core, 8-threaded Ryzen CPU. So it's a Ryzen-based CPU running at 3 gigahertz with a VEGA 24 GPU running on the same package.
Yeah.
The cool thing is they're also using, 8 gigabytes of GDDR5 rather than traditional DDR4. And that is shared by both the GPU and the system memory. So rather than the GPU relying on DDR4 system memory to be shared, the CPU is relying on GDDR5 graphics memory to be shared with it. This supposedly does run Windows 10. It does run custom flavors of OSs as well.
Yeah, I looked up to see what the OS looked. I couldn't see any screenshots of it. So it's
Right.
probably something
There's
like
very
product
limited
skin,
information at this point. But those are the specs that we do know. So I don't know if this is going to be a retail product or if this is going to be more of like an embedded solution for gaming consoles or arcade machines or something like
Isn't
that.
this like only being sold in China right now? Is that?
Only being sold in China at the
Yeah.
moment, or
Yeah.
it's being marketed in China at the moment. But we have no idea what name it's being marketed under. We have no idea what the end goal for this is.
I think the cost was like about $650 US.
$650.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That would be-
That's
that's
for
a
the
console.
specs. That's pretty decent.
Yeah, that's not bad
That's,
at all.
that's
Very decent.
cheaper than the consoles.
Yeah.
A new one.
And a brand new console, that's
Yeah.
or equivalent,
Current generation.
How did you guys finish that already?
because
I actually
you
thought
were
it was
doing,
okay.
Yeah,
It's a little like strong.
That's true. I was messing with.
yeah. You
Oh
were-
yeah. You had things to do because
yeah.
you're a hero.
But there, our
got-
glasses
And
kinda
heroes
need
drink last around here, friend.
to be- Our glasses kind of need to be cleaned now.
Yeah, I know. There's like all the sediment in the bottom of this
Oh no,
thing.
mine's good. It could be washed out with some more beer though. Oh, you guys have sediment? Mine's
Well, we were the first two to pour.
Rich success. Or Rich.
Rick, Rhett.
Rick.
Rick.
I could rinse it out with your coolant over there.
Morty, don't complain about the beer, Morty. You're such a buzzkill, Morty. Trying to get a buzz on, Morty.
Oh,
Jeez, Rick.
Oh, jeez.
oh, jeez, Rick.
I don't know, like, why you have to, like, go and do that to me, Rick? Why do you put me on the spot?
Damn it, Morty! It's a YouTube channel. I got it.
It's probably probably made out of French toast and boobies.
I don't know who the hell Logan Paul is, Morty.
Morty. Oh, boy.
You know, we could open up the other one while Jeff's still drinking.
No, that's against the
wait.
rules. We have to sit and wait.
Oh.
Oh, wow, pinky out on that one.
Hey, alright. Open up the next one.
You gonna rinse my glass?
No.
Oh!
You just rinsed yours.
You're
know
a
what?
real
You were-
tough
you
guy
were
like
done.
me, Jeff.
Fine.
You're
What's
rinse
next?
it out with your next
Block
beer.
15.
What's next?
Block 15.
Block 15.
Block 15.
Okay.
He's dark.
So I hear there's a game we play with these.
The cork?
The cork.
Is
Or
there a
the
game we
beer.
play?
Yeah, it's
You-
called
you-
beer pong.
Yeah, you point it at your
It's
eye,
called Hide the Cork.
and you get 500,000 views.
Well, it's not fair that you have glasses. This is dog crap.
So did Kyle. Wow. How long did you age this one for, John?
I don't know. Like a year.
Yeah, I think we could genuinely play roulette with this one.
Morty, it's a cork, Morty. But it's open with hand to strength technology, Morty.
It looks really dangerous, Rick.
That's only for bozos, Morty.
that was anticlimactic.
I know!
Yeah, it's probably
There's no
bad.
even pop on that.
Been buffering for a few minutes?
All right, so this is the Block 15.
Happy dark.
Why does it look the same?
Pappy Dark. This is a specialty aged or ale aged in bourbon barrels,
Shit stuck on the
and it
side.
is also a 10%. Wow, yeah, you laid this on its side in your cooler. didn't you?
I'm so sorry. That's the only place I have storage.
Well, just
is
give it a
on
little
its side.
swirl.
It's
It's
really-
not a big deal.
Don't swirl it because that's fine because the yeast will be on the side then. Quickly pour it while it's...
So this is an ale aged in bourbon barrels, and it is also a 10%er.
It's really just
an
the
old,
runoff from
It's
Block
an
15.
old ale.
I'm glad I didn't bring 2 beers to add to this with the freaking alcohol content we're dealing with all night.
You know what? The first two were not that bad.
I could have brought
What?
bigger.
7%?
4.5, I
Oh.
think.
That's a very drinkable IPA then.
Yes, it is.
Excellent.
It's
Thank
like a
you, sir. Why don't we do
4.6,
that?
4.8, I think.
Cheers.
Everyone's always cheering while I'm pouring.
Because you're a
Too
little,
slow.
you're always late.
You give me
You're looking at your photographs.
You don't even get the joke.
No, but I'll bring it around. That's good.
Oh, that's actually really good.
Kind of sour.
It's almost like a Flanders Red.
Yeah.
Not quite, not as malty. but
No.
It's like a fruity Flanders Red.
Ooh, that was way different than I expected.
Yeah,
Yeah.
me too. After that
This
color,
ale
I was like bracing
evolved
myself for
with
more of
age,
Grandpa's
Even though it
butterscotch.
doesn't
Yeah.
tell you what age.
Did I ever give you a Werther's?
Pretty good. Honestly, it
Oh,
kind
this is
of
a 2012.
Oh, it's a little
nice.
bit aged.
That's been aged.
So you definitely taste the bourbon barrel aged.
Yeah, it's there.
Which is good, but it's smooth. It's drinkable. This is something you could have like maybe not a full pint. I don't know if I drink a full
Snifter,
pint, but
something.
This
that.
certainly doesn't taste like a 10%er.
no.
It's way lighter body than that. I mean, it's a dark ale, but it's fruity.
It's fruity.
Yeah, a little. Yeah, absolutely. It
Yeah.
has that kind of sour consistency.
It's,
Yeah.
it's like if you took a fruit roll up and a shot of bourbon
Yeah.
at the same time, just chew them
Yeah.
up. Or you got
you
this.
only drank your bourbon from fruit leather cups.
Yeah, you strained it.
You get those squishers, the gushers.
The guy
And you have an
you
injection
inject
of
it
bourbon.
with bourbon, then you put it in your mouth.
So NZXT has unveiled a new case. Do you love my smooth transitions
Yeah,
today?
these are good.
It's not going to get any more smooth,
No.
so this is fine.
No, just deal with it. So NZXT has unveiled a new case. It's based on their H500, I believe, or H700, excuse me. And it's a Nuka-Cola custom case.
I
And-
mean, this hot on the heels of the fact that Fallout 76 isn't going to be released on Steam.
Whoa, whoa, whoa.
No, we're getting ahead of ourselves, but yeah.
At least let me get to it.
Sorry, y'all.
There it is. Bethesda says,
I didn't realize this was in the lineup. I didn't read the show notes before I got here.
so Bethesda says no to Steam, and Fallout 76 will be a Bethesda.net exclusive.
Yeah.
Yet another client I need to install. Thank you,
Well,
Bethesda.
I already have it installed, but I don't use it. And then now, well, I'm trying to
Because they paid out the butt.
This
Get
is what I
the
don't get. Like,
exclusivity of
it
it.
makes sense from a business point of view when you're somebody like Disney and you go, why would I keep putting my movies
And
on Netflix? I'm Disney,
Yeah.
and now I own Fox. But with the gaming things, like it's one of my number one pet peeves against Blizzard.
Yeah.
I just
Is they don't play in the other kids' sandboxes.
right.
Yeah.
And that's why I
Well, they do a
hardly
little bit now. I mean, they got Destiny 2 there.
Oh, yeah, the
Who cares
one
what-
title,
yeah, the one
sure.
thing, yeah, who cares?
Is that whatever? But you know, that's like I love StarCraft 2, but and even Heroes of the Storm was like a great MOBA, and I'm never going to play them because
They're on a different client.
I don't want to have that many clients installed.
Correct.
Yeah, no, I literally have a portion of my. It's like these are the clients. And
Right. I installed Steam, and I own an Origin account, but I don't install it unless it's a game that I really want to play. And then as soon as I'm done playing that game, I uninstall Origin because
Oh,
I
yeah.
don't need that crap on my
Yeah.
computer. I hate that Uplay is now integrated into Steam.
Yeah. So if you launch a Uplay game or yeah,
Right.
it launches
So
Uplay.
constantly, if I'm playing Star Trek Bridge Commander or Far Cry 5 or Assassin's Creed or any number of the Uplay games, Uplay is now a secondary launcher inside of that has its own DRM control outside of Steam's DRM control.
Oh, good lord!
And
At least Good Old Games is okay. They have their own front end, but you could launch the game without
The
having
games
to
are
load
still
it.
DRM free.
Yeah,
Yeah.
you can launch them without having to load the client.
Right.
So
Yeah.
that's okay.
Right. So yeah, Good Old Games I have no problem with. In fact,
absolutely.
I love Good Old Games.
In fact, we're playing some episode 1 Racer right after this. Just kidding. Don't know if that's true. But
I got to get on a plane at 4 a.m.
Well, what are you gonna do between after this thing until 4 a.m?
Not a lot.
Yeah, okay, there we go.
hit the bar.
As long as you're sober to drive up to the airport, you should be fine.
The only
No, I got to ride up to the airport.
Even
Oh,
better. You want to be drunk for this flight
And
anyway.
Didn't Rogue just open up a brewery at the airport?
Yes,
now?
they did.
They've
Oh,
Rogue-
a brewery
Or a bar.
Well, they've
They've
had a
had-
bar
they've
there
had
for a
bar-
long
yeah, the
time.
bar.
They've had that for a long time.
For at
Yeah.
least 5 years.
Oh yeah.
No,
No,
they,
Rogue-
or
before
was
I
it
left-
Bridgeport or something like that? There was another place
Bridgeport's been there for a while too.
The Rogue, I go there and get breakfast
Yeah.
at the Rogue place.
Yeah, no. Every time
They've got Bloody
I
Marys.
fly out of
No,
PDX, I go
there
to Rogue.
there was a new brewery that just opened up like a year or two ago in the airport.
I don't know.
Ah,
Not likely. You're probably full of
it's
crap.
Portland.
Yeah.
Whatever.
There we go.
But yeah, as far as the thing, like, you know, the only extra client that I used to have, and it was pre-Steam Workshop, was Desura, because it was all about the mods.
the indie distro.
Well, it was the indie games, but also you could install whatever you wanted, and then it had a whole like mod library there, and so you could just go through it. And so it's like, I remember playing like Jedi Academy, and you could go on Desura and like find all of the mods. And
Well,
it was
that's why
like
you got
medieval combat mod.
Well, Nexus has got doesn't have a mod launcher, but it has a mod manager.
Right.
Yeah, so you can use that.
Well, now with the Steam Workshop, it's like, you know, I was always wondering, like, what's the big deal with Skyrim Legendary Edition or whatever? And then I boot it up, and it's like, ha! Mods right here in the game! Easy! You know, it's like, and Steam Workshop is making it easier and easier and easier for every game.
Yeah.
So,
See, I wonder if Bethesda's doing this. So, I mean, I don't think they'll be doing mods too much with, you know, Fallout 76 because it's online.
It's online only.
But
Right.
they did announce the next chapter of Skyrim.
Yep.
Every single, well, not Skyrim, it's the next Elder Scrolls game.
Thank you.
Sorry.
Skyrim 2.
Skyrim
oh, not
2!
again!
Even more Skyrim
Generic
error.
medieval land with dragons again!
Yeah. But there's going to be mods for this new Elder Scrolls.
Damn, no pee breaks.
No, dude.
No, I'm a slave driver over
Hey.
here.
Bro!
I
went 3 hours and 15 minutes without a pee break.
I've been peeing in that bottle, that green thing, the whole entire time. It's
That's what
actually
else is
great.
in there.
John's the only one that's gotten up. He's got up twice now.
I've got
so.
the bladder of a trucker. So
Yeah.
I'm fine, dude.
Yeah, I'm pretty good.
If I sit, I can go 8 hours.
Yeah.
Although I find the older I get, the less I can even sit through a movie at the theater anymore. I'm like, oh god, I better go now or I'm not going to enjoy it.
Oh, that bunion's acting up.
Get out the file!
Too far.
Oh, sorry. I didn't know we had standards with 4 people here.
But anyway, what I was saying is, I think they want to put this client because they tried the whole paid mods
You're
on
right.
Steam.
Yeah.
And they're like, no, we're not doing it because
Yeah.
there's the backlash. But then they're gonna like, well, we have our own client that we can control.
Yeah.
Right.
So therefore, they'll control the mods that get put on there, and they can start monetizing the mods.
Correct.
I
It
think
makes
that's what they're probably
sense.
gonna do.
It's a smart move. Again, think about it like Disney. Bethesda is
Pisses
one of the
people
handful.
off. Yeah, they're not gonna like it.
It does. But Bethesda is one of the handful of AAA studios in the States that people can name. You know, it's like you got EA, you got Blizzard, you got Bethesda.
But EA at this point is just a publisher.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, okay. But
Yeah.
you know what I mean. Like,
You've got the Rockstar, New York, LA.
yeah.
You've got a couple others in between,
like-
but
yeah.
not a lot.
Right. And
Well,
Bethesda is
there's
one.
Still Steam. They making a card game.
What?
Whoa.
Are they?
They are,
Steam
they're making a
shocked
card
me with
game.
something else. Yeah, they made a Dota card game.
They're making a
Well,
card
wait,
game.
not Bethesda, though.
No,
Steam.
Steam.
Yeah.
Valve.
Say
Yeah, Artifact. Okay,
Yeah,
I was gonna be like,
Sorry.
I was gonna
Sorry,
be like,
Steam is the
Bethesda
client,
has what's
Valve.
it called?
Yeah.
Bethesda
Gaben.
has one.
Gaben's.
Yeah, Gaben.
Gaben.
Volvo, give us a call. But yeah, Bethesda has their own card game. Hot on the heels of Hearthstone. Hearthstone.
Hearthstone. Yeah.
Whatever. And I can't remember what it's called, but it's Elder Scrolls themed. It's
Yes,
called like
yeah.
Legends or something.
Yeah. You're right. It's
And that now they're having now Volvo's making Artifact, which is their
Volvo.
Dota version, and it's like the first game they've launched in 5 years or whatever it is. It's like everybody hates you. Just make Half-Life 3 already.
Yeah. Well, there's actually 2
Hey, you got
dedicated
another Patreon.
mods for making Half-Life 3.
Yeah.
There's like Valve is taking so long to make Half-Life 3. People are getting
Pain.
impatient. They're doing it themselves.
Well, remember when everybody
got
wanted
another Patreon.
Oh, nice.
what was it? But anyway, and then people got together and they're like, "Here's Black Mesa," and it was
Oh, yeah, no, they-
Half-Life
yeah.
1 in Source, I
Yeah,
think it
yeah.
was,
Black
because
Mesa.
Valve said they were going to do it,
And they never did.
And they never
no,
did.
No, they did. They put out, but it was a crappy slap job.
It was like a literal port.
It was
They
just
like
like a
went
port.
into their proprietary game
They're
engine
like,
and
let's
they're
just
like,
open the project up in here and let's
they're
okay,
like,
there
let's
we go.
build this for Source.
Compile. We're done.
Yeah, exactly.
Half your controls don't work. I don't care.
Whatever.
Whatever, they'll buy it for at least $12.99 on our proprietary game launching software.
That's right.
Let's throw it in the orange box and add another $5.
See, and for me, when games aren't available on Steam, I'm way less inclined to buy them.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
If something's not available on Amazon, I'm way less inclined to buy it.
Absolutely.
I like to be, not that I want to buy into a single company. I do like
Right.
competition, but at the same time, the convenience of always
Right.
buying from a single source and knowing the support factor is
Of
there.
course. Yeah.
What happens if something goes wrong on Origin?
Right.
I have a complaint with Origin that my Need for Speed Shift license key still doesn't work on Origin.
Well,
I bought that retail brand new as a disc, logged in with Origin, and it said, sorry, your key's already been used.
Working, yeah.
I contacted them. They said, oh, can you send me a scanned copy of your CD? Yeah, here it is.
Yeah.
They gave me a new key. That key had already been used.
Well,
I've been through that like 4 times with them until finally I said, screw it.
Origin suits.
Until I said, screw it, Need for Speed Shift is $7 on Steam. I went and bought it on there, and I haven't had a problem since.
The only thing another thing that sucks too about having all these separate clients, I know a lot of people, the thing is like, well, it's free. They're giving it out for free. Who cares if you have all these clients?
Right.
Well, who
Kinda.
Yeah, but here's the thing: it's like my Steam client. All my friends are on my Steam client
Yes.
list.
Yeah. And nobody, here's the thing, you could say the same damn thing about iTunes or Spotify or Google Music or whatever. I don't know what all the, but it's like you're not using them all.
Right.
You're using one.
Yeah. Yeah, you're either using Netflix or Hulu, and that's because there's only 2 names in that market.
Yeah.
Well, I use
I
use
use
Right.
But granted, I only subscribe with my money to one.
Right.
Yeah.
I don't do either. But yeah.
No, see, we do the Netflix, then my in-laws, they do the Hulu, and then my brother-in-law, he does the HBO, and we all...
There you go.
I do Steve Flicks.
Yeah.
On my own server.
A little bit more transmission-ish there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah. So yeah,
Half-Life 3 exists.
that's my
what
problem
it
is when a marketplace emerges and it's the de facto.
Right.
Google became a verb for a reason, and it's because you went to Google
Right.
to search for things.
Right. Well, I mean,
Google
it's
it.
the same. There's another parallel is like what happened to MySpace when Facebook took off, right? Like MySpace was everything for a long time, and then Facebook took off, and it was like, nobody's using this MySpace thing anymore.
Yeah.
Because even though it's free and it means nothing, you're not using them both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like it's just that simple. I mean,
I do wish
You find a
Facebook
grocery
let
store-
me like
I love how
HTML
people in
my
comment.
background.
I love how people in comments are giving us comments or giving us advice on how to get free media content.
Oh yeah, I got plenty. Don't worry about it.
We're good.
I got all kinds of free media content.
We have our resources. I've been in this game a lot longer than a lot of you.
Rhett is the fake flannel guy.
Ooh, them's fighting words.
Fake flannel guy? Son, from Oregon. There's nothing fake about flannel you wear in Oregon. It was 90 degrees today and I wore this.
It was 90 degrees today, and I considered going topless.
Well, I rode my motorcycle, so it was like, I need long sleeves. Just in case I take a spill.
Yeah.
I still want to have skin later.
Wear the
Even
helmet
though
down to
would do
protect this
nothing.
pretty face.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, blush and bashful. So.
That's right.
Jen, you did a great job. Thanks again. No problem, Rhett.
Way to bring it back around.
She's a doll. She's
Jen,
a real...
couldn't do without you.
Good job.
Pay me more then. I don't leave. What?
Get back in the cellar, damn it.
You know,
Jen, we don't get paid. You don't get paid.
I'm the
Seriously?
only one.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm the only one that's like taking like 3.
I gotta
hits
say-
out of it.
I'm not a fan of that one.
It's okay.
I'll take
I
I'll take
finished
your
it.
shot of
It's like a little farmhousey, which I like.
Yeah. The back end was too acidic for me.
Fine.
Yeah.
Hey, so this is really great, but I know that we had like a deadline in mind, and we have some big news to get to, so let's get through this.
Okay.
There was big news.
There might have been something that we talk about like weekly.
Maybe this could be the one week we don't talk about it. I tried, guys. I really tried.
Was it Guardians of the Galaxy 3 script was tossed?
Rhett
What do you
wants
guys think about that, James Gunn getting...
That's crap.
It's crap.
That's
Isn't it,
crap.
though?
That's so
I
crap.
didn't even know who the director was. I just thought his name was cool.
He-
Like James Gunn, dude. That's
See,
awesome.
here's the thing. Here's the
I like
thing.
how just like here's the
Here's
thing.
what I have to say.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing. So his thing came out about the same time that was it Dan Harmon?
Yes.
Yeah.
A
So-
little bit after.
And you,
Right.
But Adult Swim, that's what I... Did you read their statement? It's like...
No. My thing about both of them is okay. So you're saying that the comedian who busted his chops on insensitive, offensive humor said something offensive and insensitive 10 years ago? I'm shocked.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm shocked.
Right. Have you not watched Rick and Morty?
Right.
Yeah. No.
Exactly.
Right.
No, I remember.
Well, that's okay, but that's in cartoon form. I just don't want to hear it straight from his Twitter account.
Oh my sorry, and it was 10 years ago.
Right.
Did you know?
Well, and then the
James
fact
Gunn-
that it comes up from like these like quote-unquote alt-right trolls
Yeah.
that are digging deep on 4chan, you know? It's
Did
like...
Dan Harmon criticize James Gunn? I don't.
No.
Oh,
Dan
okay.
Harmon did the same thing, and Adult Swim came out and said, "We here at Adult Swim love pushing the boundaries of acceptable
yeah.
humor, and we think that his apology is sincere, and we just want to move on with our lives."
That's right.
Basically,
Well,
is
no,
what
I
they
mean,
said.
Yeah.
They
that's
just said,
fine.
But it was
I mean,
the
I
same
don't
thing that
care.
James Gunn did, and Disney was like, "No,
Yeah, okay.
family-friendly
Well, but the thing
content."
is-
Come on, Disney is not Adult Swim.
But yeah,
though. I
that's
mean,
the thing.
I'm not saying
That's fair.
I'm not
That's fair.
saying that Disney was right.
But they
they're
own
not the
Logan
same.
now.
No, but that okay.
They
Here,
shouldn't, though,
here-
yeah.
the difference is if Disney
That's another debate.
if Disney did the same thing that Adult Swim did, their shares in the stock, their stocks would have plummeted like 20 points.
Would it have? All you got to do is say, we
Or-
don't condone that, but that was a long time ago.
Or even so, even if it went down 1 point, 1 point of Disney going down is way more.
That's
No.
fair. No,
Adult
that's
Swim.
fair. I mean, you're
So,
right. You're right.
you're-
It's
I
a
don't
business decision. They're allowed to make
I don't
business
think
decisions however they
Adult
see fit.
Swim is a publicly traded. I think they're a subsidiary of somebody else.
They're a subsidiary of Viacom.
Okay.
Yeah.
But still, yeah. But
Which is owned by Fox, which is owned... No, I
but
don't-
All comes back to the hive mind.
it's either Coke, Pepsi, or Disney.
Who are all subject to the Illuminati.
Yeah. No. They're totally allowed to make whatever business decision you make. It's so...
Stupid.
It's so sad that, like, it seems like...
It's so disingenuous when you can have Chris Pratt sitting on in your film going, and
I know,
that's a
yeah.
cut in your movie.
Yeah.
And James Gunn can't make an offensive joke.
Well, yeah, and not only that, but, like, they own Deadpool now, and it's like...
Oh my god.
And they own Deadpool now.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And you're
No,
getting
I
rid
mean,
of James Gunn
Well,
over...
and they even cut out a joke.
They did, I just
Because they're
read
like,
this,
hey,
yeah.
we're about to buy them. We
Yeah.
gotta cut this out.
Yeah, we want to make Disney happy.
just-
we don't want to
just-
screw the merger.
Firing somebody because of edgy humor in the past that's ridiculous.
Yeah.
I mean, like it's.
And here's the thing, like, I'm all for this... and maybe I'll get a lot of heat for this, but I am all for this like sort of like PC movement that's happening in comedy. That's fine because there are going to be Let me finish my statement.
I held my objection until he finished his sentence.
All right, okay.
He needs
Let me finish
He
my
needs to
statement.
land on his period.
All right.
I'm all
Yeah, he does.
I'm all for this PC movement in comedy because there's always going to be room for non-PC comics, and I'm going to watch them and I'm going to enjoy them. But that doesn't mean that there isn't a place for PC comedy.
Okay.
Well, yeah.
No. There's always room. There's always room for PC comedy.
Yeah.
But stating a non-PC comic saying you have to be PC, you're wrong. That's wrong.
Okay,
All of a sudden, Louis C.K. gets hired by Fox or gets hired by ABC.
Sure.
And they say, you can't do offensive material anymore. And he goes, okay, I signed on the dotted line. I can't do offensive material anymore. But then, someone from 4chan digs up some comedy special he did 12 years ago where he rapes a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
Which I'm sure he probably did. I don't know that he did, but
Right.
it sounds like his kind of material.
Right. See, we're kind of in the growing pains era of this right now, which is why none of
And
us
all
are
of a sudden,
happy about
Disney
it.
fires him, knowing that he did that material already.
Yeah.
That's my problem with it.
I have a problem with that too. Don't get me wrong.
Yeah.
Don't get me wrong. But I am all on board with people correctly, which I guess is a thin margin, but these people who are just like, I prefer PC comedy, for lack of a better term, right?
Let's say, okay, PC or comedy that's more family. Let's not call it PC. Let's just say it's more family friendly. It's more non-offensive comedy.
Non-blue.
Yeah. That's harder to do.
Sure, yeah.
It's harder to do.
No, it's not.
But it is.
It's way harder to do.
Okay, that's
I'm in his side.
No, it's
way harder to do.
No,
because here's the thing.
Comedy is so much easier to do.
You can go on stage and literally just be like, penis, and people will laugh.
Yeah, being edgy is funny. People find that to be funny.
But
there's not as big of an audience if you were like a more family friendly.
Here's my thing. Even if you're crude, I don't necessarily find you funny.
Yeah. Right.
Clever is always funnier
I
than
get that
crude.
too. I get that too.
Absolutely.
And if you're crude and clever, you're even funnier.
Right.
That's the
thing.
Oh, well,
Right.
that's true, no doubt.
Yeah.
But what we're saying is that being strictly clean is very hard.
Yes.
It takes more, I guess, footwork. It takes more effort, right?
I don't agree with that.
It does.
I don't agree that. I don't agree
I'm
with
with Brett on this. It does.
because
Wait a minute.
No,
Didn't me and John just start off by agreeing and then...
No. So here, my opinion on comics are that before the millennial, the 2000 era, how many dirty comics were actually out there, and how many clean?
Right. But think about as acceptable language back then too, though.
But there were so many more famous comics that were technically cleaner, and those are the big famous comics. Now the only big famous comics that we have now are the dirty ones. Which is because they're so mainstream. If you get what's that blonde haired chick?
I mean, Bill Cosby's still pretty famous.
Yeah,
he was a clean comic.
Yeah, for different reasons.
He was dirty in other areas of his life.
He's famous for Leonard Part 6.
But like Amy Schumer, I don't really find her that.
No,
funny.
Yeah,
well,
me
I
neither.
don't.
But
I admire her.
Why
though?
I don't.
Because she only does one thing, and she's just look at my. And I'm a woman. Check this out. I have problems.
But
you
already,
have to laugh now
but the one
because
thing
if
that
you don't do it, you're politically.
But the one
incorrect.
thing is that I would argue that female comics work with one arm tied behind their back.
In some areas, yes. I've seen some people
There's
make
been some genuinely funny female comics that I think are genuinely funny.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you have to make best of whatever your situation is, and you have to relate to your audience.
Sure.
And how do you relate to your audience, and what is that talent, and what is that skill?
Yeah.
And as a female comic, if you're not relating to your audience, I'm sorry, that's on you.
Yeah.
At the end of the day.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
If you're not funny, you're not funny. But there's a reason that Amy Schumer is a successful comic.
I would say very early Amy Schumer probably was because what she was doing was fresh at the time. But she keeps beating the same dead horse.
Yeah.
She hasn't evolved for 10 years.
She hasn't evolved, and everyone's like, I'm sick and tired of you saying the same thing about your period or your vagina or trying to get laid.
Or your STD this week.
Or yeah.
But guys have the same jokes and nobody says that.
No.
All of a sudden there's not a single guy who's ever told a blowjob joke.
All of a sudden I'm with Rhett.
This is why I'm saying that
Good
female comics work with one arm tied behind their back, because it's not okay for them to talk about a period for some reason, but it's okay for guys to rehash the same blowjob joke.
Wait.
It's the same thing.
No, because, okay, here's the thing. But the blowjob joke, there's two parties involved in that thing. Even if they're gay, there's still two parties involved.
Well,
period's a personal thing.
Well, period relates to 50% of her audience.
Hold on.
So you're alienating the other 50%.
Hold on, time out.
No.
Time out. I want to get a word in. I'm the host. God
Okay,
damn it.
all right.
Okay.
All right.
Here's the problem. Amy Schumer's comedy has not evolved in the last 10 years. She is telling the same joke. She personally, yes, yes, there's common tropes in comedy. There's common agendas in comedy. Yeah. But when Amy Schumer says the same joke, just in a different language or a different format or whatever else, over 10 years, that gets tired and that gets bored. And when she's the
We're now on YouTube.
Yeah.
Anyway.
And when she's the only female comic that's doing those jokes, that gets tired.
Yeah.
Right.
No.
But think about, I've seen some female comics that are way better than Amy Schumer, but are way less successful for some reason. And why is that?
Oh, that is because...
Who controls the comedy industry? It's us. It's us.
No, I don't think so.
No, because...
I really don't know, but I know that there's
No,
promoters and then there's definitely producers that are in that.
well,
Right, but ultimately the
there's
people
all-
who control it are the consumers.
Right, but the consumers...
Jews. The Jews.
Oh my God! Why are you here? Oh no! Scrub the tapes!
You didn't
Scrub
say
the
that on my
tapes!
show.
Why?
say that on my
It's the
show.
Bilderbergs who are actually reptilians! Alex Jones was right!
Now, see, that was funny.
This has been our 1-year anniversary and final show of Talking
I can't
Heads.
believe that was even said.
See, that was funny.
It
Right?
wasn't funny.
No, yes, are you not
You're laughing, though.
I'm laughing because I'm stuck on tape with you. I have no choice.
Hilarious.
This is my future
No,
going up in flames.
Whether it's true or not, it's not. But it was funny because it brought down. But that's the thing, though. Okay, that wasn't dirty, but it was funny and it was crude.
Yeah, that's fine. It has a place in comedy.
It
I'm
has
not
a
going to
place in
say that
comedy.
it doesn't.
But okay, so the blowjob joke, the female stuff, I do agree that.
Richard Lewis got famous off those jokes.
Yeah, but there's a bunch of different things. For one, I believe the blowjob jokes. It's you tell it once. You probably got a year with it. That's it. That's all you probably got.
And then you rehash it.
And then you have to get away from it.
You need new material.
Yeah, then you need new material. As far as
For some reason, here's the
as far as
thing.
who decides who gets famous, I think it's a marketability thing.
Right.
And then it's also
That
like
looks good.
And also like movie stars. It's just the time and place and where you get
Right. It's marketability, which is why I'm saying it's the consumers that control it. And here's the thing. Already our conversation, I think, is testament to my point. We have comics, and then we have female comics.
No.
Well, it's who you know and who
I
you
disagree.
love.
No, because how many females are on SNL?
There's quite a bit.
Less than the men.
I think there's less famous of them than the men. But
There's less females on SNL.
I will say, in the Amy Poehler and Tina Fey heyday, they were the most popular comics on that.
Yeah.
show.
who was the very first SNL cast member?
Very first?
Very first.
I'd have to go way back.
Gilda Radner. Gilda Radner, female.
Yeah.
First one.
That's the thing is, like, I'm not saying that women aren't funny, because they are. But I'm saying...
I'm saying in stand-up comedy, they may have a harder time.
Yes.
They may have a harder
No,
time.
I think they're less marketable.
Right. They have a harder time.
No, I think they're less
Not only
marketable.
that-
It all depends on what you're trying to go for. Am I trying to be a TV star and a movie star? Or am I trying to be just a stand-up comedian with having a career that'll support my family to be a stand-up comedian?
Right. Not only that, though, I've been to about 1,000 comedy shows, and when men start doing poorly, the audience start going, oh my God, we need to help them out. Ha 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 ha! Laugh whores all of a sudden. But women start bombing, and it's just like, I guess she's not very funny. You know what I mean? Like,
and I'll say I can see that in comedy clubs. And I will
in
say...
small clubs, yeah. I'm not talking like, the Rose Garden or whatever.
Hey, Rhett, because I know you're like into stand-up comedy and stuff like that. Did you know that there is a stand-up comic game on Steam?
Yeah, I have actually, and it's horrible.
Have you tried it?
I have. It's literally turns into a place for 14-year-olds to go on and say racial slurs
And say
literally
penis.
nonstop. What?
And say penis.
Yeah,
Penis,
they go
penis, penis,
wall
penis,
penis,
penis.
wall penis, wall penis, wall penis, and then the N-word, and then like probably John's joke.
Still got everyone here.
Yeah, I've seen that, and when I saw it, I was like, whoa, that's so smart. And for a while, it was used for what it was meant for, and it was a cool thing. And
Yeah.
then people caught on, and they're like, I can go on here and say whatever I want! Ha ha! Captive audience!
Right.
This doesn't taste that good.
I don't
You don't
mind
like it? I like it.
I
think
don't
it's pretty
like it. It tastes like it has peppers in it.
What? You didn't rinse your glass out.
It tastes like it
Yeah.
has peppers in it.
Yeah,
I'll say, had
don't
I
taste peanut butter.
gone into this clean, I think it'd be a good good beer.
Tina Fey is a good
Um,
comic.
Yeah,
Yes.
I love Tina Fey. I
do
love
like
Amy
it. I like
Poehler.
it. Yeah,
They
yeah.
both slay
Yeah, they're
nonstop. Like when you're talking, I don't know, man.
But that's the thing. I would say there's enough female comics
Amy
out there.
Schumer is just controversial because of her
Joke
blue.
stealing.
Well, does she have joke stealing?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, there's
Oh,
no-
go look that up.
Oh yeah.
But then again,
Tracy
though,
Ullman, too.
like Jerry Seinfeld, most famous comic of all time, and he was accused of going into Kevin James's shows and just taking his jokes for Seinfeld.
He was stealing the peanuts because also the old peanuts.
Kevin James goes, "Those are my peanuts."
You know, and I'll be the first to say, like, there are times where people come up with the same premise, even in a vacuum, and that's fine. That happens, but there is a lot of joke stealing, and you even see it in the amateur like comic thing where it's like some no name says a joke and the premise is really good, and this veteran comic is like, I'm gonna rework that. And this guy never comes back around, but he like rewrites the punchline, so it's like
That, that kind of actually, makes the way for the shock comic. We're talking about real crude stuff because the mainstream comics cannot copy that.
Yeah.
And they're gonna get a niche, they're gonna get known for it, and no one's gonna copy their shit.
Yep.
Because they're doing rude.
That's why we're talking about 10 years ago for Dan Harmon and James.
James Gunn was a trauma guy. He was in all those trauma films and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. All that stuff is just like crazy crude stuff.
But I would actually characterize Amy Schumer as a shock comic.
Oh yeah, she.
If you want, that's all her material is she sets up a joke and then she hooks you with something that's just vulgar and obscene and whatnot, and she gets away with it because
the only reason I defend her is because of what was her like last special she did, like something
the
leather
special.
Yeah, it was like called Leather something or whatever.
Horrible.
Poofy leather.
I don't know what it's called. But anyway, I watched it and I enjoyed it, but I'm a laugh whore, first of all, so let's get that out of the way.
Horrible.
That's
Yeah,
fine.
I didn't like
That's
it.
fine. I'm not going to say that you're wrong, because I don't care. But the only reason I defend her is because everybody came out and they're like, she just told a story about raping a man. And I have gone to comedy clubs, and like I said, I've seen 1,000 shows, and I have seen 500 different male comics tell a rape joke.
I saw Daniel Tosh do a rape joke live.
Right. And all of a sudden, a woman says it, and they're just
But you know what's different though with that is she did it on you saw it. Those male guys probably do it at clubs.
Sure. I mean,
she did it on a Netflix global-wide special and stated, "This is what I'm going to put out there as my main material."
Sure.
That's the difference.
But even like people like
because a comic has the ability like, I'm prepping for this show. I know what jokes I'm going to use. I know what's going to hit my target. She just went and said, I'm going to sit there and talk about this big subject because I want probably some hits.
There's male on female rape jokes. There's female on male rape jokes. But the funniest is the male on male rape jokes.
Oh yeah,
those are the funniest.
Right,
those are safe.
You're like,
those are the
let's
funniest
talk
rape
about.
jokes. Come on,
Yeah,
now.
I mean,
let's be real.
HBO,
those are the
Oh yeah, I mean HBO made a whole comedy series called Oz about that. That's two.
Oh my god! But regardless, I think that people are allowed to feel a certain way about crude jokes, and I feel like people are allowed, whether or not they're all for it or whether or not they're against it. That's your call. I think crude jokes, blue comedy is always going to have a place.
I think it has a place.
I don't think we should police it.
No,
If a club wants to say,
no,
don't say the N-word.
No,
then that's their problem.
I don't think it should dictate what someone's job is in the future. James Gunn.
I agree.
Yeah, I mean, because maybe he had some shocking, but he did a good job with Guardians 1 and 2. So
I had a joke in my head earlier that I knew I couldn't
he
say
should
out
say
loud.
it. He's going to tell us when the camera's cut.
I'll tell you when the camera's
It
on.
was the
But then
joke.
Siri's going to hear it. Siri's going to hear it. Google's going to hear it.
Right.
You won't be able to be president
And
afterwards.
that's why his internet keeps going down.
Yeah, him. Just
Rhett's gonna tweet about it, and all of a sudden I'm damned for life.
Yeah, it's okay.
But you know, it's like
You're never gonna hold a public.
Yeah,
office.
YouTube is gonna be like, we're investigating this.
but crude comedy has its place, and I'm not saying it doesn't, and I'm not saying we don't laugh about crude comedy.
No.
But to crucify someone for making a crude
fucking
joke
No.
when no one was harmed and there was no intent behind the joke.
Sure.
I mean, Dan Harmon was basically lambasted for raping a puppet on Twitter.
Yeah.
And it was a bit comedy that was, I'll say it was in poor taste, but at the same time,
Well-
no one was harmed, and the basis of it was comedy.
The way I heard, a good defense that I heard for this, and maybe it's off base, maybe it's not, you guys can decide, but people saying like, well, comedy should always be used to punch up, right? So imagine where Dan Harmon and James Gunn were when they're doing these jokes.
Oh, yeah.
They're punching up, and now they're just higher than that, and everybody's outraged.
Did you ever see the
That's a
video
great
that
point.
was the basis
Yeah,
for
2
Rick and
hours.
Morty?
What's that?
The video that was the
You wanna
base. It
use
wasn't
the
Dan
article?
Harmon
Yep.
to do it, but the guy who actually did the basis.
Roiland?
Yes,
Justin
yeah,
Roiland.
The video that he did that was the basis for Rick and Morty, which was the Doc and Marty.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay. The reason why he made that is because someone censored him for his House of Cosby's.
Yeah.
Do you ever watch the House of Cosby's?
Yeah,
Dude,
yeah,
that
yeah.
thing's hilarious.
But see, Cosby's a perfect example, and I can't remember who did a joke about it, but there was a comic on Netflix, I think, and they're doing this whole bit about like, oh, everybody wants me to like not cuss, and they want me to be clean and do all this stuff, and that's fine, but like, how many people do you trust that don't cuss? I mean, let's take a look throughout history. I mean, we got Bill Cosby, we named a couple of other people that are like in turmoil right now, and it's like, ooh,
Yeah.
that's a good point.
That's right. They never swore during their stand-up.
Yeah, he's America's father.
Right.
Well, so we opened up the last beer. So
We
should
did, but we didn't finish it.
So we didn't finish it, but we never got to the last article.
Well,
Yep.
we got to talk about this SSD thing.
No, we don't.
I'm going to skip the SSD
Okay, IGN.
because
We gotta go to the IGN.
I want to talk about IGN and journalistic integrity
Oh,
because
yes.
This is great. I was reading all about
IGN
this.
in the gaming industry in the
Cheers to Mr. Rogers.
in the Reddit industry in the whatever social media network you're on, IGN gets kind of crapped on. They
Yeah.
think they're a
Well, you can't spell ignorant without IGN.
right. Right. It's that kind of stuff. I will say honestly,
You can't.
a decade ago, I did watch a lot of IGN. I did read a lot of their articles. I did hold them in high esteem for reviews.
Well, they're one of their like godfathers too.
Right.
Yeah,
so-
they've been around for a long time.
I went there in '98 to find cheat codes for
Yeah.
Mario
Ocarina
Kart.
of Time.
Didn't you like even?
I needed
write
the
for
big
that?
Goron sword
No, I
run
never
through from
wrote for
IGN.
Or whatever that game review you did.
No, that was an independent thing.
Right.
IGN.
It was a front to get passes to E3. Is
What
all it
wasn't
was.
that IGA?
No, that's what you were.
Ross.
Anyway, so IGN is constantly crapped on for lack of journalistic integrity and whatnot. There was a story that came out this week, and I'm going to go ahead and show you the original
Maybe a
link.
Q&A. Yeah, okay.
So this is a Reddit post made by what was the name of the channel?
There should be a Q&A. We're gonna do a Q&A.
Yeah,
You
there'll
can
be
do-
a Q&A.
I
Yeah.
actually do have to go.
What?
Yeah, I have to go.
There's not gonna be a
He
Q&A
gets
for John.
to argue with me about comedy and then just leave.
And then
Yeah.
just leave.
Quick
He gets to make the worst joke ever in the history of craft computing.
And yet you laughed at it. I did too.
I'm a laugh whore, John. I give it up for anybody.
So give me my money.
No.
Alright, I gotta go though.
All right,
Anyway.
hey, cheers,
All right.
buddy. Thanks for
Later on,
coming.
John.
Glad you can make it.
Happy 1 year. Woo! Yeah. 1 more year.
Fuck you, John.
One more year.
1 more year.
We'll see you in another year, John.
Yep.
Anyway, so IGN is constantly just
Bring this in a little.
beat down in comment sections about, well, IGN said that, so it really doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Sure.
Anyway, there was a point brought up by, I'm forgetting the name of the YouTuber. Gosh, where is he at?
Was it Shadow something or something like that? I can't
Boomstick.
remember. Boomstick.
Boomstick.
Okay,
Oh,
Boomstick.
there
yeah.
you go.
So
Yeah,
Boomstick. Boomstick is a YouTube channel with about 10,000 subscribers.
Yeah, small guy.
Small guy, but doing some decent.
More
Big
than
compared to some.
Yeah.
Bigger than me.
Yeah.
Hey, he's small time.
Oh, look at me. My name's Jeff, huh? Craft Computing. Maybe you've heard of it, huh?
Anyway, he brought up this point to both his own YouTube channel and Reddit that IGN blatantly plagiarized my video, and I don't know what to do about it.
Yeah.
And so he posted...
I read this when it...
Yeah,
the day that the Reddit post
I
came
saw
up.
when the post came up, too.
Right, so he posted a video showing his original
it made it
video
viral.
over here
It did.
and
It
the
was on the front
IGN
page.
video side by side. There we go. So showing his original video on the right and the IGN video on the left. And the wording is identical.
In some phrases, but it's obviously plagiarized.
It's obviously plagiarized.
Yeah.
Right. If you go through, you comb through somebody's work and you take one sentence per paragraph, that's still plagiarism.
No.
He took 3 sentences per paragraph.
yeah.
I
Well,
think the boomstick guy, he did a really good description. He's like, hey, this is like high school level plagiarism.
Yes,
where
this is
removed
I'm a
some
high school
words.
junior.
Right.
Like they didn't like even reword the whole thing. They just like edited some words.
He
out.
used the
But
exact same analogies and synonyms
Yes.
that this guy did.
Yeah.
Saying this is like a Metroid-like rogue shooter, and it's like that's a pretty specific set of words to string together. And IGN posted that same string of words in the same exact grammatical sentence that Boomstick did. And so all of a sudden he had an axe to grind. It wasn't like a couple similarities or a different or a similar layout. This was like a word for word repeat.
Yeah, if you go through the thread, he actually has quite a few examples of where it's been like
Correct.
repeated.
Correct. So anyway, people immediately started calling out IGN as a hack news organization. And how could they let this happen? And I can't believe that got past their editor. And yada, 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 yada.
Well, I can see how it got past the editor.
I can see how it got past the
Oh
editor.
yeah, there's money to be made every second that that
No,
article
no,
isn't posted.
no.
Not only that, I mean, come on,
This YouTuber had 10,000 subs. That's not exactly big time. This IGN editor who's in charge of this, who's in charge of this writer,
Here's the thing.
doesn't sit around watching every single video that comes out on Dead Cells to know that it's plagiarized.
From what
That's
I
fair. It's
understand,
not the editor's fault. That's
from
true.
From what I understand, this reviewer he's had a job with IGN very recently.
This is his first video review.
No, it was his first full-time video review.
Yeah.
Oh,
His first
come
full,
on,
But here's the
dude.
thing: is I think he got his paycheck. He took a weekend and blew his paycheck on blowing hookers. And he like, fuck, I gotta make this review.
Just like
Now I gotta
anybody
crank a
in the
video
video
out.
game
He's
news
like,
industry.
he's like, oh, let me just do a quick search on YouTube for some slowly guy who's got this. And I'm gonna just copy this shit because
he should have
I
picked a guy
spent
with
too much
5,000
time-
subs. Then,
Yeah,
you know? Like,
something
geez.
smaller. Yeah, I think that's what happened.
Yep.
Is that
That's fair. I was being
So
unfair.
I do not place this on the organization. I place this on the individual.
Yeah,
This individual, and I don't even say a poor taste or poor judgment. I say he done effed up. This is journalism 101.
Yeah, he blew himself. That's right.
Yeah, you do not copy anyone.
Yeah.
You do not make yourself similar. My show is similar to Awesome Hardware in its.
both about tech and
But at the same time, I watch what they talk about on Tuesdays, and I make sure I'm not talking about the same things.
Look, I mean, I don't even have a problem with reviewers watching
Sure.
other viewers' videos and
Right.
saying,
The
hey,
thing is,
I
if
agree
you-
with this sentiment, but at least put it in your own words.
if you're
Exactly.
being true to
Yeah.
yourself, there is
Right.
not another Jeff out there.
Correct.
There is not another Steve or a Rhett.
And yes, if Threadripper 2 comes out, I'm going to talk about Threadripper 2. But I will not base my opinion based on what Bitwit or Paul say about it.
Yeah.
I don't even watch their videos to make sure that I'm not influenced by them.
Right.
Yes, this show has a similar premise. We open beers, we talk about tech. I have a completely different demographic. I have a completely different layout for the show.
I think.
Plus, there's
Based
7.5
on
billion people.
based on the
like-
last couple of Linus Tech Tip episodes, I think he might be copying you.
I think Linus is
It
copying
felt
you.
like that lately,
He's
hasn't
copying
it?
That son of a...
I think we need to post this on Reddit. Try to get to the front page.
He's going to whiskey cool a PC, I swear to God.
He's not gonna. He's gonna tequila cool.
That's right.
So it's not
there
the
it is.
same. They'll
No,
claim
vodka
it's
cool it
Completely
because-
different.
Yeah.
He's gonna vodka cool it because vodka's got a lower threshold than whiskey.
Well, and he does have the Russian
No,
working for him.
he's gonna. He's gonna do tequila because it's immigrant friendly.
Oh, there you go. Yeah, he's all about this PC culture that we've been
Reverend
talking
Darrow,
about.
$5. Happy anniversary, lads. Thank you, Reverend.
Thank you so much.
Regan Lyle, $5. Dilly dilly. Dilly dilly indeed, my friend.
Dilly. Reverend has been around for a long time on the channel, so cheers, buddy. We appreciate it.
Yep.
And there's more of you, obviously.
Reverend and Regan both have been around for a long time.
Oh yeah, they've been around for a long time.
That's what I was trying to say until I was in Reagan. Cheers to you, buddy.
Another point where your wife will love that I corrected you.
Oh, yeah. She lives for it. Because at home, it's like, she's like, how do I correct? And then I'm just on to the next thing. But, like, other people, they're like, I can't let this asshole off the hook.
That's right. So I met up with Rhett for drinks a couple of weeks ago, and I spent probably 20 minutes talking to his wife, and she goes, I love watching the show because I love when you correct it.
Yeah.
Because I'll watch the show, and Rhett will say something, and you go, well, actually, Rhett.
Yeah. And you're so tactful about it. That's what she said, you know. Because she's like,
you're tactful, but you put him in his place, and I really appreciate that.
I don't know what you guys are talking about it, but I know when you're putting him in his place.
And I know when he's wrong, and I love that about you.
Tactical word nuke.
Pretty much, right? Well, it's funny. I've had people email me from, thank you, sir, from a podcast, of my very first podcast I ever did years ago. And they email me, and they're like, I heard you talk about the show, and I looked it up. And you said that, this Jedi did this in this book. But actually, that Jedi didn't do that. It was this Jedi
who was under the command of the Jedi that you said. So technically, he didn't perform the action.
He was doing what he was commanded, but it's like literally they're splitting that fine of hairs. It's like, dude, yeah.
You didn't have perfect recall. I'm sorry. I'm
Yeah.
sorry I didn't have perfect recall.
Yeah. Plus, we were drinking.
Yeah.
Do half of what I do while intoxicated, and then we'll talk.
That's right. You try carrying this show. There's a reason the show has gotten longer and longer, and that's that our ABV has gotten higher and higher.
Look at all the bottles.
So Bendy says, Crafting Gamers Nexus are my favorite. I hold that in very high praise, sir. I appreciate that. I love Steve over at Gamers Nexus. Absolute saint among men when it comes
Gamer
to
Nexus is good.
journalistic integrity
they're
and
good.
doing the right thing and doing things the right way.
Yeah. No, I agree.
So that you hold me in that same esteem, thank you. I appreciate that.
It's no secret that the media is the enemy of the people. So naturally, we're gonna have some flub ups because they're just horrible subhumans.
They're part of the Bilderbergs and the Illuminati, and the lizard people took them over.
Oh, the Illuminati from my compound in New Mexico. That was my Jesse Ventura.
Then the enlightened birdmen come in and they... No Reddit fans here?
I love Reddit.
Birdman?
Enlightened birdmen.
Enlightened Birdman.
No, I don't think...
Gosh.
No, sorry.
You guys need to dig deeper.
You need to go deeper.
I just press random every time. That's how I get my news.
Beautiful?
Plus ABV equals time. That's exactly the formula. Will this be a 3-hour show? The last one was.
I'm a little disappointed we didn't get to...
Oh, we're getting there.
We'll get
the
to
special
it.
news, but without
We'll get to
John. You know, like...
John had to leave early.
I was excited to argue with him.
Screw that guy.
I
Yeah.
know, he doesn't get to
Okay,
have all the fun.
Wait, though. You said we have to have a drink for every
You
single
know what?
thing.
I got a special beer out in the fridge.
All right.
I can't.
I can.
I can. I don't gotta drive.
You guys do it. You
All
guys
right,
do it.
I'll do it.
I'm gonna enjoy the last little sip that I have here.
You know,
You want me to get it?
no, actually, I got a new rye on the shelf that you haven't tried.
We can do that too. I'm all for that. My liver is large and in charge.
Yeah, mine too. But
Yes, can I go so far?
the last couple of episodes, I've woken up just like, oh god, what did I do?
Oh no, I had a couple days like that. After John's barbecue, that was pretty bad.
Yeah.
That was really bad.
I've already had the big bottom anyway, so
Yeah.
Oh, I have not had Big Bottom.
Yeah, you had this last time you were over.
I did. Yeah.
So this is
the Queen Rye.
this is Big Bottom
Fat
Delta
Bottom
Rye,
Girls.
made in Hillsboro, Oregon. It is the rye of all rye whiskeys. It's a blended rye, I will say, but it's 111 proof.
What? That's why you have the smaller shot
That's why.
glasses.
Yeah.
Well,
All
yeah.
He's being conscientious.
We're gonna try the Tranya.
Now, this stuff actually is really good.
Yeah.
We drank it on ice, but
We're gonna do it straight.
I could tell neat it was good. So
That's okay. I got hair in my
it's
chest.
called
Just
neat,
little
see?
1 ounce
Oh, yeah.
pours.
What? You got hair on your chest? I
I do.
Nobody. Look, I can't take the bait. Okay, but I drink
Yeah.
whiskey neat exclusively.
Yeah.
Right, so
I do mostly too. I mean, it has to be pretty gut rot whiskey before I'll have to put some ice on it.
Yeah.
Oh, even then.
Yeah, 55.5% alcohol.
Ooh,
Yeah.
dude, this is cleaning fluid.
Yes.
This is good stuff.
cheers
Gentlemen,
again, friends.
show.
Thanks so much. Cheers to you all.
As we journey into our next topic, so we'll take
this
the
is
drink.
important.
This is the next and final topic. Oh my goodness, that is good.
I'm gonna have
None
you
of-
all know, by the way, this is the first time I've ever turned down whiskey in my life.
Oh,
It's taking.
it's a milestone for you, man. You do the 12 steps next.
No.
How big's that chip on your shoulder, buddy?
I can never call people that I've wronged and tell them.
I just can't take that rejection.
Here it is.
Yeah,
The
200
man.
proof is 100.
And I love that it's an NPR article, too.
Here we go. Let that sink in.
Rhett, take that away.
Patrick Stewart, reprising his role as Captain Picard in a new Star Trek series.
Captain Jean-Luc Picard
Of the USS Enterprise. Captain Jean-Luc
Picard,
Picard.
the USS. Make it
Shut up, Wesley.
I not dressed properly.
I have to go again.
He just kept talking and talking, and one continuous unbroken sentence moving from topic to topic so that no one had the chance to interrupt. It was really quite hypnotic. Incredibly unbroken sentence moving from topic to topic. It's a song. It's a great
I
video.
know. I have that. I actually have that in my
Yeah.
car, in my repertoire that I listen to in my car. I do. I do
That
have
video,
that
was my
good.
first
It's good.
real exposure to Star Trek. Other than TOS on like the CW or whatever it was back in the day, I watched that video and I said, "Whoa, this TNG business looks pretty cool. I should try and watch every episode in this video."
Yeah.
And I've watched every episode probably a dozen times.
Yep.
I was actually. I read an article today that was pretty interesting about Star Trek. Just because in prep with this whole article right here, where they're saying the very thing that was interesting about not only the Next Generation, but also the original series, was that the concepts that they were in, they were so new and foreign.
Yes.
But a lot of the stuff that even was in Next Generation now is commonplace for us.
But
Touch
it was faux
screens.
pas 30 years ago.
Automatic doors.
Automatic doors, all these things.
Cell phones.
Yeah. They even have, you can buy a cell phone extension Bluetooth that has you can do that.
Now we're getting Siris and Google Assistants and Alexas.
Yes.
And we can be like,
You get
computer.
artificial
In fact, with Alexa, I'm pretty sure you can change it, its trigger word to be computer.
You're also getting Androids that are fully functional. Sex dolls. They're there.
Yeah.
They're there.
Fully functional.
Fully functional with
Fully functional.
programming and many techniques.
Techniques, yes. They're getting there. So
love
I mean
that.
the technological boundaries that the next series or the new generation, next generation pushed is becoming realities now. So if they copied that now, I don't think it would be as groundbreaking. So
Right.
they'll have to do something
Now,
much better.
now I will say, Patrick Stewart did say on stage that they're taking Captain Picard in a new direction.
That's
fine.
good.
This is going to be 20 years past the next generation.
Sure.
Past
Makes
the
sense.
last
They
movie.
have
I'm
to.
sure
They're
he's not a captain anymore. I hope that he's
He
not.
said he's not a captain
Good.
anymore.
Yeah.
Good. Because here's the thing. It's been 20 years. He's had a whole other lifetime between then and now.
But Kirk told him never give up that chair. Don't let him do anything that takes
But
you out of the
here's the
scene.
thing,
That's because Kirk is stupid!
Okay, if you remember the very last episode.
Yes.
Okay, the very last episode of Next Generation, what was he doing? He was tending his vineyard.
Yeah.
That's right.
So this is going to be Jean-Luc
Oh, I hope
Picard's
it's batshit crazy
introduction-
Picard.
It's going to be introduction to home wine.
I hope
making.
it's full-blown dementia Picard.
I
It's
hope
like,
that he's
this is-
pretending to fight his brother in the vineyard all over again.
This is how you make the best petite Syrah.
He's shanking Geordie when he approaches him. Where's your visor, goddammit?
Oh.
Dude, I lost that 20 years ago.
We've made eye implants way better, Cap.
Picard, get off my lawn.
Yeah, honestly, I don't care what direction they take it in because there's going to be... It's going to be justifiable, I think, no matter what. If he's grouchy, it's because he's moved on with his life and he's grouchy. And maybe he's grouchy because, just like Kirk, he gave up the chair and he regrets it, maybe, right? Like, who's to say? I'm so excited for this because Picard is my captain.
He's gonna be in the equivalent of a space age riding lawnmower, going into space. The space is lawnmower into space, and he's going to be encountering all the characters from Deep Space Nine, Next Generation, Voyager, all those people. It'll be like Seinfeld's riding in a car with coffee,
Right.
but with Picard and his little space shuttle.
Right.
No more Lexana Troy though.
Yeah, I heard that nobody wants her to come back.
They don't want Troy to come
But
back.
I like Troy.
That's Majel Barrett. That was Gene Roddenberry's wife.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. Oh, my God.
That's right, it was,
Yeah, that was Majel Barrett.
I like Troy.
Yeah, you say that now.
I've always liked Troy.
Yeah.
The only thing I don't like is, like, when I was rewatching it with my wife, getting her to watch it for the first time, I really noticed how, like, super vague she is in a lot of things. She's like, I'm sensing that they have a secret. I'm like, no shit, Troy. I could have told you that.
Yeah.
I'm sensing he's not being 100% forthcoming with you.
She was-
I'm sensing he has something to hide.
There's-
I'm sensing
Hey,
deception,
Just
Captain.
pain.
To be honestly, Troy was like...
Like something you can see with your eyes.
Troy was like the horoscope page to the bridge.
Yeah,
Like, if you had
yeah,
the
yeah.
horoscope page in the newspaper, that was Troy on the bridge.
I think she had the most growth as a character, which I really liked.
Counselor. He's a Pisces. Hold on.
Yeah. Oh, it's a Scorpio. That guy's fucking...
Well, did you know Mercury's in retrograde? That's her, like, therapy session. And then they leave and they're like, I've never been discriminated against because I'm a Sagittarius before. Yeah, I like Troy because she had some of the, like, lighter things, like when she's, like, teaching some of, like, the people to, like, enjoy chocolate, you know, like those types of things. Like Riker's love interest, I always kind of enjoyed that.
Right.
Because it was subtle. It wasn't, like, it was on the nose, but it was also, like, they never explored it fully either, so it was, like, fun that there was,
Yeah,
like,
and all of a
history
sudden
there.
they're together in Generations, and then
Yeah.
there was the whole Worf thing in between.
Yeah.
But then all of a sudden Worf is banging Jadzia,
Yeah. Yeah.
which, by the way, way to go, Worf.
You gotta know why. I mean, because, like,
But also Troy's mom.
Klingons got
Sorry.
the ridge right here, right?
Yeah.
You know that they gotta be ribbed
One of
for,
many.
They gotta be ribbed for their pleasure down there. They gotta
Oh,
be.
don't
They
you
got.
know
They
it?
gotta have the same. They got a helmet here. They're gonna
Oh, and
have that helmet
Jadzia?
down there.
She's a freak.
They're gonna be. You know what's going on down with the Klingons. That's why the chicks did the Klingons.
Yeah.
There goes my 18 and under content.
You guys watch How I Met Your Mother?
No.
No.
I
So sorry. Anyway, one of the actresses who
I'm going to tell you about it anyway. Hold on.
the actress who plays Jason Segel's mother in that show. She is Worf's mate, who Alexander's mom. And she looks way different in TNG than she does as a Midwestern, like, Michigan mom or whatever,
Right.
or Wisconsin or wherever she's from. She's like white, redhead in that show, but in TNG she looks kind of like Mediterranean maybe or something,
Yeah.
you know,
Yeah.
kind of
Greek
exotic.
or maybe something like
yeah,
that.
yeah. Dude, she was a badass in that show though. I really liked her character. I really liked Troy's mom as a character as well. I really liked the episode about the Enterprise didn't crash the one time she wasn't at the helm, but she was.
helm both times.
But the episode where she was captain, the episode where she was captain on the bridge.
Are they insinuating that women are just bad drivers even in the
Whoa,
future?
whoa!
I think that's what they're saying.
Whoa.
Women are always working with one arm tied behind their back. What did I say?
Sulu drove the Enterprise for like 7
No, he
years,
did
never had a
fine.
problem.
He did fine. Yeah, he was fine.
Sure, but that's because the Enterprise had multiple helmsmen.
No, I think Sulu was the main guy though. I mean, he did
Well,
a
I
good
mean,
job.
sorry, the Enterprise D.
No, the left console is ops. The right console is helm.
Right, but can you name
Wait,
all of the
okay.
helmsmen of the Enterprise
Well,
D? Because
who
there
was- I don't
were
think-
several.
There were
Well,
not,
Wesley
yeah,
drove
yeah,
for a
yeah.
while.
Wesley.
Yeah,
Data
there was
was
a
helmsman
lot.
at
There
some
was a lot.
point.
There was a lot. Yeah.
There was the couple of
You
red
saw
shirts.
Roe as a helmsman.
Roe, that's right.
But
Roe.
the one episode where
Yes.
where Troy, dude,
Okay, but here's the thing: is Troy was an empath, so she's supposed to be able to not only absorb people's feelings,
Right.
but also project them onto other people.
sure.
How did
Right.
she become a commander?
Did she become a commander?
Yeah.
In which? In
Well,
where?
because how did
She got 3 pips.
right? She was a lieutenant commander. So
that might have been just a wardrobe malfunction. I really think.
No.
She had 3 gold
no,
pips. That's
she
commander.
she was lieutenant commander because she was on board the bridge with Roe and with O'Brien, and Roe is trying to take charge, and she's like, "Well, who's the commanding officer on board?" And O'Brien goes, "That
You
would
are.
be
That'd be you. Yeah, that'd be you."
to Troy," and she
remember
takes
that, yeah.
command.
Yeah.
And after that episode, from then on, she takes her duties a little bit more seriously. She wears the uniform.
Yeah.
Not the cheerleader outfit?
Not the cheerleader outfit, which is like, season 1 Troy, I really hated. But like onward, I feel like she has a lot of growth as a character because she's not a hardened like Starfleet officer. She's just different from all of them. And I think there's a place for that. But she also grows, and at a certain point, she accepts her duties. She commands the starship admirably when all of the power shuts off. She overrides Ro, and if she wouldn't have, they all would have died.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, it's because Ro was a freaking Maquis.
Right. Yeah. What are you gonna do about that?
Look, I'm not saying that she was my favorite character because she wasn't.
No. Actually, she's my least favorite character. Like every single series is my least favorite character.
Yeah.
And I think probably, well, okay, I can't say that Troy was my least favorite in Next Generation. I think it was probably Guinan, like Whoopi Goldberg.
I loved Guinan.
No,
what
no,
the hell?
No,
dude, she
no.
was a part of one of the most touching arcs.
No, she was not.
Are
I
you
did not like
kidding
no.
me?
She reminds.
shush.
No, she could be replaced by a Muppet, and it would be like.
Yeah,
more
but
favorite
instead we got Whoopi Goldberg, the Academy Award-winning actress.
Academy Award-winning from like Color Purple from like 1984.
You didn't like the color purple?
It was fine, but that was back then. This not Color Purple does not translate to Next Generation. Come on, let's get real here.
I think she was actually filming it at the same time.
Yeah.
No, she was not. No, Color Purple came out way before Next Generation.
Dude, Guinan is the shit. What is wrong with you?
No, Guinan is not the shit.
She's the only one who knows what's wrong in the episode where Tasha Yar comes back.
I know. The bartender know what's going on.
Okay, 1985.
Right, exactly. Okay.
But still, that's...
Come on. No,
Steve is right, though. Shut up, Nice.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Exactly. No, she's the most annoying character in there.
No, she's not.
She
the
is.
only time she's annoying is when she's pretending to be Picard's cousin on the holodeck.
Whoa. John's picking a fight with you. The second Doc was the worst character.
No, she wasn't.
No, she wasn't
Pulaski
either.
was
No,
badass.
No, she wasn't. None of the Doctor characters were that
Just
bad.
mute him because he's stupid. He doesn't even know her name.
Yeah, Pulaski.
Dr. Pulaski also had growth. She went from being a Bones ripoff to being a Bones ripoff with more character. One of my favorite episodes has her when she tries to pit Data against that guy. They're the most brilliant tacticians in the world. And one of my favorite quotes.
I like how we
Picard-
started with Patrick Stewart getting the gig again.
One of my favorite quotes. Captain Jean-Luc Picard, and he says, Data, it is possible to commit no error and lose. This is not a weakness. This is life.
Yep.
And that's the episode with Pulaski.
But here's the thing that's good about Jean-Luc Picard reprising his role is that you have all these characters that were in the Next Generation, Deep Space Nine, and Voyager who could make recurring roles back in this new series.
I really hope to have Michael Dorn.
Yeah, Michael Dorn coming back would be great.
Dude, screw it. Have them all come back. I really don't care. I love them all. The guy that played, what's his name?
I would like to see what they do with some
I
of these
want
things.
Paris back.
Oh, yeah.
Paris
dude,
is good.
Or
Yeah.
Ensign Kim. What's
What's the dude's name?
Harry
What's the
Kim.
dude's name
Yeah.
who like takes over the ship at one point? Remember, he like becomes super smart.
On which one?
In TNG, he's like recurring.
Oh, there's Baxter.
Is it
Yes.
Baxter?
Yeah, he was. Crap. I can't
Who's the
remember.
guy? He's
who
like
you're
he's
talking
like the
about.
shy one who like
Yes.
can't
Yeah,
talk.
that's
or-
Baxter.
Yes, it's Baxter. Yes, it's Baxter. Yeah.
Okay, fine. Anyway, he's a great recurring.
He's the
character.
one who fought.
Let's get Q back.
Holograms of Worf and Picard on the holodeck
Yeah.
as the Three Musketeers.
Yes!
Yeah, that's Baxter.
Okay, Baxter.
Yeah.
What a great episode. That's a great episode. Let's
what-
bring
wait.
Q back.
No, wait. Wasn't the guy who played Baxter? Wasn't the guy who played? He was in A-Team, right? It was the same. He played.
Did he?
I don't know
not
about
Face,
that.
Not. Gosh dang it. He was on the original A-Team. Yes, he was in the original A-Team.
Am I thinking George Baxter? That's not
No,
who I'm
that's
thinking
not
of.
him.
No,
Walter.
not him.
That's
Yeah.
not who I'm thinking of either, though.
No, not him either.
Remember the guy who becomes super smart all of a sudden and takes over the ship? Like
Yeah.
Niles or something? Or like Nelson? Or... Anybody in chat know what I'm talking about? God,
Just go to IMDb, dude. Come on.
Barkley.
Barkley.
Thank you. I knew it was something like that. When you said Baxter, it was close.
Barkley.
There
Barkley.
it is. Barkley.
Yes, Barkley. Reginald Barkley.
Reginald Barkley.
Reginald. Reggie. Come on, Reg.
Reggie.
Okay, what was the actor's name? And was he on the original A-Team?
Portrayed by Dwight Schultz.
Yeah. And?
He doesn't
Yeah.
look like... Just control F18. Come on.
18.
Yep, dude.
That's pretty impressive.
Thank you,
That's a
sir.
good pick. That is a good pick.
He played the role of Captain Howling Mad Murdoch.
Yeah, Howling
in
Murd
the
Murdoch.
18.
Yes, that's right.
Oh,
Murd
yeah,
Murdoch.
okay.
Yeah,
that's
that's right.
cool.
Yeah.
That's cool. What a
William
good
Dwight
job.
Schultz
Yeah.
is his name.
Yes, thank you.
Why is he telling me to... John, just mute that guy.
He helped establish communication with Voyager, too. I do remember that one.
That's right.
Yeah.
Dude, what a... Oh,
And he tried to take over Voyager, too.
yeah, he did. Dude, anyway, what a great recurring character. He could come back. We could
So
have
yes,
Q
we
come
can
back.
have lots of characters come back from this.
Who's the one character you'd like to see come back from those 3 episodes, from those 3 series?
Well, definitely Worf. I'd
Yeah,
love to see
Worf.
Worf.
I
come
think
back.
Worf's a given.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
I think Worf's a given.
aside from Worf, I wouldn't mind seeing Riker.
I don't know. Okay, so have you seen?
How about, why not bring back Wesley? Why not? Let's see what he's up to.
I don't want to see him come back.
I don't want to see him.
I don't want to see him come back.
I want to see Lieutenant Commander Wesley.
Well, didn't he like give up his career to like help the Native American planet?
I mean, come on. To be real, Wesley is the Jar Jar Binks of Star Trek.
No,
I
he's
disagree.
not.
Yeah, he is. He really is.
He had some of the best episodes.
No, he did not.
What's it called?
The one where he finds the lost letters from his father.
That's a great episode.
That's a good episode.
But also, a Starfleet officer's first duty is to the truth, be it historical truth or personal truth. And if you can't find it within yourself, then you don't deserve to wear that uniform.
Who said that though?
Picard said
Stewart.
that.
Yeah. So he said it to Wesley.
But that's still one of the best episodes, and it's
Wesley was
Wesley
still the
centric.
vehicle.
But he was the one he was yelling it to. I mean, come on.
Yeah,
now.
you don't get that line
That's-
without Wesley.
That's why he's getting a recurring
How many-
role and Wesley's not.
How many Starfleet cadets get to fly the Enterprise? How many?
Well, no, they put that in there because they're.
How many
they put
Starfleet
that in-
cadets get to
come
fly
on.
the Enterprise?
How many fucking idiots get to hang out with Jedis? Just Jar Jar Binks.
That is not true. Lots of idiots get to hang out with
A lot of
Jedi.
Sith Lords hang out with Jedis.
No, I mean like as comrades and friends.
I love
Come
how
on.
that win both
Come on,
both
come
your
on.
heads.
How many retarded?
He's a Sith Lord, yeah.
Yeah. Come on, how many just like goofballs and idiots get to hang out with like Jedis based on the Star Wars content?
A lot.
No, they shot a lot of them, right?
They killed a
Come
lot
on,
of them.
all the adjoining
Well,
characters.
considering the two
all
main ones are
all the
hermits.
all the adjoining characters to Jedis actually had a prominent role in all the movies except Jar Jar Binks. He was a goofball idiot.
That's
Yeah.
because they're making
Everybody
a movie
else
for
did not.
kids, Steve.
He's playing you,
Well,
boy.
I know, but Ewoks were the same thing in like Return of the Jedi, but they fucking defeated the Empire. They were
They
goofball
defeated
teddy
the
bears.
Trade Federation.
No, the Gungans did not.
Yes, they
No.
did.
If it wasn't for the Jedis, they wouldn't have done shit.
But without their help, Naboo would have fallen.
Okay, the Gungans, yes, maybe, but
Only
Jar-
because the
but-
Jedi picked up Anakin on Tatooine.
but the Jar Jar was still an outcast from the Gungans. The Gungans did not even like Jar Jar.
Yeah.
Okay,
That's fair.
So okay, you're right. There we go. My sentiment still
And
stands.
suddenly he bombarded General.
then. Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying that he's like the most diverse character that Star Wars ever produced.
No, he is the worst. He's the absolute worst.
No, he's
Yes,
not the
he
worst.
is.
There's worse characters.
Yeah.
You want to know who's a worse character?
Who's the worst character
Okay. Let's...
in Star Wars?
No,
Who's
it's
the
Q.
worst- No, Q's got some good stuff going.
No, I thought he was saying a single
Oh,
word
yeah,
because he
okay.
said K.
Oh. Shush. The worst Star Wars character.
Yeah. Besides Jar Jar. You can't go more low than Jar Jar. I mean, you can't.
It's pretty low.
That's a low
yeah,
bar.
that's a low bar. You can't go more low than that.
Fine. What do you want me to say? This is
I know,
bull-
right? Yeah.
Uncle Owen. No. Aunt Beru.
Okay, no. Even those guys, they raised Luke up.
Fine.
He wouldn't have had his
At
eyes
least
if
they
was
played
Biggs.
a role.
Biggs is the worst. Yeah,
No,
that's
Biggs-
what I thought.
No, Biggs made it through all of the original series, all the way till Return of the Jedi.
So
Wedge.
Wedge did too.
Wedge became a general
Yeah.
to command Rogue Squadron after Luke Skywalker did
Because Luke abandoned them.
to go study to become a Jedi.
I mean, you could probably say
Fair
like
enough.
the first guy that blew up in the first original series on the assault.
Porkins.
Porkins.
No, let's get this straight. Let's talk about this.
Say Porkins.
Porkins, sure.
Porkins, but he didn't have any character development.
How about this? Boba Fett. What does Boba Fett do? And we all worship him. We're just like, Boba Fett.
You know, you're right about that.
It's more about the charisma with him.
Yeah.
Okay, sure.
There's not
he
much...
literally gets his ass beat in every movie, and we're like, you know who's the best bounty hunter ever? Boba Fett!
No, you're right, though. I mean, there's no reason to have
That's fair.
that praise
Yes!
for Boba Fett.
I did it!
You didn't win your point. I'm just agreeing with
I
halfway did it!
Where's my spray paint witness?
Yeah.
Look, Boba Fett's only purpose...
The worst thing about Boba Fett is the coolest thing he ever did was in the Star Wars Christmas special. Which is the worst Star Wars thing that ever happened.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's a real weird
I can't believe you brought that up on my show.
Come on, you've seen the Star Wars Christmas
I've
special.
seen
Oh, I finally have thought about a worse Star Wars character. Lobaka.
No. Do you know Chewbacca's family's name? What's his son's name?
Oh,
What was it?
What's Chewbacca's son's name?
Well, his cousin or whatever is
Bonk
Lobaka.
or something like that?
Lumpy.
Lumpy.
His son's name is Lumpy.
There's another worse character than Jar Jar Binks. His name is Lumpy, for God's sake.
No,
I love the premise of the Star Wars Christmas special because it's like,
oh my God.
hey, George, we hear you have a new idea for a special. Yeah, I was thinking this Christmas special. So get this.
Oh my God.
It opens up on Kashyyyk. Or Kashyyyk,
Okay,
whatever.
Kashyyyk, yeah.
Or Kashyyyk, as they called
yeah.
it before the movies butchered it.
It opens up on Kashyyyk. And it's a bunch of Wookiees. And they're in their homesteads. And they're having a Christmas, or Wookiee Christmas, as we're going to call it. And they talk for 10 minutes. Okay, what are they talking about? You don't know because it's not subtitled.
Yeah. No, it is subtitled, actually, a little bit. Well, okay, so his wife's name is Mala. His son's name is Lumpy. The grandpa's name, Itchy, I think?
Yeah.
I think something like that. It's really bad.
Hey, remember when that wasn't canon and then Disney bought LucasArts?
And then they
became
said,
canon?
okay, we're going to take the original 3, the prequel 3, we're going to take the Clone Wars, and we'll throw the Christmas special in just for good measure.
They literally said anything that was a movie or a television show was canon.
To be fair,
and they also did Clone Wars.
The Christmas special came after Star Wars when they thought that this wasn't going to be a thing. Right, so let's go right off the coattails of Star Wars.
Because it was 1979, wasn't it?
So if to the audience out here, if you're ever going to watch the Star Wars Christmas special, find the Riff Tracks version of it.
Yeah.
And
That's
watch
true.
that. Because that'll make it way more entertaining, way more palatable.
Even then, if you just accept it for what it is, it's bad all the way through.
Horrible.
But it's like going into a historical archive at this point and just enjoying it for what it is.
No, it is, because all the versions I've seen of it still had the commercials from the 70s in there. Yeah, so you can see
because the only versions that existed were the home taped versions.
Yeah, I know people were.
That's what we had at my house was the home taped versions of the Xmas special and of the Ewok Adventure.
Oh my God! With the rape eyes from Wicket. Wicket rape eyes.
That was bad. So that
someone GIF that, by the way.
That's canon.
Yeah, I know it is.
Christmas special is canon. But you know it's not canon anymore. Chewie dying.
Wait.
Just save Han Solo's son in the books.
In the books.
Oh, in the books. Okay, in the books.
Expanded Universe. EU.
Mm-hmm.
We've been taking some really cool EU stuff, though, and making it canon. Yeah. The Illusion Luke thing, that's totally EU when he's fighting Jason Solo, Han Solo's son, and he's flying a freaking X-Wing in a dogfight while battling Jason Solo. This is why I say Luke Skywalker is the most powerful Jedi ever lived.
See, and in that regard, yes. Official canon? No.
But even now, I would say... even in official canon, if you count the books, the novelization of Force Awakens, Snoke, who's clearly this powerful dude, is scared of whatever knowledge Luke Skywalker had.
That's true.
Right.
And
But the Last Jedi never really...
Dude.
They didn't go into that too much.
Yeah,
I wish that
there was a missed opportunity. In my opinion.
There was a huge missed opportunity.
But that's the thing, and I said it the moment I left Last Jedi. I said the whole thing with Rey's parents is a red herring, and this whole thing with Snoke dying is a red herring. Like we're gonna learn about Snoke in the next movie, and we're gonna learn about Rey's parents. And now there's this theory that's
I don't think they are. I don't think we are. I think Snoke's just gonna go.
Nah,
I think he was just like they don't give a shit anymore. People,
But they're pushing Phasma as this trying to be like Boba Fett like character, and I'm not
she's
buying
not.
it.
They're not. Yeah.
Yeah.
In the first 2 movies, is just not.
Dude,
really
I don't give a
summing up
shit
to anything.
I don't give a shit who you are. One of my favorite lines in that movie is when Finn is fighting Phasma, and he like, come on, he like yells at her, and then he's like, what's up, Chrome Dome, or whatever. Like, it's so cheesy, so bad.
That's
but
a super cheesy.
Finn delivers it so well. You know, you're like, yes. Oh
No, it brought me back to like dialogue from the G.I. Joe cartoons. Come on.
Yeah.
I mean, it was like.
But there's dialogue in the G.I. Joe cartoons that lives on. There's a reason it lives on.
The only thing that lives on from the G.I. Joe cartoons is Cobra. That's the only thing
not
that's
true at all.
Yeah, come on now. That's like what other line from G.I. Joe?
Stop,
Knowing
drop,
is
and
half
roll.
the battle.
G.I. Joe.
All right, you're right. You're right. You're right.
G.I.
Yeah.
Joe,
Okay,
yeah.
that was at the yeah. Okay, you're right.
And now we know, because knowing is half the battle.
Thank you.
Right.
Yes.
Okay, but if they did knowing is at the battle at the end of the.
What about the line from the G.I. Joe? Does your mom still hang out at Dockside pubs? Just kidding. But anyway.
Yeah.
But no, I'm saying it's cheesy, but that's why it was enjoyable. Just like it's cheesy when Luke calls the lightsaber a laser sword, right? You're like, ooh, he's taking a swing here, like you know, Star Wars fans.
Right.
Also, when he's like, you know, there's a couple other lines in there. What am I gonna do? Walk in there with my laser sword and face down the whole First Order? He's literally being like, hey, Star Wars fans, you know,
I could do it, but I'm not gonna.
And then there, you know, when he flat out, he's like, "Oh, the Jedi
I
religion."
mean, no,
People
I
are like,
would-
"It's not a religion."
No, I mean, I would get that from a character who actually has like a developed character who actually has a firm grasp on. You know,
How did we
he's
get
like,
from Jean-Luc Picard to Luke
I don't
Skywalker?
know.
First of all, you want to talk about developed characters in Star
Yeah.
Wars? There isn't one.
You're right. There is not a single one. I mean, there might be if you're like just a big ass nerd and read every single thing that. Has
I'm gonna
to
go
do
back to
every
Rick and
single
Morty.
thing with the
You
character.
speak of the true.
Look,
Look at
the most
trailer.
developed character you probably get is probably Obi-Wan.
Obi-Wan, I would say.
Which isn't even a consistent character there either. I mean,
Right.
What?
He has wild swings in the original trilogy.
Well, not even that. I mean, if you look at the timeline from at the with Ewan McGregor, what he looked like at the end of the last. I can't remember.
Revenge of the
Revenge
Jedi.
of the Jedi.
Revenge of the Sith.
Revenge of the Sith.
Excuse
yeah.
me.
Revenge of the
Excuse
Sith.
me.
Yeah, okay. Sorry.
My bad.
And we're talking about
Hey,
Star Wars
hey.
with you?
I try to blank out those first 3 movies because they're horrible. But yeah,
Oh
they're
God,
Revenge
what's
of
he
the Sith.
doing?
All right. So
Oh, he's done. He's
yeah.
just leaving.
So like look at Ewan McGregor at the end of that. Okay, so like what's supposed to happen? Because like Luke Skywalker technically was supposed to be born at the end of that movie, right?
So theoretically,
So
it's 16
theoretically,
years
16
between
years.
the end of Revenge and the beginning.
And yeah, right. And he fucking looks like fucking grandpa's
That's
Christmas.
because
if
he had shit to do in that meantime. He
So,
killed
okay,
Darth
okay,
Maul
so-
for a second
so
time.
how-
You're swearing a lot on my show.
Oh,
I know,
sorry.
I get that.
I
So
know, why would you
how
say so
hard
much?
is Tatooine that makes you look from that guy to look to that guy within like 18 years? I mean, that's pretty bad.
Because he has stuff to do, and also maybe space reasons.
Okay.
Time dilation is a thing.
Hey,
Maybe Luke's a crappy kid. I don't
you know
know.
what? Hey, you know if they spun some kind of like time traveling thing with like Obi-Wan or something like that, I'd believe it. But
Vlad's on
Vlad's
there.
back.
Made it. Hey, okay, so back to Picard though.
So what? I gotta read Vlad.
Yeah, Vlad's always good
Oh.
to talk about.
PSA: if you go home with a nice lady you meet at a bar and you both go home drunk, ask for consent in writing. Gotta stay safe nowadays. Too many liberals.
Well, not only that, you really have to take the Crocodile Dundee.
Do you
test.
have a? Is there a notary present?
Yeah,
That's
you
what
have-
I want to
you
know.
have to you have to do the whole like check just to make sure. You know.
Why? It's more fun if it's a surprise.
Hey,
The shocker. That's
I mean, we all. Hey,
not the shocker I like.
no, not the shocker. Yeah, different shocker.
yeah. Yeah, Me Too's in full swing. Gotta protect yourself for sure, but also just don't be a rapist. Pretty easy. Don't know why it's a debate.
Wait. I don't understand.
Yeah. I mean, I know it's
Are
because,
you saying I can't rape people? I don't understand.
You don't think so?
as God says in his song, "From the Perspective of God," I didn't tell you to abstain from rape because rape is a effed up thing to do.
That's whenever you go to like a con, you're just like, I'm just role playing Genghis Khan. I mean, it's like,
Oh God.
that's all I was doing. I didn't mean anything by it. Just in my DNA.
Well, you'd have to like murder them first for it to be like a true.
Well,
role
other
play.
people.
The D,
But, you know.
$2.50 for hashtag space reasons.
Space reasons. Finally.
Space
Isn't that
Reasons?
from SNL, right?
You can't do the shocker on a trap.
Sure you can.
There's less holes, you're right.
You,
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. Okay.
I got it right here.
Right there.
Right here.
No, right there. That's the shocker right there.
Right, but this is the trap stock.
Oh.
Stalker.
Well, you can do that with a little tickle, and that would be okay.
Is that too far?
Oh, we're gonna
I thought John burned the ground with a Jew joke.
We're gonna have to cut this short.
Somebody's over here trying to tell me what I can or can't do about. Look, I'm just saying.
Goddamn liberal.
Yeah. It's just I'm defending the fact that I think, hey, if you fall in love with somebody who has a penis between the legs, you do you.
You do you.
We all love the song Lola.
Well, there was the part at the end where he like tried to leave and like.
Did he?
Yeah, oh yeah. You like listen to the lyrics. He's like, he got the fuck out of
Verse
there.
3 gets a little dark.
Yeah, he gets the fuck
He
out
doesn't
of
try
there.
to leave.
Yes.
No.
He does. He gets the fuck out of there.
No, he doesn't.
Yeah, listen to the lyrics.
He says, "I've always loved my Lola."
No.
Yes, he does. I play this
No.
song every week, live in front of an audience. Expand it.
Okay.
There you go.
Well, I left home just a week before, and I've never kissed a woman before. But Lola smiled, took me by the hand, said, "Little boy, I'm gonna make you a man." Well, I'm not the world's most masculine man, but I know what I am, and I'm glad I'm a man, and so is Lola. He's happy. He's in love with Lola.
I don't know.
You don't know?
It's still
It's right there.
It still seems like he's apprehensive about the whole thing.
I pushed her away. I walked to
Yes,
the door. I fell
see-
to the floor. I
yes.
got down on my knees. I looked at her, and she at me.
Yeah. See, he was.
And
he
that's the way I want it to stay.
Yeah. No. But
Read the next
no,
line.
But he was still trying to get away though. I mean, he's trying to get the fuck out of there.
Because he's like, "Oh boy," and then he realizes, "No, this is what I want."
No, I think this is still the man rape. This is the man rape. He's like, I gotta do this.
It's either this or nothing.
Yeah, I know. He was trying to
He's
get
just
away.
playing his odds.
He was trying to get away.
He's like, "Well, it's almost last call."
He's after Pythagorean's heart.
Oh my god.
He's a true mathematician, this hero of Lola.
The Pythagorean theorem, yes.
It's either this or
A
nothing.
squared plus B squared equals.
Equals hashtag me too.
Oh no! No! Lola was written before then, so
Yeah.
This is yeah.
I think that the Kinks they had some kinks.
No, I love the Kinks. I mean, hey, I listened to the best of the Kinks. I love that shit.
Well, you know what's really sad? You know why the Kinks broke up?
Death?
No, because actually, and there's talks about them getting together, but what's the main guy's name? Davies, I think. So there's two Davies, they're brothers. And the main guy, the singer of the Kinks, came out as gay, and his brother was not cool with that.
Oh,
so they
really?
broke up,
Okay.
Yeah.
No, I love like the anthology of the Kinks. It's very good.
Yeah, Lola's one of my favorite songs. I also really like Victoria. It's a really good song.
Picture book. I love the picture.
Dude, yeah, what a good... Dude, the Kinks
See?
are legit.
Lola, you guys are old. See, we're not millennials.
No, yeah.
The only reason we all know Lola is because of Weird Al.
Yes.
And he tied it into what we really love.
That's
yeah.
in the
No,
swamp
that's true,
down
too.
in the go
But you
bar.
know, yeah, but that like morphed. It's like, well, where did the original song come from? It's like that was the Kinks. It's like I gotta listen to the Kinks. It's like, oh, they got some good
$5
shit.
from the D. Y-O-D-A Yoda.
Yeah.
Y-O-D-A Yoda.
I met him in the swamp down in Dagobah, where it bubbles all the time like a giant carbonated soda. Oh, yeah, soda.
Soda. S-O-D-A soda. There we go.
Well, I only know the real song now, unfortunately. I used to know the Weird Al one by heart, but...
I actually have the karaoke version of both.
Yeah.
Nice.
I do. I have
When are we
both
doing
of them.
craft computing?
Oh, heck yeah.
Karaoke?
No, I have
fun.
it set up in my garage. All the karaoke we want to do, but we just gotta get the cameras going on.
Yeah. I don't know if I could post it to YouTube, that's the problem.
Yeah, well,
I'd be under copyright strike.
It is dark light.
Yeah.
So, I mean, you can do a stream probably, like under
Why
like,
not?
an anonymous.
If you have the karaoke versions, don't you have the license to do it?
You know, you could do
Technically.
You can do an anonymous stream on YouTube. Put it through the Patreon.
Just put it
and
through
then
Patreon.
and then stream it through. Yeah.
That's a good idea. There you go. Yeah, Patreon only.
No one's gonna know about nothing.
I would do karaoke in a heartbeat.
Yeah.
My go-to is "You Belong with Me" by T Swift.
Nerds.
Yeah. Whatever.
Oh my god, Weird Al Millennials.
Oh my god, dude.
Hey,
Whoa!
can we get back to Picard here? Because, look,
I gotta.
I thought you could go
John,
8 hours, son.
Steve's
I
popping
thought
the
you
cork.
could go 8 hours.
Steve's popping the cork.
Look, and I know
Some trucker you are.
and literally earlier in chat we're like, we're only gonna go till 10. It is almost 11. So Picard, we're talking about characters we want brought back. I think there's a bunch of obvious ones. Some more obscure ones. I think we mentioned. Pulaski's dead at this point. Let's
Pulaski's
get that out of the way. Although, how old was Bones in TNG? Like 119 or some garbage?
God,
Like,
yeah.
So maybe Pulaski could still be alive.
I'm a doctor, not a tombstone, but only barely.
Would it be neat to have, or would it be going too far? Would it be too far to have Quinto come on as Spock? Would it be too far?
Ooh.
A bridge too far, if it were? I think it's safe to say probably.
I think probably.
But
I think
could they do a crossover episode in these new Star Trek series where you cross over with the Kelvin, the universe or whatever?
The thing is, Picard is 80 years after the original series.
Sure.
And so how old is Quinto at that point?
Sure.
Quinto is the age of Spock when he started.
But we got Bones, we got Spock, and we got
Scotty.
Scotty.
That's right. But they were all very well aged from their previous endeavors.
Sure.
Shall
I'm
we say.
saying like a flat out, no strings attached.
You want a fan
travel.
service.
I'm not even saying that I want them to be like, you know, I don't even want them to come on and be like, I'm Kirk and I'm Spock.
Mr. Spock, I'm communicating with you from 80 years ahead in the future.
Right.
I know that's an obscure concept. No, I'm well familiar with it at this point.
You know, but like, you know how you got the same episode with it? Was it the Star Trek? Was it the Enterprise C episode where Yar came back? Was that the Enterprise C or was it the Enterprise B?
That was C.
C. So there was one of the Enterprises that went missing.
Yar came back twice. Are you talking the Romulan or actual Yar?
The one where she came back and Guinan, one of my favorite episodes, she goes, look, I don't know what's going on. I'm just saying it's wrong, and I know you're at the center of it. This is your chance to go on board that ship and have a meaningful death, because your death before meant meant crap to anybody. And so Yar goes on board with the guy who plays Shooter McGavin. And
That's right, that's true.
I eat pieces of crap like you for breakfast.
Yeah, he was there.
That's true. I forgot he was on Next Generation.
Yeah, that's one of my favorite episodes.
There's a lot of guest stars that are on.
And she
like,
goes on board and commands the Enterprise C. And apparently, we find out later, she was captured by the Romulans and was bred with them. And maybe not forcibly, who knows. But anyway, then her daughter comes back as half Romulan, half human, and it's just Tasha Yar basically wearing square shoulder pads.
Well, I think what was it? Because
I'm an alien now. Can't you tell?
Well, the actual
bangs in
actress,
that pad.
she like left the series because she thought she could do better.
Well, she left because the first season sucked.
No, it did. I mean, and it really did.
And she thought that they weren't using her right. I thought it was a very bold move for somebody who had integrity for their craft.
Right, but then it didn't really pan out. Obviously, since she came back. So
I mean, she came back because who didn't love Tasha Yar in the first season?
No, I mean everybody did.
Episode 1, I could pass.
Yeah, that's fine. But dude, she puts Worf in his place.
That's true.
Like I thought that was super awesome, super progressive of the show. That's that is already progressive show. Super progressive that they're just like.
Star Trek's always been progressive. Come on.
Well, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Already a show that's progressive, but now we've got this security commander who looks smaller than Michael Dorn because she's not a football player, and puts him right in. Yes, dude. This is so legit. Why don't we all have these, by the way?
That's the comm badge from yesterday's Enterprise.
Because I don't want to get beat up when I go to Safeway.
That's
Vlad!
Yesterday's Enterprise is one of my favorites. It's so good. It's so touching. Who didn't tear up a little bit?
Vlad, I'm not going to read that one on chat, but thank you for the $2 donation.
We appreciate it, buddy.
Vlad, I appreciate your patronage. Yeah. That's all I'll say.
Well, hey, Vlad, you know what?
Oh.
If Harvey Weinstein took your advice, he wouldn't be in the position you were in right now.
Very true.
I'm not going to acknowledge it. That's fine.
Everybody in chat's seen it, so it's fine.
That's right.
Yeah. We appreciate the patronage, however, so
Yep.
thank you.
Bring back Babylon 5. Is Bruce Bachleiter still around? I don't know.
Doesn't he use a fire Vlad? Who? What?
Bruce Boxleiter.
Who's that?
He's in Babylon 5. He's also in Tron.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Yep.
I don't know.
Okay, so guest stars in TNG, if you could have them come back in this new series, who's it going to be?
I mean, I would like to see. Well, I mean, first we said Worf.
I want to see Q.
Look,
Q's got to play some
regular cast is off limits. Regular recurring cast is off limits. Guest stars, we're talking Lieutenant Barclay. Q is a perfect example. I want Q back.
Barclay would be good.
Barclay would be great.
Yeah, I think Barclay would be great.
I would love. I know she's dead.
I want to know what Alex did with his life.
Alexander. You know the actor who played him
he died.
Yeah.
He's dead already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I knew that.
Well, then you just bring a whole down.
I know. I'm
Let's
sorry.
bring this whole pod
He didn't
together.
really look like Alexander as an adult, anyway. So.
No.
That
He
would
looked
be
like
cool, though. I would like to see Alexander. I would love to see... Dude, if she's still alive, let's see Troy's mom. That'd be legit.
She's not.
Oh,
She's not.
Keiko. Let's get Keiko back.
Keiko.
Yeah.
No. Luxana Troy was Majel Roddenberry who did pass away.
Yeah.
Oh, right.
She was the voice
That's
of the
what you
computer
were
as
saying
well.
earlier. You're
yeah,
right.
she was the voice of the computer.
She's dead. Yeah, also, I would love...
I want to see O'Brien.
Yeah, who doesn't? That's a given, though.
Yeah.
Like, he's in almost every episode.
Not
He's
of Next Generation.
He's in, like, 80% of the episodes.
No, O'Brien was in Next Generation. And he was in Deep Space Nine. He was in both of those.
He was in...
He bridged the gap.
He was in 90% of DS9. He was
Yeah.
in, like, 10% of TNG.
He wasn't in 10%.
He honestly...
Look him up on IMDb and see how many episodes he was
He
in.
honestly should be the replacement for Scotty.
Yeah.
Sure, I guess.
This is fine.
Whatever. I mean, who else is going to replace
Yeah,
Scotty?
I know. Come on now.
Go to, filmography.
What's he been
actor
doing? He hasn't been doing anything.
known for...
So here we go.
How many episodes of TNG?
Next Generation, 1987 through 1994. He was in 52 of the 140.
Okay.
Also, that's pretty good.
But that's more than 10%.
That's a good percentage.
Yeah.
I said 80. I was wrong. That's like a third, almost.
Well, I mean, he wasn't really a character until a couple.
He didn't get a name for the first 3 seasons.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's when you know you're going to be around that you get a name.
I'd also see Ro. Why not? Let's see Ro.
Ensign Rowe? Well, yeah, she showed up in a couple later episodes.
We know what happens to Rhoda.
How about Hugh? Can we get Hugh back? I am Hugh.
God damn you.
I want to see Clint Howard get a recurring role.
Who's Clint Howard?
Clint Howard? Come on now. Ron Howard's brother. He was
Okay, but who was he in this show?
No, he was.
Wait, you just want to see a random guy get a recurring
No,
role?
he
I
was,
want a recurring
he
role.
he was from the original series.
Oh, really?
Yes. Go look up Clint Howard and the original series of Star Trek.
Dr. Pulaski is 79 now.
Yeah, she ain't gonna do that.
Dude, she could do it. Why not?
Picard is older.
Yeah. Wouldn't you love to see an even more curmudgeonly Pulaski who's like now okay?
Now
with
I really
androids?
don't care what I say.
She's like, androids are okay, but Ferengis?
No. I am not treating him.
I was swindled by a Ferengi once. She has one of my favorite lines though too. Data, would you come here? Data, why
You
aren't
say this in
answering?
like every show.
I do, I know.
You do.
No.
My
I've
name is
lost it.
Data.
You want me to say all my favorite lines from Star Trek and just get it out of the way?
Sure, go for it.
Okay, so one of my other favorite ones is
Spot.
Oh. Or Data does his poem to Spot. Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
Ode
yes,
to
yes.
Spot.
Ode to Spot. Yeah. That's the recurring character. I want Spot to come back. I definitely want Spot to
Apparently,
come back.
there were like 5 spots.
Well, I still want him to come back.
One of my favorite Picardisms, it's not necessarily a quote to live by any means, but I can't remember after what episode it is, but when Golmasset, they're investigating war on in the neutral zone with the Cardassians, and he tells Golmasset, he's like,
Vlad, another $2. Can't read that one, buddy.
Oh,
but
hey,
$2.
You know what? Here's the thing. The Cardassians, they should replace them with the Kardashians.
yeah, this has been a joke for a long time.
Yeah.
There's a fake reality TV show called Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Yeah.
Okay, I wasn't aware of this.
No, it's been a meme for a while.
I'm sorry.
Felis
this
catus
is-
is your taxonomic nomenclature. An endothermic quadruped carnivorous by nature. Your visual or olfactory and auditory senses contribute to your hunting skills and natural defenses.
Yeah.
I find myself intrigued by your subvocal oscillations, a singular development of cat communications.
You know what? Someone did a remix
That
of
obviates
it.
your basic
They did a
hedonistic
remix.
predilation.
Yes.
For a rhythmic stroking of your fur, to demonstrate affection. Yeah.
These are original Tupac lyrics,
Yeah.
actually.
A tail is quite essential to your acrobatic talents. You would not be so agile if you lacked its counterbalance. And when it's not being utilized to aid in locomotion, it often serves to illustrate your state of your emotion. Oh, Spot, the complex levels of behavior your display connotate a fairly well-developed cognitive array. And though you're not sentient, Spot, and do not comprehend, I nonetheless consider you a true and valued friend.
Such a good.
Your subscription level just went down.
I know it did.
No way! It went up. Here's another one of my favorite Picardisms. He says, there can be no justice so long as laws are absolute. Life itself is an exercise in making exceptions. It's one of my favorites.
Mm-hmm.
Spot was a jerk. Yes, Spot was a jerk. He
Spot was a jerk.
Well, most cats are jerks. Come
That's
on.
right.
Let's be fair. So I listened to this podcast about where there's this thought that cats are actually interstellar beings that are here to teach us how to live, because cats, we don't teach cats teach us, so cats therefore are interstellar beings, and
Yes.
once we learn from cats, the cats will all of a sudden disappear and then we become enlightened.
Right?
I've heard that theory.
Have you seen
That's-
when they're like beaming to the mothership?
Yes,
all the data they've collected
that whole
on
thing,
us?
yeah, no bullshit shit. Yeah. No. I can't buy that as, if they have to scoop up their poop,
Yep.
they're not like,
No, it's because they're making you do it. You need to stand up.
Here's another one from the episode The Drumhead, which is one of my favorites, which is the one about like the witch hunts. There was some sabotage on
Right.
the Enterprise.
Yeah.
They're holding the Charles. He said, with the first link, the chain is forged. The speech censured, the first thought forbidden, the first freedom denied, chains us all irrevocably. Those words were uttered by blah, blah, blah as wisdom and warning. The first time any man's freedom is trodden on, we are all damaged.
Spot said that?
No.
Oh.
Yeah, dude, Spot was a really smart
It's like,
cat.
dude, that was...
He's
Dude
like,
was a badass.
I want to see Spot come back. That's what I want to see.
You must tell him he was a good cat and a pretty cat.
It's a pretty cat. You're a stroke cat.
But, yeah.
Show's going off the rails.
Yeah, dude.
Perfect for a 1 year episode.
Oh, yeah.
It is, isn't it? I always tell myself, everybody wears those bands, they're like, what would Jesus do? But to me, it's always about, like, what would Picard do?
I thought what Spot would do.
Yeah, what would Spot
What
do?
would Spot do?
Would probably crap in a
Just
litter
shit
box.
in a box somewhere, make a person clean it up.
To be honest, I still do that every day. Not a box, but I mean, close to it.
Spot would shit in a box and then go, data. Data.
Data!
You need to clean that data.
Catch me.
You played that
Get
fourth concerto too perfectly!
Get
Now
me.
everybody knows you're not human! He just crafts
You totally lost at poker to Stephen Hawking. I saw what he was carrying.
He like Spot just when Data's trying to like pretend to sleep, when he's like exploring his humanity later, Spot's just like standing over him, like whispering all these horrible things to him. He's like, everybody knows you're fake.
Speaking Latin backwards.
Yeah. You're not fully functional. You're a fraud.
They're faking it.
Tasha Yar was just understanding.
The Borg Queen can do better.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm so happy Picard's coming back. I'm happy that Patrick Stewart.
I love how it took us an hour to get to that point.
I
No,
love that
we're
he
all
wasn't.
happy about this. We're all happy about this.
He wasn't super resistant to it. You know, like how you hear when he after doing Logan, he said like, "This is my
the
last."
end.
Yeah, he said, "This is the end for my portrayal of Professor Xavier."
Yeah.
And I wanted to go out this way, and I wanted to give the best performance I can. And honestly, it's my favorite performance that Patrick Stewart has ever given.
Ever.
Well,
Yeah.
here's the thing. I don't know if you ever watched him talk about his first, not interview, but like
His audition for Picard.
audition. Yeah, for not for Picard, but for Professor Xavier.
Logan.
Yeah,
Yeah.
they showed him the comic books.
Or, yeah.
Well,
exactly.
he's like, well, why did you write this for me? He's like, no, we didn't do this.
Yeah,
We're
he's like,
this
why-
is-
Why have you drawn me into
Why
a
have you
comic
drawn me?
book?
So why did you draw me this? No, this is the character. He's always been. It's like,
And
this
he-
is why,
and
this
he
is why
looks-
we casted you, because you're fucking
Yeah.
perfect. For
He
this.
looks at the comic book and goes,
Why did you draw me?
Oh.
This way? He's like, oh, okay, all right, yeah, because he didn't know anything about comic books at the
Yeah.
time. He's
Yeah.
like, he didn't care.
Yeah, I'm so happy to see, and I thought he made, he was great as Picard, obviously, but I'm excited to see what he might do now that he's a pop culture icon, because that's what we got with Logan.
He's been a
Yes.
pop culture icon for a long time.
Sure.
Long time.
Yeah, since X-Men 1.
Yes.
Um,
Yeah, even before is Picard, he's been a pop culture.
yeah.
I know. I love Picard, and I'm not saying that the role wasn't great, but I'm saying that even that took time to settle with a lot of people.
At the end of 7 years, people knew who Jean-Luc
Oh yeah,
Picard
no, he was. But he was known. To be fair, he was known as Jean-Luc Picard.
Make it so and engage were
Yes,
were
that was- he was
catchphrases
known
at
for
the
it.
end of 2000.
Oh, no
but
doubt.
if it, okay,
right.
but if it
I'm not
wasn't for
saying
that,
that.
he wouldn't be Xavier.
Correct.
And became Xavier because he was perfect for
Correct.
the role as well.
Correct.
Right.
So he's got a duality role now.
And I'm just saying, like, even that, like, I'm just excited to see what he's going to do with the character. The bold choices he's going to make
Yes.
with this, like, aging character. I mean, the fact that...
I hope he brings a little blunt talk to it.
Right?
Well, here's a very good thing about this because he is Patrick Stewart is a traditional Shakespearean serious actor.
Yeah.
He is very serious about acting.
Yes.
He brought light to the role of Jean-Luc Picard. He was very good at it, and people loved him for that.
Yes.
And he was well known for that. Then he became Professor Xavier because he personified that
Yeah.
look and that role,
Right.
and he became that. And those are the two things he's known for. But if it wasn't for his original Shakespearean traditional acting,
Yeah.
it wouldn't have manifested.
No, absolutely.
Absolutely.
I mean,
That
the
has
gravity
manifested
of
there.
some of those lines
Right.
that he delivers in Star Trek.
Oh,
I
yeah.
mean, like, when he's putting anybody in their place...
Oh yeah, that goes back to
I always
Shakespeare.
feel like I did something wrong when he's chastising
Right,
someone.
right.
I'm like, oh, no.
I feel like I need to be better.
Yeah. Seriously. It's wild.
You're a Starfleet officer.
He's only known for two roles.
You can't find it within yourself. You don't deserve to wear
He's
that
only
uniform.
known for those two roles, but he's a renowned actor for that,
Yeah.
and because of that.
And I'm so happy that he was so happy to come back. I mean,
Yeah.
you guys all saw the video of him
Yes.
crying, like...
Super emotional about the role. And for those who didn't see the video, number one, it's linked down in the description. You can click on it from there. But he said, when I left the set of Nemesis, I figured Picard was done.
yeah.
That was the end of Picard's line. That was as far as I could possibly take that character. And he got an email earlier this year with a description that said, we want you to come back as Jean-Luc Picard. And he said, there's a reason I cannot do this. There is an infinite reasons that I cannot portray Picard again. It's because I left him in a good place.
yeah.
I finished the role.
I don't
Yeah.
think he. I mean, he.
mean,
he personifies agelessness. I mean, he really does. I mean, like that picture right there that he's
Yes.
got.
I mean, he looks noticeably older, but yeah,
he
you're
looks
right.
older, but he doesn't look ancient.
Dude's like
He doesn't-
84.
He doesn't. I know he doesn't look like Ian McKellen. To be
No.
honest.
He
doesn't-
sounds older and older every year, though.
right, but I mean, he.
Did you guys ever see Green Room?
Yes.
Yes.
Right. He looks old in that one, even though he's, a couple years younger than this photo, obviously. Like, I don't know. I'm not. Yeah, he does. He looks great for his age.
Yes.
And he's maintained it. I'm wondering, like, what 20 years of living life is going to translate to
In Picard.
Yes.
Yes.
That's what I'm so excited for. I want to see the
okay.
choices he makes. Because he made some bold choices. Like, the man's name was Jean-Luc. When did you ever think that you would watch a show where your favorite character in the show's name is Jean-Luc?
That's very interesting because
Space.
of how
The final frontier.
how we are pushing.
This is the
we are-
voyages of the
we are-
starship Contapros.
We are pushing our icons pretty far.
Yes.
Are we?
Yes. Okay. We got Jean-Luc
This
Picard.
continuing mission.
How old is Patrick Stewart now?
84.
84. So
To explore strange new
Oh,
worlds.
I see what
All
you're
right,
saying. We're
but
literally
like,
pushing them too.
Yeah, we're pushing, and then like Harrison Ford. How old's Harrison Ford?
Almost as old.
He's doing
He's
another,
7?
and he's doing
He's
another
old, yeah.
Indiana
Yeah.
Jones. He's doing another Indiana Jones.
Yeah.
We're pushing things out because they're so iconic.
Yeah.
We can't see these people as anybody else.
I put that as a fault in Hollywood of not
me
being
as
courageous
well.
enough to financing
something
new original content.
And okay, so the J.J. Abrams reboot of Star Trek, which rebooted
2009.
they did a great job with that.
Yeah.
Best,
I think they did a real good job with Chris Pine as Kirk.
best
Yeah.
or second best Star Trek film ever.
Yeah.
First being,
They had really good casting on that.
We've
They
talked
did
about
excellent
this.
I
casting.
know, that's why I didn't say anything.
And they
We've talked about this.
They took that forward. They took that forward.
Yes.
They made an audience re-fall in love with those characters again because
My-
excellent casting in that.
My only problem is where they went from that 2009 is that they rehashed Wrath of Khan, which I could have done without. As
agree
good as
with you.
Wrath of Khan was back in 1983,
No, you could not. Yeah, that was. I agree.
it
with you.
shouldn't have been done,
It should not
and
have
then
been done.
sabotage
should
surfing
not
on
have
the
been done.
alien ship shouldn't have been done either.
It should not have been done.
Any plot line that can be explained by, well, you could have just teleported.
Well, that was-
should
that
not
was-
be a
that
plot
was the
line.
Patrick
thing.
Stewart's only 78, according to Wiki.
Really?
Still, I mean, 78. I
He's
mean,
pretty good, though.
at
Still
78.
old.
At 78, I hope to
Still
be
old.
not doing this shit anymore. I
Right.
want to be doing this.
I plan to retire at
Yeah,
60.
yeah,
Make
I know.
no bones about that.
Yeah.
See what I did there?
Excellent. Yeah, I do think we're pushing them far. 2009, I could probably safely say is my favorite Star Trek movie. I don't think it's the best Star Trek movie. It's
No.
my favorite.
A lot of flares.
And they made a lot of bold decisions. I think doing like the Kelvin universe or whatever it's
Yeah.
called was super smart, super genius.
Yeah.
They
And
paid homage
who
to the
didn't
originals while still carving their own path,
Right,
which is
and that was-
perfect.
And who
That
didn't
was-
tear up a little bit at Chris Hemsworth's death at the beginning? You know,
Right,
we're like,
right.
And you don't barely even recognize him unless you're watching. You know, they're, what?
Yeah.
Chris Hemsworth?
Yeah.
Thor?
Yeah.
George? That's it. Or, wait, does he say George? He's like, let's name him after your father. Tiberius?
Tiberius.
That's a terrible name.
Terrible name.
Yeah.
Let's name him after your father. Let's call him Jim.
Yeah, no, I mean, they set the precedent to make a whole new
Universe.
universe. But they went, like Jeff was saying, they went and, like, copied Wrath of Khan in
Like,
a horrible way.
Here's,
But it wasn't
here's-
like a
here's my-
verbatim copy.
No,
That's-
it wasn't. No,
It
you're
was-
right. It wasn't a verbatim
It was mirror
copy.
universe copy,
But it was like-
it
it
might
was
as
a-
well have been a copy.
The
It was a
only,
garbage
like, real
version.
thing that
It was
Okay,
gender bent Wrath of Khan.
Okay, but here was
the
thing is like they took honestly the best.
You have no
original.
Genesis in-
They took the original best Star Trek movie, Wrath of Khan. The original Wrath of Khan movie was honestly the best one.
I agree with that. I think
It
it's
is
the best.
honestly
He's gonna
the
say
best
Voyage
one.
Home or whatever.
Voyage Home is the second. I will get.
I'll take Voyage Home over Wrath of Khan.
Wrath of Khan was the best, but they had the hubris to say I don't want to make my own path.
I don't want to
and make
muddy
a
these
sequel.
waters. Right.
Yeah,
I mean,
I'm gonna like make my own Wrath of Khan.
Yeah.
and that was garbage.
And
it was not the same.
Yeah.
Really, you thought it was garbage? Because
I don't think it was absolute garbage, but I don't think it
it
paled
made
in
me even
comparison.
appreciate Wrath of Khan even more. Though.
Right? No, I did.
And Wrath of Khan in its day was a good film.
No, it was.
It doesn't
very
age
good
well. Watch it today. It doesn't age well.
No,
None
it
of them do.
still ages. Okay, maybe.
Watch First Contact,
All right.
which is
Good.
great,
Good.
but it doesn't age well.
Okay, maybe.
I'll argue that. I'll argue it ages better than Wrath of Khan.
No,
The plot ages super
I
well.
watched
Yeah,
Wrath
I
of
mean,
Khan like
yeah.
maybe about 4 years ago, and I think it aged well because maybe in my mind, it was a real pinnacle in sci-fi storytelling.
And it came hot on the heels of
Okay,
The first Star Trek movie.
Which
when
was not
okay,
good.
No,
It
no,
was
no.
so bad.
Okay,
It was
no,
so
no.
bad.
But, okay, you got to think about where the first Star Trek was.
Are we getting into another generational talk here?
Oh, we are very getting a generation right here because here's the thing. At the time that the very original Star Trek movie came out, what was the biggest, hottest sci-fi movie at the time? 2001: Space Odyssey. 2001:
Which
Space
is
Odyssey.
still the best sci-fi
It
movie
is still
ever
it's
made.
still very good, but it's very slow paced.
Sure.
And it's very nuanced.
But so
Yes.
is Wrath of Khan.
No, Wrath of Khan is way more
By
action-packed.
modern standards.
By
it's
modern standards,
super
no,
slow.
but you're talking about like 1982
Okay,
standards.
fair enough. We're
Right,
we're in
Okay,
1982
we're-
right
we're-
now.
No,
I'm there.
okay, no. We're talking about 1980, which was when Star Trek, the original motion picture, came out.
Yeah.
It was very, very slow, very nuanced because they were trying to copy what 2001: Space Odyssey did.
Yep.
Which was a very slow-paced, very symbolical, very, heady type of sci-fi thing. They were trying to copy that. And it didn't work out.
But wait a minute
Because
here, though, because even if we're talking most iconic sci-fi movie, even by 1980, at that point you've got Star Wars. You
right.
also have Alien.
Right.
You've also got
Right.
Empire Strikes Back
Okay.
that same year.
Right,
Yeah.
you're right. You're absolutely right. Because that was the action oriented, but they weren't trying to go for that. They
I
were
can see
trying-
that. They're trying to go for
They
the
were trying to go
thoughtful
for the more
approach.
thoughtful approach.
Yeah,
They were
okay.
trying to
Right.
go for the thoughtful approach.
But like I said, in the context of it, Wrath of Khan is a good movie. I will say, by modern standards, Wrath of Khan did not age well, whereas First Contact has aged well.
First Contact is outside of the 09. Before 09, First Contact was my favorite
Yes.
Star Trek movie. It's so
it wasn't
good.
very good.
So
it was
fun.
very good. It
Like,
was a very fun movie.
watching them light up some border with a Tommy gun,
Yeah.
Yes. No, it's good.
that's legit.
Yeah.
You were almost enjoying it.
It was a very fun Star Trek movie.
Better than Generations.
Or what? You'll kill
Yes.
me like
Yes.
you did Ensign Lynch?
Yeah. Yeah.
Good movie.
The first Next Generation movie was not a very good. The second one was much better.
And the guy who plays the guy that invented warp,
Zephram Cochrane.
Zephram Cochrane.
Well, no, that's not the actor's
in,
name.
Well, yeah, but the actor, he was in TNG as well as
Yeah.
like some side roles.
He's in a lot of shit.
Yeah, well, yeah, he's great. He's in a lot of movies. Yeah, yeah.
What's his name? God damn it! I can't remember his name. I should know his name.
He's in a lot of stuff. In fact, I just saw him in something like not that long ago.
No, he's been in a lot of stuff. He was in Babe. He was the farmer in Babe.
Oh, yeah, you're right. That's what I
James
just watched. actually.
Cromwell.
James Cromwell.
just
Yeah,
watched-
James Cromwell.
That'll do, pig.
That'll do,
That'll
pig.
do.
That'll do,
Yeah,
pig.
yeah,
That'll
James
do.
Cromwell,
What a great movie.
Yeah.
Babe was a great movie.
Yeah.
Let's just talk about that movie for a
Yeah,
second.
Babe was a very good movie.
Wasn't it?
Babe, Pig in the City was a horrible movie.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah,
Is there
but
another Babe?
No, there's just the first thing.
I wish they made a sequel. We're going Matrix on this shit now.
Whoa, whoa.
Wow. No, yeah, that's true. I mean, like,
Wait, you like Matrix Reloaded?
No, the very first Matrix was good,
Bro.
but the other two was just like
The very
garbage.
first Matrix is one of the best movies ever made.
You're
Yes,
right.
it is.
You're absolutely right.
Matrix Reloaded, they were like, hey, you know who loved the first Matrix? Kids. Let's make Dragon Ball Z on film.
Let's take out all of the
Plot.
practical effects
Yeah,
that we
let's-
did and
let's
all
look-
of the
let's-
plot,
let's
and
make-
let's replace it with CGI Agent Smith.
let's
And
make
I'm
with
not
everything
even
good
gonna,
about that.
like-
Throw this fuck out of there. Just
What do you
let's
guys
just throw.
think that I even like Matrix Revolutions?
Revolutions was okay.
Better than Reloaded?
Better than Reloaded.
Well,
I mean, you've got the chateau fight scene in Reloaded, which is like one of the best, like where he stops all the bullets and then he like runs on the walls and they're like fighting people in the Oh, come on, really? You don't like that?
Nope.
that was
I much prefer the death of the twins.
Okay.
I much
What
prefer,
an epic scene.
Yes.
Yeah.
I much prefer the death of the twins. I much prefer. While I don't appreciate the CGI that happened during Neo's climax, I do appreciate the storytelling of that.
So good.
So good.
Like I said, Dragon Ball Z on
Yes.
film.
Yes.
yeah.
Yeah, the raining. Was Reloaded the one though? The first time where he fights all the Smiths.
The Smiths.
That
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
Reloaded.
The
Or he did
second
that.
one he also, or the Revolutions he also did, but that was in the rain and
That
it was a
the
little
end.
less obvious.
And you did like
Yeah.
one-on-one though with
Yeah.
that guy.
where there were a bunch of Agent Smiths watching in the windows.
And I really enjoyed like defending the, even though people hated it, I did enjoy because I was a kid, mind you, like defending Zion with like the mechs. And
No,
then,
I thought that was garbage.
I know,
didn't say that.
I know.
How
I'm
did they
saying-
build those? How honestly did
Yeah,
they build this?
I mean,
How did they build the
they-
hovercrafts for crying?
Right.
Crying out
Yeah,
loud.
yeah.
I mean, it's not like they were just like backwater like savages that forgot everything. It's the last
Right,
bastion of civilization.
But they came from 1997. Their brains
That
were
was the
developed
thing.
in
That was the thing.
1997.
Not all of
they're-
them.
No.
Yes.
Yes.
Some of them were whole homegrown human
Well,
beings.
that
born
was
right here
but
in
here's the
Zion, the
thing.
last human city.
If you look,
Trust me, I know the story.
If you look at the plot line, they're all supposed to be like people who like rejected the Matrix, but
I mean,
the Matrix is supposed to be like, okay, this was like the era that everybody's supposed to live in because this is the era that
The
humans
peak of
will, like,
humanity.
the peak of humanity would be okay with.
Yeah.
So so there's a few people that would wake up from them, and then all of a sudden they become these people.
Children of Zion.
Children. All of a sudden they have this high tech.
Well,
I
not
agree with
all of a
Jeff.
sudden. I mean,
No.
they can learn.
Are you
Have
saying?
you ever learned anything in your life?
Are you
I mean,
saying
maybe
you're gonna?
I don't know where would they get that from?
You're gonna hold the future of humanity in mouse?
He's not the only one. And that wasn't Mouse who
But he
said
was-
born
he
and
was-
grown.
he
That
was
was
up there.
Dozer.
That was Dozer.
They were
That's true.
all
Or
but
no, it
they
was
were
Tank,
they
actually.
were all up
Dozer
there.
was his brother who died.
But
Yeah.
they were still all up there in the upper echelons to be into this.
But then
crew to
Dozer
make
couldn't
it
even
there.
hack it going into the second movie.
But okay, here's how I explain it. 1997,
He had to be
they
replaced
come
by.
out, they've got the jacks, and the people who survived are like, by the way, we can exploit this Matrix technology. Let me plug you in so you can learn to fly a helicopter in Kung Fu in 5 minutes.
Right.
Boom!
Okay.
Boom!
But here's the thing. So, but helicopters and kung fu back then would have been super primitive for those guys because they already got super levitating, fucking submarines that go through the sewers and shit like that. That shouldn't have been shit to them. I don't understand why that would be.
Now
like,
the Sentinels have one mission: search
Right.
and
they-
destroy.
you would think that this guy's.
I mean, these are the people, by the way, who created the machines, too.
But here's the thing: is like, okay, if they think Neo's going to be the one, he's the one. He's the one.
Sure,
Let's
some
give him
fake
this,
garbage.
Let's
yeah.
give him.
We're getting deep on the Star Trek talk.
We should give him everything that we know. We should give him like the highest technology that we got. But
Yeah,
no,
he
they,
can stop the machines in real life.
right? But he had to learn that himself.
He's like a machine, 8 hours straight.
That's because that's because they didn't believe that he
No.
was the one.
Yeah.
In fact, the only person who believed he was the one was
Trinity.
Morpheus and Trinity. So there's two
Yeah,
people.
I don't know about that.
And the
Yeah,
Oracle.
yeah, yeah. I have to rewatch it again to make sure. Yeah.
But that's because they believed in
Which
some...
Oracle?
But that's because they were basically like a
You talking
weird...
about the chick, the one that went like, yeah.
The Oracle?
They changed the Oracle.
Yeah, well, she
Yeah,
died.
I know they did.
So, but
Sorry, that was a dark joke.
But when you realize, like, Morpheus and Trinity, they belong to, like, some backwater cult when you break it down. They're like, really? Somebody's gonna be born inside the Matrix? Like, that's dumb.
Animatrix was a great watch. Absolutely.
Oh, I
was.
loved the
I did like the
Animatrix.
Animatrix.
The Rise
I
of the
thought
Machines.
Yes.
That was a much better version than
Well, because-
the two sequels.
But you have to realize, though, too, like, that's the world that they envisioned when they were creating the Matrix. And when they tried to do Reloaded and Revolutions, they tried to include it in there. But I don't think people would have really sat through those in a movie theater. You know what I mean? Like, you have some really good stories in there that really explain the Matrix from our side of it, from
Yeah.
being plugged into the Matrix
Yeah.
and experiencing these glitches and all this stuff. But then you have the Rise of the Machines, which is a great historical telling. No,
Well-
but then you like one of my favorite ones. I hated the animation when I was a kid, but the track one where the dude's like running and he's running so fast
Yes.
he wakes up from the like what a good freaking episode of that. Like
Well, the thing is that the modern technology has outpaced the storytelling of the Matrix.
Yes.
It has
that's because
outpaced
the
it.
Matrix is the epitome of the 90s, dude.
It really is.
September 9th,
No, it is.
1999.
I'm not saying
Nine,
it,
nine,
I'm not
nine,
saying
nine.
I'm not saying it's not a good movie. It is a great movie. I really love it.
The first one is amazing.
Yeah, you're right. But the storytelling has outpaced technology.
Yeah. Have you
It-
seen it,
it
when he
doesn't-
gets that cell phone in the mail? I'm like, really?
What are they gonna do? It's like, what the fuck?
Shit,
Yeah.
slides
I
down
know,
like this.
I know.
Hello?
It's not something that's gonna.
Hello,
when
Neo.
when my son grows up to be like
You
13
know
years old,
who
and if
I
I watch him, if I show him the Matrix, I'm like, "Fuck is this shit?"
Oh, dude, I know.
He's not gonna care.
I know.
He's not gonna
Yeah,
care.
I know.
I
Because there's
can-
a modern Matrix.
Dad, I know what cell
But,
phones
but
are.
I can show him Jurassic Park and he'll like it.
Yeah.
I think that's cool.
That's because that's a good. That's a yeah.
Right, that's
a
something
good
that
question.
transcends
But see, the Matrix
generations.
automatically dates.
But Matrix is not.
The
It
Matrix automatically
does.
ties itself to '90s hacker culture
Yeah,
right
yeah,
away.
right.
With the use of handles, with like the fact that he's like selling like pirated like
Right.
Pirated mini discs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, that's
Right
stuff
off
that
the
just does not
get-go.
happen. Yeah.
You know, and all of the
Not
people,
that
even
I ever
Trinity,
did that.
Even Trinity, you know, like you never realize this later on, but Trinity in his world is this renowned hacker
Yeah.
on the web. You know.
Oh, totally.
And
That was you?
Yeah.
In the IRS mainframe?
Yeah.
Right.
I always thought you were a guy.
Yeah, so
Most guys do.
That movie does not. That's gonna be.
That's a good line.
It's gonna be less than Casablanca when our kids get older.
Oh,
when kids,
yeah.
They're gonna give a
But-
shit about that.
But no one after us will see
No, I mean
Casablanca either. You know?
Matrix is gonna be like the Three Stooges. They're gonna laugh at that shit. I mean, they're gonna go.
That's because it honestly dates itself super hard. Casablanca doesn't. It's black and white. I get it, but
Right.
like
No, Casablanca does.
I gotta read 2 comments. Hold on. The thing is, we are in the Matrix right now. We just don't know it. Ignorance is bliss.
Dude, that's one of
Yeah,
my favorite
whatever,
scenes.
dude.
He's cutting the steak. He's like,
Hey.
I want to wake up as something, not
know what?
important.
You know what? I know this.
It's like an actor.
I know this Jameson isn't real. I know it's not. I know it's just ones and zeros.
But when I taste
But
it,
I'm pouring it. I see it. I
hear
see
it.
it. I see the ones and zeros.
my
I
mouth
don't
tells
fucking
me it's
care.
smoky and
Yeah.
rich and...
My nose smells it's delicious. My lips tells it's delicious. I don't care. It's ones and zeros. I don't fucking care.
Can you say though there were some sad deaths in the Matrix, dude?
They were.
Not like this. Not like this.
Yeah.
So sad, dude.
Yeah.
And even I guess Tank survived, but Dozer dies. He like charges at them and
Yeah.
dies right away. Like, oh yeah.
Well, when you get a nickname like Dozer, I mean, you know you're gonna die anyway.
But then he quits and his brother Link shows up.
No,
What's
that's like
with
their
that?
cousin.
Cousin.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of sad because I really liked Tank.
Although I did like Link.
Well, yeah, who didn't?
Yeah.
He was in some other stuff later on. What
Yeah.
else was he in? Something you're like, what? My big brother. Maybe it was his big brother because he says like, yeah, my big brother Dozer. I'm piloting the Nebuchadnezzar just like my big
Nebuchadnezzar,
brother
yeah.
Dozer.
Yeah. I'm actually really surprised that The Matrix has a big enough.
Constantine.
Constantine. Okay, that's what I was just saying because I
they have
just
a
watched.
big enough.
Talking about
Oh, Sons of Anarchy.
Yes.
Oh yeah, we're getting serious over here. Oh,
Yeah,
he's
we're
in
getting
Lost.
deep.
Yeah,
Well,
he was
no,
in
we're
Lost
getting
as the
deep.
guy Malcolm or whatever.
That's
his name
right.
was,
Yeah,
with
that's
the
right.
kid. Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm looking for my son.
But I mean, there's been like lots of video games that came after that.
Yeah, Enter the Matrix was a great video game,
It was pretty good. There's The Matrix Online.
which I never played, but
never played either,
both
but-
the Matrix games were actually pretty darn good.
Enter the Matrix was legit.
It was good.
I played.
It was pretty
the
good.
crap
2
out of
discs
it.
on GameCube.
Dude, I played it on GameCube.
No, I played it on PC, but I played it.
I was about to punch you.
Sorry.
I was totally about to punch you.
Sorry.
It wasn't my favorite game, but it was pretty good.
Dude, it was legit. And I got it back when Blockbuster sold their video game pass where you could rent as many video games as you wanted.
Yep.
And you just walk in, change them out. Dude, I played Enter the Matrix like
Here's the thing.
nobody's business.
As far as movie tie-ins go, it was probably one of the better video games that had a movie tie-in. Because at the time, any kind of video game that had a movie tie-in was an afterthought. And it was like, let's just do this and throw it in there.
Yeah.
They would throw it to some studio
The best
that
one.
would say, you get 6 months to make this. They would throw it together, make it like shit, and they would just put it out there and it would be garbage.
The best video game movie thing, in my opinion, was Spider-Man 2. That game.
Spider-Man 2?
Spider-Man 2.
Oh, Spider-Man 2.
That
Now,
game
okay.
is easily one of the best video games I've ever
Here's the
played.
thing that I'm... Okay, I don't disagree with you. I think Spider-Man 2 was a very good Spider-Man game. Here's the thing, though.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it was a movie tie-in. I think they were developing it as a Spider-Man game.
Okay, fair enough.
And then, as soon as Spider-Man 2
So what are some
became-
other tie-ins then?
Well, I mean... It's,
Someone's mentioning biblical references, and there's a lot of biblical references in the Matrix.
Yes, there's tons
in
of
the
biblical.
film.
Oh,
There's
Zion.
tons of
You get to
all,
Zion.
yeah,
Yeah,
the
Zion,
first human city,
Babylon,
Zion.
yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of them, dude. Like the rebirth of Neo.
That
That's
there's
like a
sacrifice
pretty-
of Neo when he
Neo
dies
sacrifices
before the creator.
He's a Christ figure.
Exactly.
The Trinity?
Yeah. Oh, Trinity. Yeah, Trinity is being just the name Trinity. Come on.
Yeah.
It's not
I mean, even Morpheus is Hebrew.
Yeah, it's not even thinly
Just kidding, I
veiled.
made
Come
that.
on. This is yeah.
Yeah. No, the whole story is biblically driven.
Yes. No, it is.
I will say.
Which is fine.
Right. I think they did it ham-fistedly, but yeah, you're right.
I don't
It
think
is.
it's ham-fisted.
I think it was ham-fisted. I think
you can make a comparison between Star Wars and the Bible.
Well, but you can do that, but it wouldn't.
There can only be
ham-fisted.
one.
It wouldn't be. I mean, because like, look, I mean, 'cause, like, who would be the Christ figure in Star Wars then?
Luke.
When did he die?
Well,
Last Jedi.
How long did that take?
33 years.
How long did it take for Matrix? How long did it take for Matrix to do that?
Oh, I get it.
Like 3 movies.
90
Like, yeah.
minutes or
So
whatever.
they
Yeah,
probably
sure.
had a thing. So like I get that. I mean, like,
Right.
Yes, you could ham fist.
I'm just saying,
a
like,
Christ figure into anything. You could ham fist a Christ figure into any fucking thing you wanted to.
That's what I'm saying.
I know that. But like, they didn't do that in Star Wars.
You know what? Ham in Toy Story was the most Christ-like figure I've ever seen.
I was gonna say Buzz Lightyear, but okay, Ham is pretty close.
Well, yeah, he does have the cross on his.
Yeah, the one.
Yeah.
Buzz Lightyear over Slinky Dog, my ass.
I think Slinky Dog is Pontius Pilate, actually.
Well, I think Woody is Judas.
The cloud.
We're going way off track here.
Yeah, but I think that's the problem. Is like the Bible is so old and vague, and all of these things that like.
Well, but it's
I
very,
apologize. I don't know how we got here.
It's very esoteric though, because there's like the stories in the Bible, the themes that go along are ingrained within our culture.
Right, in all of our like mythology.
So like yeah, exactly. So if any movies intertwine into that resonates with people.
Yeah, sure.
And I think as if you make your story close enough to the esoteric, theological portions of the Bible, it's going to resonate with people more.
You know what really ham-fisted some of the Bible like themes? The Passion of the Christ.
Well,
not getting into that here.
well, that goes without saying because they literally translated it. I mean, that's,
okay, fine, fine.
That goes without saying.
Fine. The Wachowskis.
Sorry. No, someone's asking about
I'm
it in
just,
chat.
I'm just saying, like anybody who follows society, it's like, okay, we have a society based on these principles. These principles are based on these documents. So let's look at the stories that permeate through these documents. Let's make stories based on this.
Going
Those
off track,
stories-
what even is the track? That's a really good point.
These stories are going to permeate throughout our culture.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, even you can draw parallels between Jesus and Indiana Jones.
You can, yes, you can.
I'm not going to try.
Well, I mean, you can go. I mean, just in movies in general, good triumphs over evil.
Yeah.
Good triumphs over
Except
evil.
in Empire Strikes Back.
Which is
No,
more closely
well-
aligned with the
Well,
crucifixion
no,
of Jesus.
because no, I think you.
It sets up next.
Han Solo
Yes,
is Jesus in Star Wars.
No, I think
Crucified, reborn,
right, exactly. Yeah,
Yep.
there you go.
shoots a lizard, monster, creature, sandpit monster.
It's in the Bible.
Absolutely.
They're all there.
What's his name? Saint George and the Dragon.
That's
That's not in the Bible, but
Saint Pet the Bubba?
Yeah. Saint the Boba. Yeah, Saint.
but it's entangled in this canon.
Yes.
Yep.
It's just the good versus evil canon. That's what it is.
No, you're right. But see, what's interesting is like you're right. The Matrix is a little bit more, I guess, obvious than others.
Yeah.
I think I've always sort of admired when a movie or something could sort of slide in those like religious, and I'm not religious necessarily
Right.
by any stretch,
Yeah.
but like when they slide it in, like one of my favorite animes is Neon Genesis, which is like just laced with Christian
Yes.
lore and
Yeah.
not even Judaism, but like the shamanistic like Judaism, whatever that's called, like that lore, like the Kabbalah or whatever that's called. It's all. I mean, the monsters they fight are called angels. You know, like it's all about, and they call like what's it?
I haven't watched it.
So
so
like
I
the
haven't.
original angels was like Lilith, who was like supposedly like the, Adam's first wife who like didn't.
I thought Adam's first wife was Eve, but
Adam's first wife, according to non-biblical texts, according to like I think it was like in some
right.
other
The
religious
vampire
text.
one was like you got Lilith was the first.
Lilith was the first, and
man.
she didn't really go
Yes,
along with
I've-
Adam.
I've heard about
so
that,
she was
yes,
cast
yes.
out of the Garden
Yes.
of Eden,
I've heard about that.
and then
yes.
God made Eve from Adam so that she would be more amenable.
Right, yeah. Because Lilith was a bitch,
Yeah.
She would make him a sandwich.
Right, or something like that.
Right, so like, okay, we're gonna make this woman who will make you a sandwich.
Yeah.
She's gonna make
We'll take your 8th rib instead of your 9th.
She's gonna make you a good pastrami sandwich. Lilith would like make
pastrami on rye.
Yeah, exactly.
Pastrami on rye. That's where I was going.
Lilith was gonna like, I'll make some top ramen, but fuck you, cuz.
Look, boil water for 30 seconds. I'm there.
Yeah, it's good.
You want me to fucking put some
That's what I'm gonna do.
Toasted bread?
What is this? A freaking soup kitchen here? Too far?
Oh man, we're way off the rails. Okay.
Landed in Jersey.
But then they even say like, well, you know what they say about people at the
So Picard is coming back to
I've
Star
heard about
Trek.
the artists in the world.
Yes.
The people who make music or perform.
Yeah.
They have the mark of Cain.
Oh yeah, I've heard that before. Yes.
Anyways, Picard. There are 4 lights.
There are 4 lights.
3 lights.
I'm trying so hard to remember the melody he plays in the flute in The Inner Light.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You know what episode's really sad, though? His girlfriend dying in the fire.
That was a nice hooker on Ryza.
That's really what it was. I mean,
What another great episode,
okay,
though,
because
right?
they introduced the character at the beginning of the episode.
Who he meets on Ryza.
Right, and she dies at the end of the episode, so that's not...
Who he met on Ryza.
Right, exactly. There's not really any kind of connection, really.
Wait, are you talking about the girl that plays the piano? Or are you talking about the girl he meets on Ryza and goes and finds the lost treasure with?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that's the one.
The Captain's Holiday episode.
Yes,
Yes.
that's the one, yes. Yeah.
What a great episode, first of all.
And it was a good episode, but, I mean...
Call a girl. Hooker Cyril.
Okay, as far as story arcs goes, it kind of makes Jean-Luc Picard look like an asshole because
Yes.
he like loved this person
For a
and
moment.
then 5 minutes later he's like, I don't know this person anymore.
You know what one of my favorite Picard development episodes is, other than Family, is the... I can't remember what it's called, but I would if it was in front of me. The one where he is trapped with Crusher.
Oh.
And they basically like profess their love for each other.
Yeah.
What a great freaking episode.
That is a more of a bromance episode. I don't think there's any real sexual connotations.
There's sexual stuff between Picard and Crusher throughout the series.
Throughout the series.
Like,
you don't get breakfast with a dude for 7 years and have it be not sexual.
Alright, okay, you're right. Oh, yeah.
Dude, she's so they're clearly have been in love for the whole life. And then that episode, he says, well, like, how was I supposed to follow whatever Crusher, whatever his name is? How was I supposed to follow that?
Whatever Will's dad names was.
Yeah, my best friend died and your husband died. There was no following that.
I can't come in and go, hey, I hear you're single now.
Yeah, by the way, huzzah! We can do it now. Let's make another Wesley.
Let me think about this.
No,
okay,
too
so
far.
He's like 30 now.
This is okay. Star Trek: The Next Generation. We're talking Star Trek.
He's an ensign on your bridge.
Okay. What is birth control like in the Star Trek generation?
Oh, easy. It's
They just
something that you can turn
they-
on and off. It's an app on their
You
communicator.
can just beam it. You just beam all the sperm out. Just like beam it out.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's simpler than that. I mean,
Yeah.
the beaming thing. Here's the thing.
Just beam it all
Did
out.
have we talked about this before?
No.
Where it's like we always talk about medicine in the future because
Right.
to me it seems like when they invented teleporters, they're like, by the way, everything's fixed now because you teleport and they go, we're taking out. Remember they say this all the time. They're like, we removed all of the. You know, they compare the new pattern to the old pattern, and whatever's new, the contaminants, they take it out. They probably did that with tumors, right? They're just
Well,
like,
I mean,
oh god, he has like stage 4 melanoma.
That was the thing. They had
No problem.
There was like this video about it was not the new it was like old generation
Yeah,
where they had this like pie eating contest
yeah,
with like
yeah.
and then they're beaming out the pie eating out of their stomach. And then all of a sudden, like, they made a mistake, and like he beamed his whole stomach out. It was like, whoa.
Well, that's why you would never want to do that.
Yeah.
That would be risky, right? But like, freaking Scotty lives in the like teleporter like tubes
Right.
for
I can-
80 years or whatever.
Yeah.
As does Clone Riker.
Right? Yeah, that's another good one. And then there's a few where they're like,
Well, that was only like 20. But, you know.
right. It was a very.
And he
not
still
as
grew
long.
a beard, which is weird.
Well, yeah, that is weird, isn't it? It's like it's a TV show or something.
Yeah.
I don't know about you guys, but I love that show. But sometimes I watch that.
we
Like,
want
after
we
drinking
need you
a
to
lot.
We need you to shave because we need you to play Past Striker, but we also need your beard ready for next Monday. So
Sometimes I watch the show after I've been like drinking or something like that. And
that's
I'm
usually when I watch it.
And I'm like, who are they fooling?
Yeah.
This is clearly a soundstage in Southern California. That's a man wearing face paint, not an android. Like,
Kabuki theater.
yeah, it's. I always say it's sock puppet theater.
Yeah.
But Kabuki theater is a good way
Kabuki
to put
theater.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's Kabuki theater.
You know, I saw Kabuki in real life
Oh,
in
it's
Tokyo.
Japan. Yeah.
It's really hard to follow.
Well, if you're not a native Japanese speaker.
Even then, we went with Japanese friends and they're like, we don't know what they're saying because they speak like this archaic Japanese.
Yeah.
But you can follow the beats, kind of. But even then, it's like, what?
Really weird Kabuki theater.
And that's where the like famous Japanese sounds come from when you're watching like dubbed anime or whatever, and they're like, yeah,
I love those sounds though.
yeah,
They're
me
the
too.
greatest,
They're the best.
Okay.
It's almost
Wow,
midnight.
man, my goodness.
I gotta go home.
All right, so this was supposed to be a 2-hour show,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
it's been like 3 hours of it.
But
just
we took so long to get to Picard, and then we had to
3:35.
Hey, dude.
So let's real quick though. We never answered the question. You get one pick for a non-main cast member TNG. One pick, one, to come back and rehash their character.
I want to see Quark.
That'd be great.
I want to see Quark.
I would like to see Otto come back.
That's another good one.
I think Otto would be good.
I'm gonna put Q aside because I've said Q all
No,
night.
Q would
Yeah.
be good too, but
Q would be great.
I think that's a given almost.
Yeah.
Regan says, can we see the bottle openers?
I want Picard's brother back. That's what I want.
I've had a sample of it for quite some time. I finally bought the bottle opener. This is it right here. It's nothing special, necessarily. It's kind of a mild steel, but it's very, very sturdy. You can't bend it. It does open bottles very well. It will be laser engraved with Craft Computing and my logo. So, that's it right there. Pretty simple little opener, but I like it. Yeah, Regan asked if we could see the bottle openers. For those who don't know, if you join my Patreon before the end of August, you will receive a bottle opener limited to 75 Patreon backers. I currently have 55, so there's 20 spots open.
Sign up. Wait,
Join
does that mean I get one?
You might get one.
I'm on Patreon.
You might get
That's
one.
fine. You give it to somebody else. 71 then.
That's right.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Bottle openers now available, and after the first batch goes out, I will be buying another set to go available on retail and as a $5 Patreon perk. So,
What do you mean the catalytic converters are too hot for the blah blah blah?
If
Understood,
you
Captain.
don't need it fast enough, Rhett's gonna urinate on the other ones.
that's right.
So, yeah.
Go
You
ahead,
heard
man.
it here first. Wait, here I gotta get on the edge
Yep.
of the chair.
All right, this has been episode 44 of Talking Heads. This has been 1 year in the books.
Oh my god, the whole year.
It has been a fun ride.
Disappointing news for next week. I'm taking next Wednesday off.
Yeah.
We're gonna take over.
He's gonna be at QuakeCon.
Yep.
Just gonna be at
Well, I'll
QuakeCon.
be getting back from QuakeCon late Sunday night, technically early Monday morning on a flight. But
So you're pre-shooting tonight before you leave.
kinda.
Oh,
Yeah.
you are?
No.
Oh. I was like, whoa, he committed to that really quick.
No. So, yeah, there will be no show next Monday or next Wednesday. We'll be on the very next Wednesday. I believe that's, the 23rd, 24th, something like that?
Yeah.
23rd, I think.
Math is not my
Sure.
friend right now.
Whatever.
You know, you guys, if you guys want this Wednesday, you can come hang out with me on a different live stream about a different topic.
There you go.
But if you're,
never liked
if you're
it. I'll play Morrowind.
If
There
you're,
you go.
if you're a member of Discord, you can follow me on Steam and we'll play some shitty game.
Oh, that's what we should do next Wednesday.
You want to play some games?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We should do I don't know, what's game you play? You play Counter-Strike or
I
something?
fucking love everything. I got Counter Strike.
We could do something easier.
That's right.
Rocket League.
Yep, I got that. If you are my friend on Steam, you'll know I have just about every fucking thing I got there.
He has more games than I do, which is
Yes.
kind of saying something.
How many games do you have?
I think I got 2,400.
Oh, whoa, that's way more than
Yeah, I
that.
got like 750.
Whoa!
So
Okay, I was like, how many games do you have? I have a lot of games.
I got like 150.
I've got 500, but still,
yeah,
that's
yeah,
not a
yeah,
lot.
yeah.
That's not a small amount.
I mean, I'm not proud of maybe 75% of them, but I mean, I got them.
yeah.
Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching. Thank you for your continued watching of my show. We recently went over 62,000 subscribers on the channel.
Beautiful.
I
Thanks a lot,
appreciate it
guys.
so much. Let's
Yeah.
keep this thing rolling.
Yeah.
Episode 44, Talking Heads in the books. I'm Jeff.
Steve.
Rhett.
Thank you guys. We'll see you next time.
See you guys.
Kapla.